Weekdays starting at 10 to Cody and Gold. Live from Chiefs training camp on your Up with Fescoe and Dusty. Weekdays starting at 6 on 96.5 The Fan, KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, in Odyssey Sports Station.
Welcome to Friday. I feel like I'm going to piss a lot of people off today.
Why is that?
I don't know, man. I was just shocked by a lot of stuff yesterday, and I feel like being a smartass.
All right.
Never will I forget his smile, his eyes, his eyebrows, his laugh, his glove, his arm, his intensified play at catcher. Always remember Freddie Fermin.
Did Freddie Fermin, did
die? No, he got traded to the Padres to be a starting catcher, and everyone's sad.
Yeah, why do we do this when guys get traded? And it wasn't just here yesterday. I saw it a lot yesterday. A lot of people out in San Francisco with Mike Yastrzemski, too, as he's coming to the Royals to kind of patrol the outfield now. He made one of the great catches of the year 2 days ago into the fence, and so that was kind of cool to see. But I saw a lot of that yesterday, too. Guys get traded in sports all the time, man. It's like I've told you now for 10 years, by the way, Dusty's been here. Saw that this morning. You're in year 10, brother. Yeah. Like, I thought year 15 was a lot for me.
I interned for your show.
I know, but it's just like, it feels like yesterday you wore that shirt in here and we're like, we got a problem, bro. Like, seriously, we got a problem. You got to take that shirt off. We can't wear that on our first day of our internship, something from, a bar at the lake that was inappropriate for the work.
Big Dick's halfway in.
That's right. That's what it is. Yes.
That's the name of the bar.
No, it is. It is.
And the shirt said, "It's and beer is why we're here."
Right.
Except there was a T on the front of that word, and it was a mermaid with her shells out.
We're like, all right, what are we doing here? We got to nip this one in the bud. And 10 years later, ladies and gentlemen, the gentleman is still here. And the only reason I bring it up is because I went to the bathroom this morning. They have the birthdays and the anniversaries outside the bathroom
I'm gonna get an email
door.
From Jorge.
Yeah, Jorge's going to send you an email congratulating you. So I want to congratulate you because 10 years is a long time. And this guy's worked his ass off, man. And I'm really proud of you. And I just want to say that. I know we didn't want to take this turn today, but when I saw that 10-year thing, I'm like, you want to talk about a dude who grinded and worked hard and put in his time and did his dues and did all that kind of stuff. Like, you're a testament to what people should be doing today, and that's working their ass off to try to get that promotion and continue to work their ass off. So I got to say, 10 years, man, I'm proud of you for that. There was a lot of times making $9 an hour you could have bounced, bro. Like, you could have said, I'm going to go to the dry cleaner and make more or something like that. And you stuck it out and you stuck it out and you put in your time, and here we sit at 10 years, dude. I keep saying I'm really proud of you for doing that because you don't see that kind of work ethic by people anymore. Right. If you work hard, you'll eventually get to where you want to go. Took him 9 years, but he finally got there and worked his ass off. So that's all I wanted to say this morning.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Long damn time.
Yeah. No, it's been
making $10 an hour now too, so that's even better. Yeah. Congratulations.
$10. Yeah, we got a raise and promotion. No, I appreciate that. It's very kind of you to say that. It's either working really hard or I am the dumbest person in the world. The hell you're doing for 9 years?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
No, man, I was fortunate to have a good side gig at Jack Stack. They took care of me. They let me kind of work there, work here. Mm-hmm. For some reason, Steven Spector did not fire me for multiple reasons why. I don't know, but could have. You gave me a chance with this, Joe, and you and Mac brought me along, and so far it's almost been a year. August 16th.
Is August 16th our
I believe
year?
It's August 15th or 16th is our first full year.
Wow.
So
it goes fast, right? It seems like it was just Halloween yesterday. It's August 1st already, too. That's the other thing. And so yesterday, obviously, with the trade deadline, but I mean, like the trade of Freddie Fermin, people were acting like they lost their brothers and their mother and their father and whatnot yesterday. He's a baseball player, and baseball players are assets, and you need to use your assets to try to get better. And they had a good asset in Freddie Fermin. They traded him. They got two pitchers that are under team control until the lockout ends. And so, I thought that was a pretty good trade yesterday. And then you look at Twitter and you think, oh, my God, somebody's dog just died. I mean, it was like a memorial service on Twitter for a backup catcher yesterday.
Yeah, I think Freddie's that, fan favorite. I don't know. He kind of seems like the sixth member in the boy band.
Yeah.
That, you always think about and, you couldn't there's always like that certain demographics. Like, I wish AJ got more singles, or I wish AJ got more solos. And then when they did it, everybody's like, here it is. He told you it's good. He was good for what he was here.
Yep.
I'm extremely excited to see him. I know Kathy's excited.
Yeah,
she's got her Padres.
She's thrilled, yeah.
And I think San Diego's getting a good one. Look, San Diego probably won the trade deadline yesterday.
They traded 13 prospects yesterday.
And made their team better for a run. I mean, they've been in this. You think about how, fortunate we are in Kansas City. You go these, 30 years without winning a championship. You win a World Series in 15, then you win a Super Bowl in 19, and then you win a few more after that, and you kind of get used to that feeling. And I go back to what you always say, like, enjoy it while it lasts. You think about the Padres, man. They've been trying for years. They've been a great team, and they've been really good at baseball, and they've had good members of their baseball team, and they just never quite seem to get there. Now the Dodgers are in their way. The Braves got in their way a couple years ago, and
Rockies.
Now they're just at the point where they're like, all right, I don't know what we have to do, but these guys that are not here yet, and one of their guys, Cobb Hightower, one of their biggest prospects, if you're in the baseball card game, you know that.
What a great name, too.
Yeah, Cobb, baby. They got rid of all that because they want to win now. And it kind of makes me, because I was talking to Mac about that this morning. I was looking at this trade on X about the Lions and the Rams, right? You remember that trade, Stafford for Goff.
Yeah.
But what people don't realize is that the Rams gave up a bunch of picks, 2 first rounds in the third. And the Rams won a Super Bowl with Matthew Stafford and giving up those picks.
Worth every penny of it.
And Detroit turned their franchise around.
Right.
So you ask yourself, who won? That's the question, because Detroit turned it into Jared Goff, Sam Laporta, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jameson Williams. Like, those are 4 of the big names that came with that trade. There's some others as well that are also big key parts. But they were showing last night in the Hall of Fame game, like Dan Campbell's first season, 3-13-1.
Yeah, they stunk that first year.
And then they had the audacity to put underneath that missed playoffs.
Right. Oh, you think?
Really?
Yeah,
At
3-13-1. Yeah, I thought maybe they snuck in.
But you look and you see that sort of thing, and you kind of put it into the trade deadline. Did Detroit win that trade, or did the Rams win that trade? That is a situation where both did, even though the Rams had the upper hand because they got the gold. They won it all. They did everything they were supposed to do. Detroit went from the laughingstock, basically the Browns of the NFL, to now one of the most premier teams in the league with Dan Campbell, Jared Goff, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jameson Williams, and Sam Laporta, right? Like, they changed their franchise.
They changed the dynamic.
Now they got to go get one. That would make that trade probably even. But in baseball, when you look at what the prospects can be and what the Padres are doing, they won the trade deadline. They're going for it all. They got to compete with the Mets. They got to compete with the Dodgers. They got to compete with all these good teams in the NL. And then they got to go win it all, where they haven't done that in, I don't know, ever, right? I don't think they've ever won a World Series.
They've never won a World Championship.
And they've always kind of been second fiddle to the Dodgers in LA. And they're a fun team. I think that's why we root for them. I think that's why a lot of people in the early 2000s were rooting for Boston to win a World Series, right? Hadn't done it since the Ruth trade. They've been a tainted franchise. Everybody always sees the Yankees win. And it's kind of like the NL version to me of Yankees Red Sox is Padres Dodgers. And, the Royals yesterday, they didn't give up a whole lot. And I'm not shooting at Freddie Fermin. He's a great clubhouse guy.
And that's the only thing I wonder, with all these people talking about the clubhouse, what that impact is going to be.
Which, this is why when you go back and look at what JJ did, that's why you bring in guys like Adam Frazier and Grutchick, because those guys are veterans. They are clubhouse guys, and Frazier was a guy that was here last year, even though he may not move the needle for you or think, oh my gosh, they got Adam Frazier. But he knows that clubhouse, knows how to keep it together. Still have Vinny there, still have Sal there. But yeah, Freddie will be missed. But I think it's more so of like, I don't know, you're here for 10 years, right? And all of a sudden now it's like, oh man, I really loved you on after hours. I really loved you at night. But I'm excited that you're getting your chance in the morning.
Right.
And not to make this an arrogant comparison, but that's kind of the way it was. I loved nights. I would love to do nights my whole life. But this is a much better position for me.
Sure.
Whereas we all loved Freddie Fermin. Great backup guy, big hits and big moments. The game, the other day, 9 different pitcher shutouts. That was Freddie Fermin the entire game, calling
time.
that game.
Yep.
And the Padres probably saw that.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this is
we
a guy.
Need this guy. They've needed a catcher for a while.
And guess who he was an understudy of? A Hall of Fame catcher in Salvador Perez. You were never going to get past that guy, right? So, yeah, you want to see that guy stay in that position, but also you want to see that guy flourish and show what he can actually do. And so you get rid of Freddie Fermin, and now you bring these guys back. You gain control. You gain youth. I know Yastrzemski's the same age as Salvador Perez.
But Yastrzemski's a nice add-in after the deadline closed. That's better than anything we have in the outfield right now.
And if Kaggs is your guy, which when he comes back, he's going to get his shot. If he's not good defensively, Yaz is that guy that you'll put in the 7th inning when it's a 2-run game and you need better defense. And then maybe somehow the bullpen falters and it's tied. He comes up and he can hit a clutch home run or something like that. But this is what the Royals market is. These are the type of players the Royals are going to get. They got youth in pitching. They got control in pitching. They were hurting in pitching. They gained 2 pitchers in this deal. They got a bat in this deal. It may not be the bat that everybody wants, but
bats moved yesterday, too? There were not a lot of bats moved. Like, Stephen Kwan did not get traded yesterday. And I think, you said to me before he should be pissed today. And I'm like, yeah, he should be, because it looked like he was going everywhere yesterday and then ended up nowhere and has to stay in Cleveland. And that really sucks for him because, it looks like maybe you were going to get traded out to a contender. Minnesota with their fire sale yesterday. San Diego with their minor league fire sale yesterday. But that's why you have minor leaguers, to trade those guys. They used 13 minor leaguers yesterday to get better at the big league level, and everybody's pointing to the fact that they won the trade deadline. Getting Freddie Fermin for them is a very nice move. They've now got themselves a legitimate catcher here for them going down the home stretch, and a guy that's been in the postseason before, obviously, with last year's experience. So that's a nice addition for San Diego. But I really do like what the Royals did yesterday. On the surface, they were good moves. And I talked to some scouts yesterday around baseball just to get a different opinion. Sometimes it's better to get the outside opinion than your own. And a lot of them really like this Brady Falter that they were able to pick up from Pittsburgh, who's under team control through the 2029 season. And
he's the guy Cags hit 466 off of.
Oh, is that the guy that he hit that one off of?
Somebody said he'll fit just in fine in Coffin Stadium, and they showed that.
Yeah, perfect, though. I mean, he's a lefty. He replaces Bubic in the rotation. I think what they told you also yesterday, do not expect Reagans, do not expect Lorenzen, and do not expect, obviously, Bubic back, because they went out and got 3 starting pitchers yesterday for all intents and purposes. And so and that's what I wanted them to do. They needed starters, and they went out there and they got 3 of them, and they still added a bat in Mike Yastrzemski, and I think that's a nice addition. He's a veteran guy. He'll be your starting left fielder. I mean, he will. He has no idea, no chance. Absolutely, yeah.
Hey,
oh, you do?
Yeah. I know that. Come on, guys.
What's his name?
Carl.
In
all right. Yeah.
In one motion, what was Yastrzemski's highlight moment?
Don't know.
Waving the ball fair.
Oh, okay.
That was Carlton Fisk.
Oh, that's right. That was Fisk. Yeah.
I was wondering,
kiss my ass.
Where you going with this one?
It's early. White guy, Boston.
Coming after
70s grainy video. They all look the same out there in that grainy video. You can't tell who that is. And seriously, you go back and watch those grainy videos of games, you're like, man, I can't believe we sat in front of these TVs and thought this was a good picture back in the day. But what the hell did we know?
That's why I texted last night. We know how to pronounce his last name.
Yeah.
We already know because of Granddad.
Oh, I thought you were talking about because we had that punter Saplicki, and I thought you were making a connection there to Yastrzemski, and I thought you were talking about that Zaplicki guy.
Gotcha.
No, but now you have 2 names in Scrabble that you could absolutely win.
Yeah, you can.
Be like Zaplicki?
Yeah,
see, backup punter for the Chiefs. Check it out.
Yeah, he played for like 2 years, for 2 days, I mean,
Yastrzemski? What the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, he plays for the Royals.
I mean, I didn't know Carl was still alive yesterday,
Is he?
too.
Okay.
Yeah, Kurt Nelson from the Royals Hall of Fame was texting me. He goes, yeah, Carl's still alive. I'm like, he is? I had no idea that Carl Yastrzemski was still alive. And so, he's out there. But no, I thought the Royals did good yesterday. And this is why you don't fall in love with the players. As Seinfeld always said, we're rooting for laundry here. Anytime you can trade a player that makes your team better, you go out there and you do that. And I'm sure there's a lot of devastated people over Freddie Fermin, but if these guys help us get into the postseason, we won't remember Freddie Fermin next Tuesday. And that's what we want. And you just want to get better. You can't hold on to everybody. And as long as the team is moving forward and getting better, and I think they got better yesterday, that's my opinion. They got better yesterday. And they have to move on from Freddie Fermin. Hey, he's a backup catcher, We'll be fine.
Either way, get over it. You got a big 3-game series against the Blue Jays starting tonight, baby.
Huge 3-game series starting tonight.
I do want to get into some football news that we saw yesterday. We can talk more about the Royals as well throughout the day because it was a trade deadline that I give an A to those Royals. And I want to bring up something that shows you what ownership is showing you in Kansas City here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty.
Whoever that bozo was doing the armpit fart thing, come on, man.
Catch Royals insider Josh Vernier every Monday at 8:20, right here on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
Go Yard all baseball season long with Underdog's Champions Game. Join the millions who have already won billions making plays on Underdog and be next to join one of the leading places to make all your sports selections you can play in your state. To play, all you have to do is download the app. Choose whether you think a player will go higher or lower than their favorite stats, home runs, strikeouts, total bases, and so much more. Once your entry feels good, you can play with as little as $1. And if you get everything right, you could win up to 1,000 times your money. That's right. If you bet $1, you could get up to 1,000 times your money. So you really could turn $1 into $1,000 with your baseball knowledge. Download the Underdog app. Sign up using that promo code TAPP, T-A-P-P, to unlock a special offer for up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you make your first deposit. That's promo code TAPP, T-A-P-P. Must be 18 plus and present in Missouri. Terms apply. See underdogfantasy.com/web/deposit-match-terms. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit www.ncpgambling.org.
The wait is over. The new Omaha Steak Store is now open at the Fountains in Overland Park. Shop now for 50% off store-wide and enjoy delicious doorbuster deals starting at just $19.99. For more than 100 years, Omaha Steaks has delivered the world's best steak experience. From extra-aged USDA-certified tender steaks to beefy burgers to air-chilled chicken, premium pork, and so much more. Every bite is handcrafted by master butchers and backed by their 100% guarantee. Stop by Omaha Steaks in Overland Park today and discover the Omaha Steaks difference.
The other place with 5 great Kansas City locations: Shawnee, Olathe, downtown Overland Park, Mission, and Belton. Stop by this summer and enjoy their beautiful patios, all while listening to some live music at most locations Thursday through Saturdays. And on game day, they have enough big screens that you'll never miss a minute of the action, all while enjoying some great food and beer specials. So make the other place your summer headquarters. The other place, Shawnee, Olathe, downtown Overland Park, Mission, and Belton. Check out theotherplace.com.
You need parts? O'Reilly has parts. Get 1 free set of brake pads when you buy 2 brake rotors. Upgrade to Brake Best Select pads for just $10. Or upgrade to Brake Best Select Pro or Import Direct pads for just $20. Product availability. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppables bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. With Downy Unstoppables, you just toss, wash, wow, for all-day freshness.
DQ presents the sound of happy. Hear that? That's the DQ chicken strip basket. Only $7.49 for a limited time. We're talking 4 100% white meat seasoned chicken strips served with fries, Texas toast, and DQ's signature country gravy. Yeah, you heard that right. For crunch time in no time, it can only be the DQ chicken strip basket. Just $7.49 for a limited time. Get it delivered in the DQ app. Happy tastes good at participating locations.
With Robinhood, not only can you trade individual stocks and ETFs, you can also seamlessly buy and sell crypto at low costs. Trade all in one place. Get started now on Robinhood. Trading crypto involves significant risk. Crypto trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Crypto LLC. Robinhood Crypto is licensed to engage in virtual currency business activity by the New York State Department of Financial Services. Crypto held through Robinhood Crypto is not FDIC insured or SIPC protected. Investing involves risk, including loss of principal. Securities trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer.
GimmeTheVin.com, big cash giveaway. I hate games and scams. So when we had the idea to give away $25,000, I was very careful about the way it was orchestrated. Get the top of the market money and enter to be the lucky person to get $25,000. This is no joke. This is no game. This is very real. Just like GimmeTheVin.com.
No purchase necessary. For official rules, go to GimmeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GimmeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Your home is more than just another listing. It's your life's work. Dawn and the Sharp Homes team treat every property as their own, employing innovative marketing strategies and providing personal attention that transforms for sale signs into sold celebrations. The Sharp Homes team can also give you options. Do you want to skip the showings and open houses and go straight to sold? Then contact the only agent I would trust to sell my home. Dawn Sharp and the Sharp Homes team, brokered by Epic Realty. Google Sharp Homes team. That's Sharp Homes team today.
Brought to you by America's largest pickleball festival, PickleCon. PickleCon presents pickleball like you've never seen it. PickleCon takes over Kansas City August 7th through 10th. Tournaments, clinics, puppy yoga, glow-in-the-dark play, and more. Register now at picklecon.com.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the Mission Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling Studios. Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Kansas side, K10 westbound, heavy from Kill Creek Road out not quite to Lexington Avenue with an accident blocking the right lane. Missouri side, 435 northbound past Winter, construction slowing things, the right lane blocked. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Don't forget, next Thursday, 8/7/2025, we pay our respects and dues to one Travis Kelce on 8/7 Day here on Fescoe and Dusty, because I remind you, because it is already Friday. Like, this week flew by. Mac, you were off 2 days this week, and all of a sudden it's Friday now.
Yeah,
and it's like an afterthought, right?
It's nuts. That flew by.
So 8/7, Travis Kelce Day here on 96.5 The Fan with Bob Fescoe, Mac Morey, and Dusty Likens for you. Interviews, calls, conversations, everything Travis Kelce. Like, literally not going to talk about anything else.
Yeah,
It'll be
all
one of
day.
those fun days where we're going to take 4 hours of content and make different topics all surrounding Travis Kelce.
Yeah, and leave your voice messages on the app about your favorite Travis Kelce memories, and we'll make a hodgepodge of all your guys' memories and moments and play them.
Bob's going to make an AI song of Travis Kelce.
You know what? I will. I made one about Jerry and Selma last night,
Did
too.
you?
It was really good. Yeah.
Okay, I may need to
So,
do that.
yeah, I will do a Travis Kelce song for this. Yeah, it takes 30 seconds. It's great. Yeah, no time at all. Just give me a couple of things we want in the song. I'll type it in. Tell me what kind of genre of a song we want. Do we want,
genre.
a
Like a
90s
Swiftie.
country song? Do we want a Taylor
R&B.
Swift type of song? Do we want an R&B type of song? Yeah. Do we want a hard rock type of song? What kind of
that's true.
Travis Kelce, flavor do we want for the song? And then we just come up with a couple of words and they create it and do the whole thing. It's fantastic. Well
And
done.
We'll play it at the top of every hour.
That's right.
The words that I come up with for Travis Kelce is GOAT, 87, T Swift, Footlocker, and Rolling Dice.
The Foot Locker one was an all-timer. Yeah, that was an all-timer for Travis Kelce. There's no question.
Refs sucked out there, man. Couldn't
Yeah.
even wear a Footlocker jersey.
Yeah.
All right, guys, thank you. I was standing right next to PR and right next to Travis Kelce. And after that got released, it was, all right, guys, have a good night. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. No more questions. We're done here.
Thanks, Travis. You bet that refs
Yeah. Thanks, Brad.
No, but I do want to get into some stuff that maybe we missed. But yesterday, a big situation in the NFL. Terry McLaurin deciding that he wants to be traded.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, look, you
Now,
don't pay.
Washington is the favorite to land him.
Yes.
Right.
Big
We
time.
saw this last year with Brandon Ayuk. I think this is the same episode again, but in Washington.
T. Higgins, too.
Right.
Yep.
And look, he had 1,000 yards last year. I believe it was like 1,083, but he had 13 touchdowns on 82 receptions.
That's crazy.
Damn.
So,
Wow.
that's a big year,
Yeah.
right?
Huge.
Now, the yardage isn't there because, now that we have fabricated the season a little bit longer, you look at a wide receiver who claims to be a wide receiver 1,083, you're like, actually, I'd like to see you get like 1,200, right? That's the sweet. Because it used to be, 1,000-yard receiver, and you're like,
Yeah, that's good,
great year.
right? Yeah.
New NFL, right?
Right.
And, other people putting up numbers, and he wants the A.J. Brown contract. That's what Terry McLaurin wants.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah. I want A.J. Brown's body.
Yeah.
You can have his money.
Okay. Fine. You
yeah.
can have the body. I'll take the dough. Done.
Because then I'll start OnlyFans, and I'll win against both of you guys.
Yeah, you might. Yeah. But I'll
So,
tell you what, I'm getting
yeah.
swole at the J lately, man. So I'll work my body into looking like A.J. Brown, okay? I'll take the cash.
Yeah, Daddy. And
I'm going to tell you what, she's going to be very jealous. I'm telling you, the more I lift, the more I'm getting looks from people. I'm telling you,
Love
man.
And so he holds out, and then you start seeing, obviously the rumor, where would he go next? Philadelphia was a hot topic. New England was a big topic for him to
That'd be
go
a good
there.
one.
That'd be nice.
I mean, but if you're Washington, are you really trading Terry McLaurin to the Philadelphia Eagles? No, I don't think you're making that type of move.
No, but I'd talk to New England.
Yeah, New England is an interesting
Probably
one.
going to finish in. I mean, I'm not saying that New England's going to be ass, but they're not going to be past maybe a top 10 pick.
No, I don't think New England's picking in the top 10 next year.
Okay.
I don't. I think New England is probably picking somewhere from 11 to 18, probably in that range. And so
Yeah, that's fair.
you get a top 20. You get a top 20 pick back in return if you trade him for a first round draft pick. But you won't. That won't happen.
There'll be some sort of compensatory thing too, like if McLaurin's all pro, like New England,
For
would,
sure.
Right.
whatever.
Or they sign him this morning.
Right. And
Which they should, in my opinion.
yeah,
I think they really need to sign Terry McLaurin.
They don't really have. I mean, Debo and him. It's like,
What else you got,
Yeah,
man? You got this
exactly.
young quarterback, right?
Yeah,
he
man.
needs to take that next step forward. The last thing you want to do is kind of wreck with his psyche and whatnot. Like I think like Terry McLaurin, why are you holding out now? Because it's the best time to hold out if you're Terry McLaurin right now.
I've got leverage.
Perfect. He's got a lot of leverage right now, and I think the Commanders probably know it.
Yeah, this is a poker table.
Yep.
He's got, you don't know what his hand is, but the way he's holding it and the way that he is betting his chips, you'd think he's got big slick. He's got suited ace king, and you're like, well, I don't know. He might have like 8-9.
Yeah.
He might have 7-5. I don't know what he has, but we're not going to call yet. And then he's going to flip over one card, and it's going to be an ace, and that ace is, hey, that's your franchise quarterback who has an injury-prone wide receiver, an aging tight end, and a running back who has had injury issues, right? And then
they don't have a lot of weapons there. Everybody's in love with them because of the quarterback. And if you take,
go ahead, sir.
No, I was saying you take McLaurin away from Jaden Daniels. How exciting are the Washington Commodes this year, right?
And clearly they had a really good connection last year.
13 tutties.
Yeah, dude.
I mean that's Kelce Mahomes like stuff, like where you have that guy that you can always rely on. Now all of a sudden you take him out of that equation. Like Washington has no choice but to sign this guy. I don't think there's a question. Like they can give you all the draft picks that you want, but you've got to have this guy because you don't have anybody else right now. And he was your number one target. He relied upon him. You got a young quarterback going into year 2. You don't want him taking that step back. Sorry, Washington, you're screwed.
Because then you've got Drake May New England like, Miss Clifton,
Yeah.
Miss Clifton, Miss Clifton. I get you and Stephon Diggs. Okay, like, come on.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That would be great for him, though, too.
Super
I mean,
cool.
how quickly would a lot of people start questioning and changing their thoughts on what's going to happen in the AFC East this year if they roll those two guys
that
in,
Bills
right?
New England game's a lot more fun to watch Sunday at noon.
Oh, hell yeah, it is. Pure Didi's will have a good time calling that game.
Oh, yeah. No doubt about it. Scott Zolak might have a stroke.
Zolak will stroke out. He wore sunglasses the entire time, right?
Every day.
Yeah.
Well, their set, I might have.
Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of lights
Because their
in there.
set was back to our left, and they just had beaming lights in their face, but nobody else had sunglasses
Right.
on.
I don't know. That's the thing.
Or
yeah.
Zolak was just out on Bourbon Street every night until 1 a.m. But I thought that was interesting. I thought the other thing that was interesting about the NFL, obviously the game last night, Chargers are, man, they're going to be great.
Oh, my God. With a backup quarterback, they pasted the Lions.
I mean, Collinsworth was just glazing Trey Lance last night. Look at him, man. He really put that soft touch to work this offseason.
Yeah.
I don't know who was playing defense for Detroit.
Yeah, I don't know any of those guys. Yeah.
But it was fun.
Yeah.
Football was back. We were all having like fun group text messages last night. Like everyone was taking like a screenshot of their TV. I think Maloney texted both of us like, can't wait, guys. I have to put you on hold. And then, I had buddies like, I don't care if it's, garbage football, it's football. You kind of had that moment again.
Yeah.
Maybe other people did where you're sitting in your living room. You might have a cold refreshment. You might have had a pizza delivered last night, but you were like, we're here. And then there was other people that I was talking to yesterday, and I was like, hey, football's back today. And I was like, is it really the Hall of Fame game? And I was like, yeah. Like, one of my buddies goes, summer's over.
Summer's over.
I go, summer's been over, dude. But no, it was fun to watch that. And then we got the measuring system, and you guys hated it.
I wouldn't say I hated it. It's different. It looked cartoonish to me, and
It looked like the tennis.
It did. But I'm also, I got to be honest with you, I'm questioning is it valid? Is that line correct when they show it to us? I know they're going to tell you it is and whatnot, but that was my first instinct on it. There's just something about nostalgia. I love the fat guy with the chain running out onto the field. I just always had, you can see it for your own eyes and all that kind of stuff. Like, I should be in favor of this because I'm in favor of everything technology in sports. And it's not that I'm not in favor. It's just different. By week 2, I'll be fine with this whole thing. It's just like, oh, okay. I'm just like, it just looked odd. It just didn't feel right yesterday. And that's because it's new in the like a new score bug every year. Oh, my God, they changed the score bug. Where's the time on this? Or they change it before the Super Bowl and everybody complains. That was kind of what it is, and I'll be fine by week 2,
I look at it as kind of like the kickoff thing last year, right? I was totally against it. I was like, I'll never understand this new situation, this new rule. What are we doing? By like week 3, I was like, yeah, if you kick it, if you kick it here, listen to me.
Right.
If you kick it here, you have to take it out. If you kick it out of the end zone, 25. Here are the rules.
Yeah.
VAR or whatever that was last night, it was quick.
Yeah.
It was interesting. Josh Allen still wouldn't have gotten the first down. And I don't hate it. Look, advance, man. If you can get more precise and better at it, and it's quick, because it was very quick. I mean, it was almost like the tap of the helmet in the minor leagues, ball or strike. Rolling on the field is overturned. It was a strike.
Right.
I thought that it was fine, but I was interested to know like what people that are listening to the show today, what people thought like CB.
Did you even notice it though? That was the other thing. It happened so fast.
Well, they announced it like a Batman signal.
Yeah.
Like here it comes.
Yeah.
The new technology.
Yeah.
Not a first down. All right, moving on.
Yeah.
But like, CB tweets or texts in, first down technology seems like it'll work. I think so.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be great. Yeah.
But it'll work for the most part.
Why did you say you didn't like it?
Because the Bills created it?
No, because you can't tell when your knee's down. Again, like it's not tennis. Like, sure, the ball is one thing, but like the knee down is really the big talking point about football. That's why it's so hard to judge football, because it's not just, was it over, was it not? So it doesn't tell you a lot of what we need to know. I don't think it'll be used as much as we think it will, but I think it's good. I think for things like that and for the Josh Allen
Isn't that how they're
first down,
measuring every first down now, though?
Close ones. Yeah. Close ones. Like
anytime you need a measurement, they're not rolling out Larry and his buddies on the sideline,
They
right?
could use Chris Jones.
I just don't think it's the fix that people think it is. The knee down, knowing when the knee's down, is really the problem that the NFL has.
So what you're saying and what you're advocating for then is microchips in every football player's knee?
Mm-hmm.
The ball.
No, the knee, because you got to know where the knee's down. So you got to microchip the knee now?
Probably need like a camera in the ball. I don't know. Or you need lasers on the field, sensors on the field. Like either technology can get us there.
Lasers.
Yeah, exactly. Pew, pew.
Yeah, but still the NFL replay, they got to figure out how to get that quicker, though.
Yeah,
too.
that quicker, too.
The instant replay. If baseball can figure out how to do an instant replay in 2 seconds, and I'm not even talking about the ball strike stuff. I'm talking about legitimate replays in baseball. They're fast. Baseball does everything faster than the NFL. I can't believe I just uttered those words. But those are true. Baseball does everything faster than the NFL.
That's sad.
Their games are faster. Their replays are faster.
Yep.
Their reviews are faster. The NFL has packaged it. Okay, we got to fit this in 3 hours and 5 minutes. We got some time to kill, make a longer review. Like that kind of stuff. And that's what we're getting to. In the NFL, baseball's found a way to streamline all of this stuff. And reviews, if it's as quick as that, looking at the first down last night, I'm all in favor of that too. We need to speed up the instant replay reviews in the NFL.
It took one play last night of the new football season to have a replay.
One play, right? First play.
Yeah.
First damn play. We're like going to the booth. I'm like, all right, I'm going to go cook dinner. And you can go cook dinner, and by the time they're still looking at it, and Chris Collinsworth is doing it, I don't know. Like, dude, it's July.
Pee Wee Herman, where's my bike?
Yeah.
Keep showing us the same crappy view that we can't see.
You can't tell anything, and then, if you look at the angle from the back of the end zone, Mike, you can see that his leg may have been. And then we're bringing in the review guy.
Yeah, I'm like, let's just come on.
It's preseason. Move the game along. Nobody cares.
We're all sitting down for this. Tim, you got me for 10 minutes.
Right.
Give me a play.
You got me for 10 minutes, and we're starting with a 10-minute review.
Yes.
Yeah.
From the text line, Chiefs will get a first down late in the game, and it'll be corrupt NFL giving us a win.
That's exactly right.
Well, the laser said it wasn't done there.
Yeah. All the comments on the Adam Schefter tweet last night were all about the Chiefs.
Oh, were they really?
Yeah. That's because people glaze the Chiefs.
Glazing. Glazing can be defined pretty easily. It's simply the latest term to describe what happens when someone goes too far in showing how much they like someone or something else, to the point of being ridiculous.
That's right.
Collinsworth the Lance. Glazing.
Yeah. He was, dude. He was like, look at this throw, man. He put some touch on it, got it in the corner of the end zone. My God.
His agent must have got to Collinsworth and said, hype this guy up. We need a new job.
Right.
Like he can't be a backup for the rest of his life. But yes, you can and have a very nice career at being a backup. But how many talking heads on the networks this morning will be screaming about the Chargers being a real threat now to the Chiefs based on what they saw last night?
I wish I could tell you.
I got Stephen A. Smith. I've got Ryan Clark is definitely on that train.
Oh, for sure.
Who's another anti-chiefer out there that we have that we could throw into that? Chris
Florio.
Sims, Florio. Yeah, everybody basically is going to take that game and go, I don't know what you guys saw last night, but I saw a team that's ready to challenge the Chiefs for the West, and I think they can win the division this year.
Locked, cocked, and ready to rock.
And his pregame interview was insane.
Oh, we are so bad, dude.
I mean, his pregame interview was absolutely insane. Like, he was ready. He was ready
Worms
to go.
had machine guns, then birds wouldn't be scared.
And I mean, not only that, but you had, not Dan Fouts, but you had Brent Musburger back last night.
Musburger was great.
He was in the flesh.
And Dan, I want to get your best Brent story.
Well, I know I speak for millions of Brent fans around the world. And, of course, the famous movie, The Waterboy, which we're still waiting for our nomination for the Oscar. When I say the immortal words of, shut up, Brent.
Fauci.
That's it.
Fauci, the best.
Listen, I got to follow up my man.
Yes,
Fauci.
go ahead.
Good.
We were working with Adam Sandler at Waterboy, and I asked for a script. And he said, no, you and Dan just ad-lib like you do a football game. So Brent got carried away like he does, and I'm rambling off, and Fouts goes, shut up, Brent. And I figure that's on the cutting room. It winds up in the movie, and now my wife says it all the time. Marlene says, shut up, Brent.
Marlene.
That's my mom.
Marlene.
Yeah.
Shout out, Marlene. You look so much better in person.
You do, yeah.
But no, I thought that last night's game was fun. I don't know why. I mean, obviously we bet on it. I told you the Chargers were going to throw 2 passing touchdowns plus
right.
370. And I also thought Detroit was going to run 2 touchdowns. They ran 1, and then they never scored again.
Did not score.
What was it, 34-7? Nobody remembers, nobody cares?
No, I think it was 37-7 or 30, yeah, something like that. I don't know. Midway through the second quarter, I was done, and I was out on this one. You start seeing guys that you've never heard of and that are going to be tending bar here in 6 weeks at Maloney's. It's like, I don't know who these people are, and I'm not going to continue to deal with. So you watched the whole game, didn't you, Mac?
I was in and out in the second quarter, but yeah, pretty much the whole second half it was on my phone, noise on. Yeah, once the Brent Musburger thing was in, I was locked in. No Hendon Hooker to start the game kind of got me. I was like, what the? Kyle Allen?
Yeah, Kyle Allen. Texas A&M.
Yeah, I was looking up that guy, Kyle Allen. Yeah, a lot of he's been on every team in the NFL.
Yeah, journeyman, 9 years in the league now.
I thought he was somebody different. I honestly did. I'm like, Kyle Allen, did he play here for a hot minute? No, he did not play here. But I don't know who I thought he was, but it wasn't him.
He started like 5-0 that one year.
Yeah,
with the Panthers.
Yeah, the Panthers.
He's not the quarterback who led the Commanders to the playoffs that one year that Alex Smith got injured, though, is it?
You're talking about Heineke?
I don't remember who it was.
Taylor Heineke.
Yeah. But no, the guy that went on to Seattle for a hot second and then left.
Sam Howell?
Yeah, that's
Sam
the guy.
Howell.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking it was. Who was the guy last night?
Kyle Allen.
Kyle Allen, yeah. Generic quarterback name, Sam Howell.
Things Kyle Allen does besides play quarterback. Work for State Farm.
Yes. Yeah.
You can trust me.
Mow the lawn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have 2 first names.
Yeah, he's definitely selling insurance here in a couple weeks. Yeah.
No, he's not. He's been in the NFL for
9 years, but he's got to do something once he retires. But hi, I'm Kyle Allen, your State Farm agent in College Station, Texas. If you need farm equipment insured, call me. I'm Kyle Allen.
Yeah, just living off of 6 weeks where he went 5-1 like 6 years ago.
Yeah, who was that for?
The Panthers.
Panthers.
Went 5-1, and now he's just like living off of that.
He turned that franchise around more than Cam Newton, man. You kidding me?
I tell you what, but you can make a good living being a backup quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah.
Like that's really like one of those dream jobs. I think Dusty asked, would you rather be a punter or a reliever? In baseball.
Well, after yesterday,
you'd like to be a reliever. I mean, my God, the haul that people were getting for random relievers, on the trade deadline market. But that's the answer. You'd love to be a reliever. You pitch like 50 innings a year, and that's it. You don't have to worry about getting a hit. If you're going down to tackle somebody, and you don't have to really put your. Every once in a while, a ball comes back at you, but put your glove up. But no, I mean, like being a relief pitcher, that's a dream job. Being a backup quarterback's a great job. I mean, for Kyle Allen, 9 years in the NFL, dude, he's approaching. Getting. Obviously, he's already passed the line of demarcation.
5 years.
I think it's a little bit less than Major League Baseball to be fully invested
Major
into
League
that.
is
10, yeah.
NFL 5.
I don't know
average
what
career
it
is
is.
3 years.
Yeah, it might be. I have no idea what the number is, but he clearly surpassed it, I would imagine, and he's going to have his full pension. Like, that's a hell of a career. There's nothing wrong with being Chase Daniel and making, $40 million to hang out.
Yeah, career earnings 7.5 for Kyle.
That's it.
Just chilling.
Yeah, he needs to get a better agent, though. I mean, get some more of that money out there. I mean, you're starting the Hall of Fame game, man. That's nothing to sneeze at.
But yeah, I thought it was interesting seeing the guys get talked to throughout the game, right? You had Antonio Gates get talked to, Sterling Sharp was getting talked to.
Yeah.
And then they were,
Did anybody ask Sterling about his brother? I did catch the interview. I was waiting for that, but at one point I had to go to the bathroom. So I missed out. So, how's your brother?
Fired. But I saw that Bleacher Report was out yesterday, and they were putting out, like, what's the craziest sports stat that you never heard of? And they actually brought up the Antonio Gates one in his interview last night, that Antonio Gates is the first ever Hall of Fame football player to never play college football.
I had no idea about
Just a
that.
basketball player at Kent State, man.
Yeah, I had no idea that he didn't play at all in
you don't
college.
have to go to college, kids.
Yeah.
we do.
Yeah, for basketball.
Yeah. And then there were other ones, too. And the one I sent you guys, which was just polarizing, was Jim Harbaugh has more rushing yards than Bo Jackson in NFL history.
I've seen that one before. That's always one that kind of floats out. That's why I say Bo's a myth.
Yeah.
Bo is the biggest mythical figure in the history of American professional sports.
He was a comet.
We want to know what he was. We want to make him something that he wasn't, right? Like we think he was on that track, but he was never there. He never was able to make it because of the injury, obviously. Had that injury happened this day and age, he'd be back next week, but it didn't, and here we sit.
I always thought Bo Jackson was like a shooting star, right?
Yeah,
like certain people see it, certain people don't. and it happens quickly, and then it's gone, but it's awesome.
Yeah, it was.
And you're like, oh, did you see that? No. What happened? Oh, dude, it started here, went here, was bright, blue, and then gone. And then it's like, you see the wall climb, you see the throw, the all-star home run, the breaking of the bat, the Boz play.
Yeah.
And then it's like everything else is stories. Well, he threw a rock one time across the lake and skipped 50 times. You're like, okay.
He's the Bill Brasky of American professional sports. I know Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson one time carried 6 defenders into the end zone and then hit him with a baseball bat. Like, the legend of Bo Jackson continues to get bigger and bigger and bigger. The reality of Bo Jackson was he was just a guy. We wanted him to be something better, and injury took that away from us. Like, Bo Jackson was stolen from us. One of my childhood idols till I talked to him. But, I mean, I just think, like Bo Jackson, to me, ended up being one of those, like, we really wanted this guy to be this superstar, but we never got to have the opportunity to see it because the injuries took that away.
The last crazy stat I'll give you guys before we go to break is Tiger Woods in majors from 1997 to 2009. Finished for a combined minus 134.
Holy cow.
Oh, just wait. The next closest person was Phil Mickelson at plus 99. That was a 233 stroke
in
difference.
Majors?
In majors.
Just majors.
Just majors.
Just majors.
Just majors.
Just majors.
A 233 stroke difference from the next closest. I mean, that's why we're here with Tiger.
I mean, there's nobody that dominated their sport more than Tiger Woods. Holy crap.
We come back. We talk rock solid. Not me, because it's Friday. We talk NFL and compare it to coaches and quarterbacks here at 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports. I know that I'm hard.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty.
Hey, what yo, man?
On your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan.
It is out of here.
Man, if your stream isn't as strong as it used to be, or you're taking more breaks to the bathroom than the 7th inning stretch of a televised baseball game,
We'll be back after this.
it's time to get checked. An enlarged prostate or BPH could be the cause, and Kansas City Urology Care is here to help. Fast answers, trusted care. Don't wait. Come see Kansas City's largest, most experienced, and most advanced urology team. Visit kcuc.com today. At KCUC, you see the best in KC.
It's the summer sales event at Robside Ford. Your chance to upgrade without the stress. Robside joins me now. Rob, what's the offer?
0% financing, $0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days on nearly the entire Ford lineup.
That's a serious summer deal.
Sure is. And unlike your brisket last weekend, these deals aren't dry.
Okay, that's fair. These savings are definitely juicy.
And we're backing it up with 2 years of complimentary maintenance, a non-commissioned sales team, and top trade-in values.
No pressure, no gimmicks at Robside Ford. The way car buying should be.
We're Kansas City's top-rated Ford dealer. 4.8 stars, nearly 3,000 Google reviews, and a better experience from start to finish.
So skip the smoke and the dry meat. This summer, start at Robside Ford.
135th and State Line or robsight.com. 0% financing, $0 down, 0 payments for 90 days, and 2 years of complimentary maintenance.
Robside Ford, buy right, drive happy. And next time, maybe stick to potato salad.
Oh, no.
Ah, that's the sound of someone who's misplaced
My debit card.
their debit card.
Where'd I leave that thing?
Not at the gas pump, or the checkout counter, or the roof of your car. Now, if he has the Chase mobile app, he can use Card Lock.
Wait, I could just lock my card.
Yep, just a few tippy taps on his phone, and that sound? That's peace of mind from Chase.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet, find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
DQ presents The Sound of Happy. Hear that? That's the DQ chicken strip basket. Only $7.49 for a limited time. We're talking 4 100% white meat seasoned chicken strips served with fries, Texas toast, and DQ's signature country gravy. Yeah, you heard that right. For crunch time in no time, it can only be the DQ chicken strip basket. Just $7.49 for a limited time. Get it delivered in the DQ app. Happy tastes good at participating locations.
With Robinhood, not only can you trade individual stocks and ETFs, you can also seamlessly buy and sell crypto at low costs. Trade all in one place. Get started now on Robinhood. Trading crypto involves significant risk. Crypto trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Crypto LLC. Robinhood Crypto is licensed to engage in virtual currency business activity by the New York State Department of Financial Services. Crypto held through Robinhood Crypto is not FDIC insured or SIPC protected. Investing involves risk, including loss of principal. Securities trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer.
Missouri sports fans, I got great news for you. Underdog is now available to play in your state, and you can go yard all baseball season long with Underdog's Champions Game. As we get ready to roll into the 4th of July holiday, the baseball action is heating up, and Underdog is a leading place to make all of your sports selections. To play, all you have to do is download the app and choose whether a player will go higher or lower on one of their stats. You can choose from things like home runs, total bases, and so much more. And once that entry feels good, you can play with as little as $1, and if you get everything right, you could win up to 1,000 times your money. Maybe it's time for Vinny Pasquantino to start heating up, and you love the over on his total bases this weekend. Download the Underdog app and sign up with promo code Bob to unlock a special offer of up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you make your first deposit with promo code Bob. Must be 18 and present in Missouri. Terms apply. See UnderdogFantasy.com/web/deposit-match-terms. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Here's traffic brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Kansas side in DeSoto, K10 westbound, still heavy approaching Lexington Avenue with an accident off to the right shoulder, but a lot to look at there, and things are still pretty heavy for the better part of a mile and through there. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Friday to all of you here on a wonderful August 1st. That's right. AUG season, baby.
It is.
Get those Leos ready, boys. Mac, are you outside the Leo circle?
Yeah, I'm a Virgo.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. I regularly get made fun of from Hannah.
Okay.
She's also born in August.
She's a Leo. She's a Leo. So her and I get along.
You're in August, and you're a Virgo in August.
You're a what? At 26 years old? 20 what?
26-year-old Virgo.
Oh man.
Yeah. My sister's a Libra. She's outside the Virgo.
She's outside. Okay.
I'm just inside the Aries by a day.
Here we go.
Typical Aries.
Yeah,
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I know, right?
You know, you always get that with like the what is it, the astronomers? They're like that are into it. Like what's the word I'm looking for? Which is this?
Like your
Zodiac.
Zodiac.
Yeah. Like I always go to people like, when's your birthday? I'm like August 7th. Like, oh, total Leo. I'm like.
Yeah, what does that mean? I got some people that are really into it. We can get Andrea in service on. She goes on with Ben Maller and talks about the astrology of the athletes. We've had her on a couple of times over the years. It's weird. It's bizarre. like when we had her analyze Patrick Mahomes and all that kind of stuff years ago and what the stars were going to see in him.
That's cool.
it is. It's different. It's unique, and we want to do it. It takes a long time for her to process all of this stuff and to kind of see the stars and to tell everybody what's going to happen. But I mean, she's got an answer for everything, right? It's interesting. You look at it and you try to see if you really relate to a lot of this kind of stuff, or you look at your horoscope, what could potentially happen in the next year, and all that kind. Nothing ever does.
So
it's just fun.
It's fun.
It's very fun.
Yeah.
What I'm always told about my sign of being a Leo, and you guys can either agree or disagree. Fire sign, craves attention, loud, life of the party.
Yep.
Yeah. See, like all those boxes get checked. I'm like, is that a bad thing? It's like, yeah, if you go to an introverted house. Like, hello.
Right. Yeah. Oh,
Who is he? I'm going to go back in my room.
Yeah, that'll be me. I'll go back in my room. I'll see you. The evening's over.
This guy can stay here. You guys, he's got it taken care of.
All right, I'm gone.
Unfortunately, we don't have TVs because Jay Blinkley has now broken both of them in the studio.
Right.
So we have text message. We have our people.
Right.
Thank you for our people on the text line 913-586-7965. We appreciate more than you know. This comes from the 816. Entire segment on SportsCenter this morning. Quote, Well, the Chargers win the AFC.
There it is. I told you. I mean, it didn't.
648.
It didn't take long for the Rubes to pop their heads up in Bristol and go, "Oh my God, did you see the Chargers played well? Oh yeah, let's talk about if they can beat the Chiefs now in the West. They're not even the second best team in the AFC West, let alone with the opportunity to go out there and beat the Chiefs. But you knew that was going to be the topic of conversation today. I am surprised they didn't wait till 9 o'clock for Stephen A. Smith and Mad Dog to start screaming at each other about it.
Yeah, what were they gonna say?
I have no idea. I don't watch the show.
Dang, you did it this morning, Bob.
I'm not your jester. I don't have a cord on the back and you pull it on there and I go, I know you are, but what am I? Like, I'm not Pee Wee Herman.
Fair enough.
Somebody poisoned the water hole. Somebody in the text line says Charger Dot's about to go off on the drive today.
But no, you can see these people screaming at each other today about how the Chargers have arrived. And they did it with a backup quarterback.
Yeah, there it is.
They had a backup quarterback go out there and shred the Lions. They are the best team in the AFC West. Dude, they didn't play their starter yesterday.
He doesn't know that.
Bob was so tuned into the game, he thought Justin Herbert didn't make the trip.
No, I didn't know. I meant play the game. I was like, no,
okay.
he didn't play the game
Gotcha.
But I'm not going to sit there and watch the preseason game. I got other things to do. And once the first, quarter and a half was done, I'm like, all right, peace out on this thing. And I'll probably do the same for the Chiefs. Pretty open about that. I'm not going to sit there and watch the entire
you'll watch
thing.
the first drive.
Exactly. Yeah. That's it. Let me see a little Josh Simmons. Oh, he left the game. I'm going about my day. Yeah. I mean, it's the way it is.
It's a week from today.
I don't need to see Bringing Stool. Is it a Saturday or a Friday game?
Well, I guess if it's 9th, then
Friday is the 9th because
I have no idea if they're playing Friday or Saturday.
No, Friday's the 8th, Saturday's the 9th, because Thursday's the 7th, because Thursday's Travis Kelce Day.
Right, that's right. So are they playing on the 8th or the 9th?
They're playing on the 9th.
They're on Saturday.
They play the 9th.
Is it like a 1 o'clock game or something
7
like
p.m.
Oh, it is a night game. I guess last year they played that like 1 o'clock Saturday afternoon game. So next Saturday, 7 p.m. by 7:15, Josh Simmons will be out of the game.
Well, Mac will watch the entire thing because Bradenstool will be somewhere in the third. He'll be in the second half.
Exactly
more
right.
random stats that are fun. I can do this all day.
Cool.
Larry Fitzgerald has more tackles than drop passes in his career.
I'm not surprised about that.
That one's crazy.
I'm not surprised about that.
So we move on to the NFL conversation because we can really ramp up the NFL conversation because the season has started whether you like it or not. How many teams have their coach and their quarterback rock solid?
Yeah, Bob Kraft, the owner of the Patriots, said, I've got my quarterback and coach. I'm confident that I've got both of these guys for the second go-around. Now, that's still to be debatable. We don't know about that. But it got me thinking, how many teams truly can say in the NFL they've got their head coach and quarterback?
I think there's more than 4.
I think I have 5 written down, and 1 has a question mark next to it.
Oh, I just saw there's 4 on the top that say Rams, Chiefs, Ravens, Pats.
I don't know that the Patriots have their guy at quarterback. I don't know the answer to that question. I can't answer that.
My maybes, which I think are actually they work. I've got San Francisco.
You think they've got their coach and quarterback? I think that's fair.
They better. They pay their quarterback and they have their coach. I think they're a combo. That's their team. Yeah. They are rock solid in those two guys. The Chargers for sure. Herbert and Harbaugh, that's rock solid, man. Like
I don't know if Harbaugh is going to be around that long, though.
Well, we'll see. I mean,
wears out his welcome, man.
I look at Vegas as well. They've got their quarterback. They've got their head coach, Pete Carroll.
I think those are more quick fixes than long-term solutions.
Okay. I mean, I guess I'm looking at it differently. I look at rock solid and long-term as two different things. Like rock solid, I mean, you look at that team, and you're like, who's their quarterback? Geno Smith. Who's their coach? Pete Carroll. Fine. Instead of being like Aiden O'Connell and like, you know what I mean? That to me is like liquidated. I look at the Bills, McDermott and Allen. I mean, we thought McDermott was going to get fired a couple years ago. He gets to the AFC Championship game again, has an MVP in Allen. I think they're just going to hold steady with that because it's like there's one thing we have to do, and that's beat the Chiefs. Now, eventually that will get you fired if you can't do it another year and another year after that. But I think they're rock solid. When you look at the Bills, you're like, who's their coach? Sean McDermott. Who's their quarterback? Reigning MVP Josh Allen. I also look at Detroit. Goff and Campbell are rock solid. I think those two guys are.
Yeah, see, I've got a completely different approach on this. I look at like long-term guys who are in place forever, and you know they're going to be there. Kansas City, obviously, they top the list, Number one on the list, and there's no debating anything like that. I've got Baltimore on my list. They're obviously they've got their head coach and their quarterback. They're wedded to them. I've got the Rams. Obviously with Matthew Stafford and where they sit right now.
But to your point, that's not long-term.
Yeah,
it's not, and that's where I was going to go with that. I'm not not sure how long-term that one is right now. So you could leave the Rams out of there. Philadelphia, I put a question mark next to. Like, I believe in Jalen Hurts. I believe that Nick Sirianni, guy's got 2 Super Bowls in 3 years. Can't take it away from him. I think they've got theirs, but I think there's obviously debate on that one. I mean, I see you smirking over there about Sirianni, but the man has led his team to 2 Super Bowls in 3 years.
Smirking about both.
Yeah, but any little quarterback and coach you like has not done that.
Fair.
And then finally, and this is probably going to, well, I mean.
Didn't have top 5 defense, top 5 O-line, top 5 receivers, top 5.
Every
top 3,
team that
top
wins
1.
the Super Bowl has top 5 offense and defense, or top 10 offense and defense. Go through it over the years. You have to have both sides of the ball. Ask the Chiefs in 2019.
Did they have a top 5 offense, though, when they went 11-6?
Who's that, the Chiefs? Yeah. I don't know if they did.
Not a chance.
No
chance.
They had no receivers.
Yeah, but go look at the numbers over the years from scoring offense and scoring defense. People talk about the Rams all the time. They had no defense, the 6th best defense in the NFL that year. And then Denver's got their coach and quarterback locked up long term.
That's for sure. Yeah.
I want to see a little more Bo Nix.
Yeah, I mean, either way, he's there for 3 more years.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what, Bo Nix is your starter for the next 3. So that's pretty solid.
Yeah, that's all. I just want to make sure that he's the guy. But
what about the Bucs? You think Bowles is there for a while?
That's the I question. A lot of these I question the coach more than I question the quarterback.
They gave him an extension.
Yeah, I'm not a Bulls guy. As far as a Super Bowl winning coach, I don't think he's that guy.
Packers on that list?
For me, they are.
LaFleur and Love?
I think LaFleur is definitely that.
I think Jordan Love took a big fall off a cliff last year. He's got a lot of work to do to get back into the good graces.
I would say he's got work. I don't know how much of it is, but he's got to throw the ball better this year, and that's a big part of your game.
He does. No, for sure. He's got to do better. The injury, I will always say that. The second half, he was injured. But
so you like LaFleur and Love, who've gone nowhere in the postseason, but you smirk at Philadelphia, who's been to 2 of the last 3 Super Bowls.
I didn't even make a smirking face, but I just don't.
You did, and you don't even know it. You know,
I don't think that either of them are long term. I don't think either of them are franchise. No, I don't.
Okay, I don't think either of those guys in Green Bay are that either.
Really?
Yeah. No. What have they done?
I don't. But that's most. None of these guys have done anything. To your point, and they made an NFC Championship game in their first season together. So that's what they've done.
And then they've taken major steps back. I don't think Jordan Love is very good. I think Jordan Love is a mid quarterback. Him and Caleb Williams can duke it out for the worst quarterback in that division.
And that would be my next thing. After this year, the Bears are on this list.
You mean the team that had a slow down practice for Caleb Williams?
Yeah, says the media hating guy. Yeah, give it in. Yeah. Walkthrough. It's called a walkthrough.
Yeah.
Is it? Did they say it was a walkthrough? Did the team say it was a walkthrough? Or did they slow it down? Or did they blow the whistle and they go, all right, dude, you can't figure this thing out, so we need to slow it down for you? Not a lot of good coming out about Caleb Williams.
I cannot wait for the season, Bob.
Not a lot of good. Not a lot of good coming out about Caleb Williams from camp. And those Bears reporters, they are ball washers. They are big time Bears fans that cover that team. And there's not a lot of good coming out about Caleb Williams. Those people were putting out good about Mitchell Trubisky because they wanted him to be good so bad. Bears reporters are not putting out good things about Caleb Williams. That's a sign to me.
Over or under 4,100 yards?
Under, that's a lot. But, I mean, I'm right there. I think he got 4,000. He got 3,500 last year.
I'm going to do it every time we wrap up the segment.
20 touchdowns.
Sammy Sosa had 3 consecutive 60 home run seasons, and he didn't win the home run title in any of those seasons.
Well, more guys took more steroids, I guess.
Did they? I mean, he turned pink.
I never saw anything like that.
Coming up on the other side, you haven't seen a left side like this on the Chiefs franchise for quite some time. We discuss on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Kansas City Sports. 96.5 The Fan.
FanDuel, because nothing says summer fun like adding excitement to the game while your friends are out there getting sunburned at the beach. Summer sports are calling your name. Baseball under the stadium lights, golf on pristine green fairways, soccer matches with world-class goals, and all the action-packed moments in between. You were going to spend all day following your favorite sports on your phone anyway. Might as well make it more thrilling with FanDuel. Open the app today to see the daily promotions, and new customers can bet just $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if your first bet wins. Open the FanDuel app today or visit FanDuel.com/Alex to get started. FanDuel is an official partner of 96.5 The Fan. 21 and present in Kansas. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. FanDuel is offering online sports wagering in Kansas under agreement with Kansas Star Casino, LLC. Gambling problem? Getting help is your best bet. Call 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghelp.com.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-390-1164. 800-390-1164. 800-390-1164.
Flooded bathroom? AC on the fritz? When things go wrong, you need reliable service fast. Call Hamilton Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Rooter and take $50 off any HVAC, plumbing, or electrical repair over $200. The pros at Hamilton are ready 7 days a week to fix the problem. Over 40 years experience, more than 8,000 five-star reviews, plus our exceptional service guarantee means you can trust Hamilton to bring comfort and calm back to your home. Visit callhamilton.com for details, terms, and conditions. License number 2025-11121.
Home title theft. It's on the rise and it's devastating if it happens to you. Listen to the alarming words of an actual home title thief.
I don't need to know your date of birth and social security number. All I have to do is go to public records, create a document, and file that document. And then I can borrow against the house or sell the house. You may have no clue until you find out that your house has been sold or till several loans or several banks are foreclosing on you.
For pennies a day, Home Title Lock puts a virtual barrier of protection around your home's title with 24/7 monitoring. The instant they detect any tampering, you'll get an alert. And that's bad news for home title thieves. So when's the last time you checked on the title to your home? Find out if you're already a victim with your free title scan and complete title report. $100 value free with sign up. Just go to HomeTitleLock.com and sign up in minutes. That's HomeTitleLock.com. HomeTitleLock.com.
Chiefs coverage on 96.5 The Fan is brought to you by Twin Peaks.
Tune in to exclusive Chiefs training camp coverage live from St. Joe on 96.5 The Fan. All access player and coach interviews that you can only hear on 96.5 The Fan. Chiefs training camp coverage is sponsored by Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Missouri side, you may see some slowdown 70 westbound past 40 highway. Earlier problem at the Blue Ridge cutoff looks to have cleared. Kansas side in DeSoto, K10 westbound, still a brief slowdown around Lexington Avenue. The accident has cleared from the shoulder. They're still out there in the medium. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Cody and Gold, live from St. Joe at Chiefs training camp all summer long with exclusive access and interviews with the reigning AFC champions. Right here on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan, KFNZ FM and AM HD1 and HD2, Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station.
Let me throw this wild stat at you, Dusty, all right? You ready for this one?
Yes, sir.
100 years ago today, the New York Giants were born. $500 they paid for the franchise.
Jeez.
It's now worth like
Wow.
$7.5 billion.
And now they have the greatest stadium in baseball.
It's a hell of a return on investment. What?
Yo, what that Boston guy, he bought it
What are
for...
you talking about? The New York Giants.
Now they're the San Francisco Giants.
The football Giants.
Oh, I didn't... I mean, that is true, though. The New York Giants are not the San Francisco Giants. You didn't really say a sport. And I figured $500 would have been for baseball, not football.
No.
100 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That's like 1925.
Yep. Good return on investment, I'd say.
Yeah, no, it is a good return on investment, right? Yeah, they sold their baseball cards hot, man.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
$500 for a football team? Sure. What the hell? Tim Mara, who founded the team, was a bookie. He turned his profits into a football team.
That'd have been a fun time to be a bookie.
How about that? The 1920s, right? Like
That's
with all that
amazing.
going on, with the.
I'd like to put 3 pennies on Babe Ruth did a home run.
I wonder how much they were, betting back in those days.
Pennies.
Like pences and things were probably involved. The 6 pence here and a hunk of tobacco there, and maybe a loaf of bread for because everybody was in the soup lines back then with the Depression. Like
a drink.
Like how much were people betting back in those days, right? Cases of beer and cigarettes and things and that kind of stuff. I would imagine. I don't know. Like $500 for a franchise, okay? $500 back in do the math real fast. How much is $500 for 1925 and where it is today? Because even today, even if you use today's numbers for that, it's still going to be a steal, to buy that franchise.
Now they're trying to sell the Giants for $500.
Well, they're trying to sell like 1 or 2%. 1 or 2%, I think, is what they looked at Eli Manning for like $10 or $20 million or something. He goes, I don't even have that kind of money or what it would cost to buy 1% of the franchise. But I mean, I always love that story. $500 they paid for the franchise. Like, wow, that was a lot back then. And now here we are, $7.5 billion later.
Yeah, seriously, it's the equivalent of $9,100.
That's it.
Yeah. $9,000. Here's
so
a team.
If somebody told you today you could buy an NFL team for $9,100, you'd find a way to get that $9,100 immediately, wouldn't you?
Go alone.
Yeah, I mean, $9,100.
Hey, Commerce, got an idea.
Yeah, I want to buy this NFL team. $9,100. Give me a loan. I'll pay 15% interest. I don't care.
I'd like to put 4 cigarettes on that Luke Gehrig guy. He's really good unless some sort of disease takes over. I'm joking. But yeah, no, that's definitely we're betting cigarettes and beer back in 1925.
And people are in suits at the game. They're like showing videos from back then.
That's
and people would show up in suits to baseball games and things like that. Like, could you imagine that Tuesday night when we were out at the ballpark, Dusty, wearing a suit to that event?
Absolutely not. I wore the lightest giveaway Hawaiian shirt, and it was soaked on my walk back to the car.
Oh, it was awful out there on Tuesday
Terrible. So the Kansas City Chiefs, they'll have a game a week from tomorrow, preseason game, numero uno, August 9th. But the left side, Josh Simmons, obviously sample size is small. It's practice. It's your own teammates. There's been times where maybe somebody got around him or somebody, showed him up. But what we've seen for the most part is that the guy seems to be, like Andy Reid says, ready for the challenge.
Yeah, I was talking to some folks close to the organization over the last day or so about, hey, give me what's really going on up there at training camp, and a lot is actually going on up there at training camp that maybe a lot of us aren't aware about. And one of those things is, the left side of that line. And the first response back was like, Simmons is really good. He's gotten beat a few times though, but that's okay. I mean, you're a rookie, right? Every play is not going to be perfect. Every play is not going to be the best. It is a learning process for him, but they love where he's at right now. And in fact, went so far to talk about the entire kind of left side of the line. Kingsley at left guard right now, they're like in love with Kingsley at left guard right now, like stunned how good he's playing at that left guard experience. And they say he looks awesome. And the quote that I got about kind of Kingsley and Josh Simmons on the left side, they said, quote, that's going to be a great left side for a long time. Imagine if Veach just dropped another Veach bomb out there and went out and solved the left side of the line by drafting Josh Simmons and taking last year's, second-round pick in Kingsley Suamataia and moving him down to guard and putting him at that guard position. And now you've got the left side of that line solidified, hopefully for the next decade, because Kingsley's only in year 2, right? And then Josh Simmons is in year 1. We're talking so much about how we found maybe that solution at left tackle going forward for the next 20 years. We may have also found that next solution at left guard. Creed Humphrey's already signed long-term. Trey Smith has already signed long-term. Now, all of a sudden, you've got to force him on that offensive line. We'll figure out right tackle here in a minute, but you've got to force him on that offensive line that's probably better than anybody else has. But to hear that quote about the left side of the line for years to come, they think they've solidified this thing. If Brett Veach has done that, he can just flip a cigarette into the air, create his Hall of Fame bust, and go to Canton because, he just built the left side of the line where it was nowhere near what it needed to be a year ago, and they just flipped the switch like that. A lot of excitement about that left side of the line.
What about the right side?
Well,
because there you got Juwan Taylor, right? Yeah, I was to say,
Juwan Taylor, from what I'm hearing, he's playing with an edge that he hasn't played with before. And that's good. And they're attributing that to Jalen Moore and the competition.
Because this is a contract year for Taylor?
Well, it is, but it's also competition. It's contract year plus competition. it's a contract year, but if you're not a starter, there ain't no contract year. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't getting paid, next offseason if you're not playing this year. And so they're saying by bringing in Jalen Moore, who they originally thought, was going to be the left tackle, and then the Josh Simmons move obviously happened. Jalen Moore's biggest attribute for this team may be a guy that just comes in and pushes everybody else. And he may never start. He may not be the guy. But if he makes Jawan Taylor better, and he makes Josh Simmons better, and he makes Kingsley better, and all these guys better just because of his presence, that's a big win for this organization. And so Jawan Taylor is playing at a level they haven't seen in quite some time. They're excited about that. They attribute it to the competition that Jalen Moore has brought in, but that's good for everybody. Sometimes we talk about, hey, there's no competition. Everything's good going into camp. There's no holes and all that kind of stuff. Every once in a while, you want to bring in competition. You want to bring in that right competition. And if you're looking at the offensive line, they needed some challenges. They needed some competition. And if Jalen Moore ends up not starting and becomes a swing guy that can play multiple positions on the line, you still win that signing, especially if Josh Simmons is playing, lights out, and Jawan Taylor's taking that next step too.
Yeah, most teams would dream of having a Swiss Army knife as their six-man O-line who can just come in and play left guard, right side. That's awesome. If he's making guys better and adding competition to this thing, sign me up, man.
Who do you think feels more pressure on their backside from Jalen Moore? Jawan Taylor or Kingsley?
Oh, Jawan Taylor.
Probably Taylor.
Yeah, I would think. Yeah, I would think so. I think that's an open competition. Yeah, from everything that I'm hearing, that's an open competition.
They're
on the
like
right
switching
side
reps.
of the line.
What I'm reading. And
it's crazy that in 1 week of camp, the highlight of camp that we were going into was left tackle, and now it may be right tackle.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Absolutely. And I mean that shows you how good Josh Simmons is. They're like, we're not even going to waste time over here trying to have somebody compete for this job. You're good to go. Okay, and then look the other way. Let's not talk about this ever again. Let's focus on the right side now. And not that Jawan Taylor was bad. Again, I am an apologist for Jawan Taylor. I think he's a good football player. But everybody can be better at their job, no matter what it is that you do. And you bring in a little bit of competition at that right tackle spot. Now, all of a sudden, Jawan Taylor's going, man, I thought I was going to just seamlessly be the right tackle this year. Probably thought I'd stay on the PUP list maybe a little bit longer, skip a couple of days at camp. All of a sudden, first day in pads, there's Jawan Taylor running down the field, right? Oh, where did Jawan Taylor come from? Oh, we got Jalen Moore in here for a little competition. And so now Jawan Taylor's feeling the heat. He's feeling the pressure.
And then somebody else who's really around the team on the text line texts in and makes a good point. Easy to have a good offensive line when they don't call holding and the Chiefs pay the refs.
I'm going to go find a dude wipe and go use the facilities.
No,
BDL stinky.
We got to 7-Eleven, Bob.
Yeah.
No, I'm excited about to see what this line can do because it's a trickle down effect, man. Like it's almost the same. You could have a parallel of like the defensive line, right? When the defensive line is there creating pressure and getting to that quarterback, it makes the linebackers react easier. It makes the secondary react easier. You go to the offensive line. If there's protection on the left side, Mahomes has no worry about his blind side. If there's protection on the right side, he's got a little bit more time to kind of figure out if he wants to move out of the pocket or stay there. That then helps the receivers get open longer. That hurts the defense trying to cover longer. And then all of a sudden you have a really bad problem, and that is Mahomes getting time to throw the ball to what could be a very, very elite receiver.
Yeah, let's get into the receivers coming up because there's a lot of conversation to have about the receivers. I don't think we understand what truly is going on up there with the receivers.
But before we do that, here's another stat. On September 12, 2004, Jerome Bettis had 5 rushing attempts for 1 yard and 3 touchdowns.
I remember that game.
That's awesome.
He averaged 0.20 yards an attempt. Coming up, that receiver talk that Bob promised here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Hey, it's Vinny Pasquantino, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys, I want you to listen up because I'm going to tell you about something very, very important that's going to help you feel better, and it's my friends over at Heartland Men's Health because as we know, summertime is here. We're getting ready to head into those fall months, but you know what? You want to feel good, right? You want to feel like you're in a good mood and things are going to be going your direction, but sometimes erectile dysfunction can ruin all of that. if intimacy feels stressful because of performance issues, guess what? You're not alone. And more importantly, there is help. And that's where my friends over at Heartland Men's Health come in. You've got to go and call these guys if you're thinking about it right now. Don't wait any longer. Make that call today, because at Heartland Men's Health, they have treatments that work with success rates well over 90%. And some treatments can even have you last an hour or more. So what I want you to do now is schedule a consult with Heartland Men's Health. Do it today. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes a medical consult with a licensed medical provider, a T and PSA test, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Plus, they have 3 locations to serve you: Overland Park, Independence between Blue Springs and Lee Summit, and their new office in North Kansas City. So call them today, 844-447-6600, or visit heartlandmenshealth.com.
Having unexpected car trouble or just in a car accident? You need Jay's Southland Tow Service. They have over 20 years of experience servicing the KC Metro. They specialize in light, medium, and heavy duty, as well as commercial transport and construction equipment. Keep this number handy, 816-779-4869 or southlandtow.com. Use the tow service trusted by most local police departments, Jay's Southland Tow Service. There's nothing they can't do, so be in the know and use Jay's Southland Tow.
DQ presents the sound of happy. Hear that? That's the DQ chicken strip basket. Only $7.49 for a limited time. We're talking 4 100% white meat seasoned chicken strips served with fries, Texas toast, and DQ's signature country gravy. Yeah, you heard that right. For crunch time and no time, it can only be the DQ chicken strip basket. Just $7.49 for a limited time. Get it delivered in the DQ app. Happy tastes good at participating locations.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Paul's new drone startup just lost its most genius computer scientist.
We just lost our best genius to some new genius who's got a genius new idea. I'm going to have to find a new genius, or 2 half geniuses, and fast.
He needs a computer scientist that can keep his startup from falling down.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
When you've got real work to do, Metal Supermarkets will help you get it done fast. We've got a huge variety of metals in stock, and we cut to size fast. Bottom line, we get it done fast, so you get it done fast. Doesn't get easier than that. Metal Supermarkets, the convenience stores for metal. Find a store or buy online at metalsupermarkets.com.
Hey, hello. Listen to my voice talking to you about the new Old Spice NFL collection at Walmart. Now listen to my smell. I smell like NFL stars Jared Goff, CeeDee Lamb, Saquon Barkley, CJ Stroud, and George Kittle. I smell like greatness. Why? Because I'm wearing Old Spice's new NFL collection. How can you put the greatness of the NFL into a smell, you ask? You can't. But Old Spice can. And they did. Smell like Suntal and Speed, Driftwood and Drive, Sea Ties and Toughness with the Old Spice NFL collection available at Walmart. Smell like the greatest smell in the NFL with Old Spice.
When businesses thrive, communities score. That's why Bank of America is the official bank of FIFA World Cup here in Kansas City. And our more than 30 local business specialists are ready to help your business win. What would you like the power to do? Learn more at bankofamerica.com/local business. Bank of America, official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America Corporation, all rights reserved.
GiveMeTheVIN.com is already the best place to sell your car. And now it's even better with the GiveMeTheVIN.com Big Cash Giveaway. Give Me The VIN is giving away $25,000 in cash every month. Sell us your car to increase your odds of winning big cash. No purchase necessary. For official rules, go to GiveMeTheVIN.com.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the Mission Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling Studios. Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Heading into town from Kearney, 35 southbound slows past 19th Street with an accident that's off to the shoulder. Just a brief slow spot, then things move well. And otherwise, things moving at posted speeds are better all around the metro. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
From the 913, the refs are washed.
The refs are washed. I agree.
From the 785.
You saw Bill Vinovich last night. He's no spring chicken.
From the 785, anyone who keeps up with this Chiefs pay the refs nonsense is a dude wipe.
That is good. You get the day.
I love it, man, because those refs, man, they really do.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the dude wipes because those are game changers. Oh, the refs. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, they really do give a lot of calls to the Chiefs.
All the time. Did you see how many they gave the Chiefs last night?
Yeah.
It was insane.
They gave him Trey Lance. Good luck stopping that.
Yeah.
Good luck stopping us for a good time because you can join 96.5 The Fan live at Hollywood Casino on Friday, August 8th. That's next week today. Cody and Gold plus The Drive will be broadcasting live from the sportsbook inside Hollywood Casino. We'll be registering fans to win a signed Charles Minihue football plus a pair of tickets to see the Chiefs and the Colts. Be sure to follow Hollywood Casino on Facebook, Instagram, and X and enter their giveaway on August 7th for a chance to win $100 pin cash on August 8th every hour from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Bob, how many of those wide receivers are going to be playing in that Colts game?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Thank you.
I don't know how many of these wide receivers are going to be playing at a consistent level all season long. And that's the crazy thing. There's excitement for the wide receivers, and there's also very much consternation for the wide receivers right now. Did you guys know that Hollywood Brown is out with an ankle injury? I mean, this injury right now.
Yep.
Did you know that Xavier Worthy was in the concussion tent with a concussion? And he's still in the protocol.
Yeah, he had that catch where he stretched out, came down, felt a little shaky. They don't have the medical staff that you have in a regular season game.
Right.
They have your normal, not a shot at the health people on the Chiefs roster, but they don't have the
independent
technology
guy
as well where they can be like, all right, concussed.
Yeah, but I think you can pretty much tell these days if somebody's concussed. So Xavier Worthy's in the concussion protocol. Hollywood Brown has an ankle injury, and we're looking at a suspension for Rashee Rice. Tell me if
the
you've
Royals
heard this.
pitching staff?
That's exactly right. Let me tell you, have you heard this song? Right? I'm not creating something new here. It feels like we've been here all over again. And somebody that I was talking to yesterday is like, can we just get our guys healthy and play with this wide receiver core just for one time? Because Pat deserves this, and that's really where it was. Like Pat's in a really good spot right now. From the people I was talking to, headspace is great, body's great, everything is fantastic. He's playing awesome. Like they are over the moon excited about where Patrick Mahomes is right now. However, they're like, can we just get these wide receivers to stay healthy for Patrick Mahomes? Because he deserves it right now. And he really does deserve it right now. This is a guy who finally deserves to have his full complement of weapons around him. And that's the scary part of guys going into this season again, is not just the suspension with Rashee Rice, but now your other two guys are already banged up. And, and I say this, and I'm sure there are people out there that aren't Chiefs fans that are doing the hard eye roll at this when I say Patrick deserves this. But he does deserve this, man. He's worked so hard and has done so much for this organization. He deserves to have these healthy wide receivers. And I know there's nothing that we could do to control that because these guys are getting banged up and injured. But that's kind of where the franchise is right now. They're just looking around going, our guy deserves this, man. At the end of the day, it's not fair. And I don't like using the fair thing, but it's true. It's like Pat's had to go through so much and do so much as the quarterback of this team because everybody else wasn't living up to their end of the bargain, and he's still leading them to Super Bowls. Can we make his job easier, ladies and gentlemen? Stay healthy, wide receivers. Now, while there is that kind of question mark, there is excitement. Jalen Royals, love the guy. Woo. They absolutely love the guy right now. Juju Smith-Schuster, I was told yesterday, is the best they've ever seen him look.
Oh, boy.
Wow. Like that's unbelievable. At that age, right?
Damn.
The best that they've seen him look, which is crazy to me. I didn't really think much that Juju was going to contribute this year and be a player. But again, if we got guys with ankle injuries and concussion injuries and suspensions and all this kind of stuff, it's going to take a village. And then there's this Ty Thornton that they're kind of in love with right now. They kind of like what he's doing right now. They love him. He's fast. He's smart, running great, kind of routes. Maybe that's a guy that sneaks onto the roster some way, somehow, or maybe hangs on with the practice squad. However, that's kind of a name to watch of what's going on out there. But the moral of the story is, guys, I mean, we got to get these dudes healthy. We got to protect these guys. And if I'm Andy Reid at this point in time, I don't know how many wide receivers are necessarily playing in the preseason this year. And I know you've got to get all of that kind of stuff worked out and the timing and all that kind of stuff. But is that worth it to risk injury to these guys in the preseason? I don't know what the answer is. And then the comeback is you can't play with fear of injury either,
So
yeah, that creates more. Yeah.
I will say this as well. The concussion I'm not worried about. That's Xavier Worthy's first concussion he's ever had. I believe he did not have one in college that I know of. I know he hasn't had one in the pros because he didn't have one last year. Hollywood Brown, it's an ankle. I understand your concerns, and it's also
Hollywood Brown.
It's August 1st, which is funny that you say that because Hollywood Brown really hasn't missed as much time as people think that he has.
No, he hasn't.
He missed that season last year.
Right.
That was one of the longest. That was the longest he's ever been out. There was that. It's kind of like the TJ Watt thing. Oh, he's always hurt. No, he's not.
Right.
Like
it's perception. How perception becomes reality.
Yes,
Hollywood Brown being injured is the perception that everybody has, and then reality is, he was last year.
So I wouldn't be worried about that because it's an ankle. It's early. You still have 4.5 weeks until the NFL season starts. At least it's happening now. As for preseason, we know how that goes. They're going to play one drive on August 9th. They'll play half of the first quarter on the next game after that, August 16th or 15th, whenever they play that next game.
Yep.
And then the last game they will not play, and then they'll have a week off, and the season will start.
Right.
Yes, it's annoying when it happens all in one day, because I believe it did happen all in one day.
Yeah.
And it's two of your biggest names. Yes, that's tough. But I think that you have to live in this world of, they're put them in a bubble. I don't think that's the case. I just think it's, back to the season, back to the field. You've been down to St. Joe. You know how that field is. Every day after practice, you'll see this Mac on Saturday. There'll be a guy out there fixing divots because they don't want these sort of things to happen. So, yeah, it's interesting to see that it happened early, but concussions are going to happen to everybody. That's just the way that the NFL is. We know that. And ankles are ankles. And at least it's not a ligament. At least it's not a knee. It's not a collarbone. But yeah, I mean, that's why I said yesterday when we look at this team, are they going to keep 6 receivers? This is why, right? You have to have depth at position. It's nice to hear that Juju's in the best shape of his life. I really need that British lady to come back.
Yeah.
And then, you still have Kelce still there, right?
Yeah.
And you got these guys,
and you got running backs too. That's the other thing. I mean, they love what Pacheco's doing right now. Looks great. Kareem Hunt's doing his thing, and wide open competition for that number 3 running back. So they've got some guys competing for that number 3 running back. That thing is wide open. But I think, look, I think we're all. I don't want to use the term creatures of habit, but we're all we all learn from experiences, right? We all kind of have PTSD when it comes to sports, and we see wide receiver injuries, and we automatically think about what the last 2 years have been like for Patrick Mahomes and how awful it has been from a wide receiver position. And so I think we're all on edge for that, right? It's like if you're a wounded person or something and you see these telltale signs, you kind of, put your dukes up and whatnot. And I think that's kind of where the Chiefs are right now as a coaching staff, as an organization, is like they've got their dukes up with this wide receiver position because they've been trying to get this thing right for the last couple of years. And every year something happens, whether it be an injury, whether it be an injury by your own player, whether it be a suspension, whether it be Kadropius. Like there have been so many things that have gotten in the way of this wide receiver core being reliable and legit that I think a lot of guys up there right now in St. Joe around the team probably do have PTSD with this wide receiver core. And I would imagine a lot of us as fans have that PTSD with the wide receiver core again. Here we go again with the wide receivers being a topic of conversation because of injury. It's just something we don't want to talk about, but here we are for what seems like the 3rd or 4th year in a row. We're now having these conversations.
Yeah. We will get back into the Royals trade deadline a little bit later on. But, I mean, I think it is interesting when you look at what the running back room is, obviously with Hunt and Pacheco and Elijah Mitchell or the kid from Powell.
Rashard Smith.
Rashard Smith. I'm interested to see what they do with that. I really am. And it always intrigues me every year because, I've always said the line, Klinger will say you can talk to your blue in the face. They're never going to run the football. Don't worry about it, Dusty. I've done this for my whole life. They never run the football. It's Andy Reid's offense. But I do want to know, if the left side is protected and the right side is your question, now we're going to see which side the running back sits on and how you can pivot with these guys where you can run these little chip routes with the running backs. And that's how Mahomes throws the ball behind the line of scrimmage. Whereas years past, there was no protection. You had to throw the ball to your playmakers quickly so then they could go do something and give your line off a little bit of a head start. Whereas now you might have protection, and now you can really utilize your running backs in a more delayed role. And I mean, if you do have receivers hurt, and you talk about how you can bring everybody together, if your receivers are, not healthy, or you don't have this option, and where you might take Rashee Rice and do like a little 5-yard out, you don't have that. Now you have Kareem Hunt or Isaiah Pacheco where they sit there, chip block, move out, and all of a sudden that 5-yard out turns into like 15, 20 yards.
Yeah, a little dump-off type of screen pass or something like that you like to see to the running backs that seemingly works in this offense. The running backs in this offense really aren't here to run the football. They're here to catch the ball out of the backfield and block. That's kind of their role, and that's okay. That's kind of what it works for in this offense right now. I don't know who I'd rather see make the team, Elijah Mitchell or Brashard Smith. They spent the money on Elijah Mitchell, so obviously they like him. They went out and identified him in free agency and signed him to a decent enough contract. But they also drafted Brashard Smith in the 7th round. And we saw the last time they drafted a 7th-round running back. But this kid's coming out of SMU and has done some really nice things in college. And so I think it's going to be a good battle to see who's going to be that number 3 guy. Good news, bad news, depending on how you want to view it. Nobody's advanced. There's no leader in the clubhouse right now for that number 3 running back. So that's good news, bad news, depending on how you want to view it. But look, I've always thought in this day and age in the NFL, the fullback is a wasted position and a wasted spot on this roster. Andy likes the fullback. I don't feel the need to keep Carson the Animal Steele on this team if you've got 4 good running backs that you can rely on. I'd rather keep, in my opinion, Elijah Mitchell. I know this is nerd stuff, and Mac likes it a lot, but I'd rather keep Elijah Mitchell and Brashard Smith on this team than have the alligator hunter guy out there. Like, that guy does nothing for me, and so I think that's a wasted roster spot, in my opinion. Now, I know Andy loves the fullback and guys that like alligators, so he may end up on the team. But I think if you're deciding,
practice squad.
Maybe, but I would. I don't have any use for that
Kareem Hunt
guy.
can do everything Carson Steele can do.
Yeah, it really can. I just
keep Carson Steele in your practice squad, so when Kareem Hunt or Isaiah Pacheco has a hiccup or gets injured, he comes in and plays.
And you got 16 guys on your practice squad right now. I mean, so you can keep whoever the hell you want on that thing, which is great. But I think like opening day, I want guys that got speed. I want guys that are weapons. I want everybody on the field as a weapon to be able to take the ball and go 80 yards for a touchdown. And I don't think Carson Steele provides you that. I think he slogs down the offense more than he makes it move forward. I think Elijah Mitchell and especially Brashard Smith, as we've seen the highlights from SMU, those guys can take the ball and go 80 yards for a touchdown. That's what this team needs. Weapons.
Mac, are you ready?
Yeah.
Do it.
One word.
First name is blank, and he goes on a cruise. He goes on a Caribbean cruise.
Katie Holmes.
No. Ah!
Are you listening?
What's your least favorite thing about working with yourself?
Body odor. You get one word.
On the count of 3, name your favorite dinosaur. 1, 2, 3. Velociraptor.
This is one word on Fescoe and Dusty.
Also, for those worried about Xavier Worthy being injured the whole year, played every game of college in his 3 years at Texas, and played every game last year when he was asked to be the wide receiver one at $165. This is not an injury-prone small guy.
Concussion of all.
Why are we worried about him playing?
He's a small guy. People are like, this is just every other week now. It's gonna be. He's never been hurt in his career. He's a healthy guy. It's gonna be fine.
I'm not concerned about it, but that's what's going on. We're just reporting the news of the day. This is the news from home.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you're doing your job.
Did you know that Hollywood Brown and Juju Smith-Schuster are the same age?
It's insane.
Are they really? That's cool.
Yeah.
Did you know Mike Yastrzemski was 34 years old and was the same age as Salvi?
Perfect segue, Bob. One word. The Royals made some moves yesterday. I want to talk more about the trade deadline and get your thoughts, but just one word on the Royals trade deadline as a whole.
Better. They got better as an organization yesterday. We asked for a starting pitcher. They went and got 3.
Dude, amazing.
We asked for a bat. They went and got a bat. Obviously, I'm sure a lot of people aren't excited. You know, Mike Yastrzemski, a .230 hitter at 34 years old.
Mike Wazowski.
But he's better than anything we've had in the outfield all year. So that's an upgrade there. There weren't a lot of bats that moved yesterday either. So you went and got a major league bat, and you got 3 pitchers. You're better today than you were yesterday.
Yeah, off the top of your head, do you know the best bat that moved? I'm going to go look.
I know.
Yeah,
Okay.
Eugenio Suarez.
Oh, Suarez, yeah, yeah.
The Arizona guy that went to Seattle. That's probably your best bat that moved yesterday.
Yeah,
gotcha.
And he used to be a Mariner, so he's kind of going home too.
The one word I'll use is control. 3 reasons why. you didn't give up anything to gain control over pitching for the next 2 to 3 years. I'm not calling Freddie for me nothing. I'm just saying that
he was a backup
catcher. Okay, like
on a team that has like 5.
Right. So there's that in perspective. You control your destiny for this year and next year by adding pieces that you were missing. You were missing 3 pitchers. You gained 3 pitchers.
All who are under team control forever.
That's right. And not only that, you have an owner that's not only telling your fan base that he's all in and wants his team to win, he told that freaking team yesterday, I'm going to add. You see, we're going to build this clubhouse. We're going to build this team. We're going to give you the reinforcements. We're going to put this team on the map, and we're going to keep going forward. You're 3.5 out of a wild card spot. You can jump these 2 teams. Now, you do have a very, very tough gauntlet of a road series. You will be playing the Red Sox, the Toronto Blue Jays, and another team I've just drawn a blank on. But that owner, John Sherman, has told
Washington,
the fan base, and they come home. They come here.
Minnesota?
Minnesota. Okay, well, that's easy.
Great.
Because they don't even
Name
have
a twin. Just one.
Byron
Not Buxton. Not Buxton. Name a twin.
Joe Kelly.
He didn't get moved yesterday?
No. I don't think so. Because Harrison Bader did. I would have loved to seen Harrison Bader here, but again, control would be my one word yesterday for this Royals team, because now you have an owner that's controlling the narrative of wanting to be a winner in the city and that clubhouse. You have players on this team now that you have control of, and now you can control that trade deadline yesterday. You did a very good job. I give the Royals an A.
Yeah, very nice job by the Royals yesterday. I think if you're waking up this morning and you're disappointed, you're just a miserable person, because that's you as your personality, and I hate to put it that way. There's no reason to be upset. Even a lot of the naysayers on X, formerly Twitter, did the Zit Doctor weigh in on this? Do we know what he had to say? But I think for the most part, you're waking up, you're feeling good about this team and what they did yesterday. 3 controllable starters. You're going into next season now with allegedly 8 starting pitchers. You know what that means this offseason? Trade! And that's where you get your bat this offseason to put in that lineup.
Another thing, too, is the 3 pitchers you gained, if one of them pans out to be a good starter, you still win the trade, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not worried about losing Freddie Fermin. He's an afterthought, man. And I hate to burst a lot of people's bubbles on this one. He's an afterthought. Stop holding on to random average dudes. We move on from them. We get better. You use those guys as trade chips. And so I love everything that they did yesterday. I'm excited about it. I think the biggest bat to move yesterday, though, probably Correa. I mean, that was the biggest trade of the day yesterday, where he's going back to Houston to now play third base. And that was a hell of a move by the Astros yesterday. Them and the Mariners going back and forth yesterday, move for move for move. That was a lot of fun. And then the Rangers are like, hold my beer. We're going to get involved in this as well. I mean, you're going to have 3 teams probably from the West now make it into the playoffs, 3 teams from the East make it into the playoffs, and most likely just your central winner is going to make it into the playoffs. I mean, a lot of teams got stacked up yesterday, but the Royals have put themselves in a very nice position for the final 2 months of the year. They got better today, but more importantly, they got better for the future, too.
Carlos Correa on the year, 267 average, 7 home runs, 31 RBI, 90 hits.
O'Hearn was dealt yesterday as well.
Yeah.
Another bat, Josh Naylor, dealt yesterday.
Yeah, you're talking about a lot of moves, very busy. It's what we like in sports, as you mentioned yesterday, Bob. One word on the trade deadline.
Fun. And my wife was like, all right, you ready to go get something to eat? I'm like, after 5 o'clock. We're not going anywhere. We're not leaving this house until after 5 o'clock. There's a lot that's going to take place and go on.
And it did go up until the buzzer. It really did.
And afterwards, the Yastrzemski one came, 20 minutes after 5. Obviously it was in before that. We're just got to get the paperwork. But, that was kind of a surprise when later you opened up. Actually, we got Yastrzemski. Cool. All right. Got better in the outfield.
Yeah, yesterday was electric. It makes that day fun. It makes that day kind of like give you something to look forward to. If you do love the sport of baseball, you can kind of get through your day with it. Like, oh, wow, did you see this guy move? And I mean, some of the names aren't really that big, but it's like, oh, you can see by what teams are doing to see what they want or what they believe in, right? Like, you look at the Cardinals, sellers. You look at the Twins, sellers. You look at San Diego, buyers. And yesterday was a very, very, very big sellers market.
Yeah.
People were selling, and, the big teams that wanted to get players, they went and got them. And some didn't that were on that pivotal thing. So it's interesting to see when you look at, who did what, but that's what makes it electric. Like, people look at the Royals players, like, nobody's heard of these guys. Well, let's watch this season and see how these guys' roles kind of like take off when they play the rest of the season, starting in Toronto tonight.
Look, I like the Brady Falter move a lot. He's a left-handed pitcher. Yeah. He's got a sub-4 ERA. He's controllable through the 2029 season. That's a starter in your rotation. That's a replacement for Bubic. And now if you're the Royals, you can trade Chris Bubic this offseason and be just fine doing so. You've backloaded at that spot. You've given yourself the position of depth that you had starting pitching. You've made it even stronger. And now you can deal from a position of strength to make your outfield better, because we need outfield here in Kansas City in a big way. Cedric Mullins would have been a nice add, but more of a rental. He wasn't a long-term solution. Didn't miss out on him. You said Harrison Bader. I'm not a nice player, but I'm not going to lose sleep if we didn't get Harrison Bader. There wasn't that bat that truly moved yesterday where you went, man, that's the guy we should have gotten. And I think that was the writing on the wall. That's why they went out and made all the moves for the pitchers, and they'll address the outfield situation and the bat this offseason, because now they have the ability. They got an owner that's going to spend, and they got pitching that they can deal, and pitching will always be the currency of Major League Baseball. You can always get what you want if you're able to trade pitching.
And you could never have enough of it.
Yeah, they made their team better for 2026 as well.
Oh, huge, yeah.
In the football world, Terry McLaurin requested a trade. Over the past 2 years, at least 3 wide receivers have requested trades. T. Higgins, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk. None were traded in the year in which they made that request. McLaurin is now the latest wide receiver to seek a trade. One word there for Terry.
Jealous. And the reason is everybody in life wants to be in the position of Terry McLaurin.
Okay.
The Commanders need him more than he needs them. He's in a great spot to get a good contract. Or to get traded and get a good contract. Like, he's controlling the cards, man. It's not a lot of times as the employee you get to control management. He's doing that right now. God love him.
That must feel good.
Yeah, awesome, man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Typical, right? This is the 3rd straight year in a row we've seen this sort of thing happen, or at least like the 2nd year in a row. This is typical for these type of guys. 13 touchdowns last year, 1,000 yards, and 82 receptions is pretty good numbers for a guy. But he wants wide receiver money. Are those numbers wide receiver ones? I don't know. Depends on where you look at it, target-wise, catch-wise. You'd like to see a little bit more, but look, it's smart for him, man. If he knows what he's got at quarterback, he knows he has that team, he knows his value, why not just sit it out, demand more money, and just do the art of the deal right there, man? Here's what I want. Here's what I expect. And if you don't want to give me that, then I'm just going to request a trade. All right, we're not going to trade you. Because if you look at the odds, it's still like minus like 300 that he stays in. 250 in Washington.
Because whoever the receiving party is going to have to pay him, and he's 30 years old almost now too. So
that's their big contention, the age.
Yeah, but you know what? He fits in Washington because you got a second-year quarterback. You're going to take his most reliable target away from him. Is he ready for that yet?
And we talked about his leverage just because of the team, but also you look at Denver now. Denver in the same situation, young quarterback. They just paid Cortland Sutton 29, about to turn 30, a lot of money. So Terry McLaurin's going, I'm better than Cortland Sutton. We're in the same situation. Pay me more than him.
Yeah, and I'm sure Commode fans are sitting around going, man, this is a terrible time to hold out. Well, I'll say, no, it's not. It's actually the best time to hold out.
Yes.
It's not going to get anything done in April. I'm not going to show up to weightlifting. Okay, fine, whatever.
Whoop-de-doo.
Oh, you're at training camp, and now you're taking a step back and holding out? Uh-oh, we got to get something done here.
That was the trade deadline yesterday. We do the out-of-left-field question next, but I give you the question before the break. What's something that you always take to the deadline, or as we say, wait till the last minute to do? That's the out-of-left-field question here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
BBL Stinky.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your new home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Do you have $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is letting everyone know about great debt relief options now available to help people with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of your credit card debt. Get a free debt relief consultation when you call 800-586-4040. 800-586-4040. 800-586-4040.
Allstate knows your home means everything to you, and you'll do anything to protect it. But not just with any protection. You want insurance that'll be there for you and your family when you need it most. And that's what Allstate's been doing for over 60 years. So check Allstate first for home insurance you can rely on. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Coverage subject to terms, qualifications, and availability. Allstate Vehicle and Property Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Introducing the new Dell AI PC, powered by the Intel Core Ultra processor. It helps do your busy work for you, so you can fast forward through editing images, designing presentations, generating code, debugging code, summarizing meeting notes, finding files, managing your schedule, responding to Jim's long emails, leaving all the time in the world for the things you actually want to do. No offense, Jim. Get a new Dell AI PC starting at $699.99 at Dell.com/AI-PC. How those ahead stay ahead.
When you've got real work to do, Metal Supermarkets will help you get it done fast. We've got a huge variety of metals in stock, and we cut to size fast. Bottom line, we get it done fast, so you get it done fast. Doesn't get easier than that. Metal Supermarkets, the convenience stores for metal. Find a store or buy online at metalsupermarkets.com.
Hey, hello. Listen to my voice talking to you about the new Old Spice NFL collection at Walmart. Now listen to my smell. I smell like NFL stars Jared Goff, CeeDee Lamb, Saquon Barkley, CJ Stroud, and George Kittle. I smell like greatness. Why? Because I'm wearing Old Spice's new NFL collection. How can you put the greatness of the NFL into a smell, you ask? You can't. But Old Spice can, and they did. Smell like Suntal and Speed, Driftwood and Drive, Sea Ties and Toughness with the Old Spice NFL collection available at Walmart. Smell like the greatest smell in the NFL with Old Spice.
Need to sell your house in Kansas City but not sure where to start? Selling a home can feel overwhelming, especially if you're facing foreclosure, a divorce, an inherited property you don't want, or just need to move quickly. But you don't have to figure it out alone. Rex Buys KC is here to help. As a local home buyer, I understand the Kansas City market inside and out. My family and I live right here, so I know the neighborhoods, the trends, and the challenges homeowners face. That's why I take a consultative approach, helping you explore your options and find the best path forward. We buy houses in any condition, no need for repairs, no agent commissions, and no hidden fees. You'll receive a fair cash offer with a closing timeline that works for you. Whether that's in as little as 7 days or at your own pace, just a simple, hassle-free process designed around your needs. If you're ready to talk through your options, call me today at 816-330-6000 or visit rexbuyskc.com. Let's find the right solution for you. Rex Buys KC. Local, fair, and focused on you.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Missouri side, 35 southbound out of Kearney. Heavy for maybe 3/4 of a mile, approaching an accident that at one point was off to the right shoulder. I think police have blocked the right lane to clean that up. Heading towards downtown, 29 southbound sluggish from 16th Avenue to the Bond Bridge. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Back in on a Friday here on Fescoe and Dusty, 96.5 The Fan. Bob Fescoe, Mac Morey, Dusty Liggins, all with you for an hour, well, 2 more hours and 14 minutes. You guys got big plans this weekend?
I'm going to go to my friend's pool today, so by noontime I'll be floating.
Hopefully it's heated.
Yeah, I know. It got cold all of a sudden, right? And then, no, not much. We were supposed to do some stuff yesterday, or tomorrow, but that got changed. So I got a weekend for the first time in a while.
Slate.
It's kind of wide open.
Nice.
Yeah.
No soccer, no cheerleading,
nothing.
But
this is it. I mean, this is the last one. Everything goes in full effect beginning kind of next week. Yeah.
Mac, you're doing, whippets today after? I'm kidding. You...
In the parking lot. Yeah, man.
See you guys. No, we got a fun Saturday tomorrow.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Over at St. Joe. He loved it.
I did. It's great.
Yeah, we're at St. Joe tomorrow. You and me, 9 to noon, and then just me solo Sunday, 9 to 11:30.
Oh, you got to call Binkley to be on that show on
we'll talk
on
to Binkley
Sunday.
for a little bit on
you
Sunday.
should. He knows football, man. A good one to have on. Good guest for you, and you can play his theme song as well. BBL Stinky. Oh, come on, that doesn't apply to Jay Binkley.
But yeah, it's fun weekend. Tomorrow will be fun. Hopefully, you get to see Neil Jones steal people's golf carts.
Is he still a thing?
Come on, oh yeah. But before we do that, we get to
breaking news from the NFL.
What do you got?
Baker Mayfield, day-to-day, hand contusion.
Come on.
Oh, okay.
Wow, okay.
You scared me there.
That's just preseason. Hollywood Brown, ankle is sore.
Tom Pelissero of NFL Media reports suffered a contusion on his throwing hand.
Oh, that's just a fancy word for a bruise.
That's right.
Also, John Harbaugh says Lamar Jackson is one of the best passers the NFL has ever seen.
Cool. Let's have some fun with the out of left field question. I asked you this before. We'll do it again. What's always something that you take to the deadline or you wait till the last minute to do?
Everything. I mean,
Mac?
paying bills probably. I never pay a bill on time. Taxes, never pay those things until
So
it's
you're
the
in the
deadline.
same boat as me. You don't have the automated bill pay.
Well, no, we do, but we don't set it up to pay early or anything like that. My wife takes care of a lot of those bills. I take care of some other bills, but I don't pay them until...
Because a lot of people have their cell phone bill, like their Evergy bill, their Comcast or Spectrum, whatever it may be. It's like every month, it's like the 3rd it comes out, right?
That's what I do. Yep.
That's how you have it, so you just don't forget it?
Yeah, so
it
it's just I
is.
don't. Set it, forget it.
Yeah,
Yep.
most of it's on auto pay, but there's some stuff that's not that I just wait to the last minute to do. But like if you owe on your taxes, I'm not paying that before April 15th.
No, I get that. I get that. Yep.
Car tags, you kind of wait to the last minute to take care of that. You get to the end of the month, you're like, oh, I better pay this thing. And
Well, then you
whatnot.
find out there's like a week grace period.
But also, too, how many people drive around with no license plates now anymore? I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, I see it all the time with people with no license plates. Why aren't those people getting pulled over?
Well, they're cracking down on the expired dealership tags where it's like, you need to get these renewed. The paper thing doesn't last as long anymore.
Yeah, but a lot of people are putting like the American flag or a Chiefs logo or stuff like that in their back license plate instead of an actual license plate. Like, just the hell with it.
I saw a license plate the other day. I thought it was going to be a hot lady. The back of the license plate just said, me, yow. So I drove past to see it.
Catwoman, wasn't it?
It was
Yeah.
like 70-year-old lady.
Beverly. Yeah, I can see
hell
Beverly.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, I bet this chick's nice. And then rolled out. I was like, oh, me, no.
Wow. How you doing, Bev?
Mac, you have something you put off to the last minute or wait till the deadline?
Mowing the lawn.
Really?
I mean,
all right.
I don't dislike it, but there's just days where I'm like,
You got to call Aspen. Let them take care of it
You're
for
right.
you.
I should.
Don't have to worry about it.
I should.
Eliminates that stressor from your life.
Be done.
Because if you wait too long to mow your lawn, then you get those clumps
Oh,
in the
it's
rows.
awful,
It's
yeah.
you gotta have
That's what I have right now.
You got to get that leaf blower out and even out the grass.
It's all wet and you're pulling it out of the
Yeah, it's
chute.
terrible.
Let Aspen take care of that, bro. Don't worry about that kind of
I feel
stuff.
like there's a
What
lot
am
of
I
you.
doing?
I feel like there's a lot of Richards, and this is what I mean by waiting until the deadline, last minute do it. Those fantasy football people that owe league fees.
Oh my gosh, that's
and
a great one.
And if you're a commissioner and you're like, hey,
Me.
Scott, everybody's paid but you, just I'll give my money to whoever wins. And then the guy wins. It's like, hey, I thought it was $800 a person. Well, Scott didn't pay his league fee, so ask him for the $100. Now you got to do that. Like,
Now
just
you gotta,
pay it out.
just pay it, dude.
Because I've always thought of a rule if I was a commissioner, if you don't pay the day of the draft, you don't pick.
Oh, you don't.
It's
even get-
auto picked.
Oh
You
wow,
have no
That's
say.
fair. That's fair.
You don't
interesting.
pay, you don't pick.
No, I like that. I think that's very
Now,
good.
some people
Yeah.
love the automatic pick. You have one guy in your league every year. It's just like, I'm just going to set an auto pick, and they just always get selected the best player at the top.
Yeah.
Bold strategy, Cotton. I would say something that I wait to the last minute to always do is anything involving the DMV or, like Bob said, anything involving like taxes.
Yeah.
Like I will do my taxes April 14th every year at 3:00. But I set the appointment up at that day.
Oh, see, we've got our tax appointment probably already planned for next year. We do it, as the year goes along, and it's usually in February. And if you're getting a refund, that's great. But even if you do it early, I'm not writing that check until the last minute, to the 15th. I'm putting that thing in the mailbox on the 15th. I'm not doing that anytime soon. Screw that.
I will also say a big one too of waiting till the deadline, getting up.
Yeah,
for sure.
Like if I know that it takes me 18 minutes to get fully ready.
Is that what you've got it down to 18 minutes
18
now?
minutes.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I'm like, okay.
Only took a year.
Yep. I'm like, if I wake up at 4 and I know that if I shower and start it, I know at 4:18 I will be ready to go. So if I wake up at 4:10, I know that 4:28 I'm leaving the house, and I just know that. I am a weirdo.
That's crazy. You got it down to the 18 minutes.
18 minutes. Sometimes quicker.
For me, it's just whatever happens in the morning. I roll over, get out of bed, take my time, and get moving.
JT Noah says anything that involves trash.
That's fair. Yeah, let the trash build up.
Text line 9816 laundry. Yeah.
I do my laundry probably twice a week. I hate when it gets too much.
Oh, I do it I probably do it Monday, and I think I do mine either like Monday or Sunday, and then the other one's like Wednesday or Thursday. But it's always just like the same clothes. It's what I wear to the studio.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And sometimes I just put the stuff I wear to the studio right back into my closet. When I go home, I just put on like shorts and a t-shirt. And I didn't get dirty. Now, if like, obviously like you sweat or something like that, it's tough. But
it's like what Bob and I do with underwear,
Yeah. You wear it on a Tuesday. It's your gym underwear on Wednesday. I don't know why people think that's so disgusting.
No problem with that.
You're sweating in this stuff. Exactly. I don't need clean undies to sweat in.
Thought you meant something else by getting up. Oh, well, you don't want to
I know
delay
that I'm hard.
If you delay that, you need to go see our friends over at Heartland Men's Health.
Yeah, go visit them today. Seriously, guys, make that appointment meow.
Perfect.
Nice.
Somebody says I saw a 2021 expired tag. How?
I would. We got a new car for our daughter, right? And so my wife is driving it without the license plate because she needs to get the license plate. She's worried about I'm going to get pulled over. I'm like, you see how many people are out here with no license plates these days? If I was a police officer, I'd be pulling every one of these people over without a license plate. You're screwing the system. You're trying to scam the system. I hate that. I absolutely hate that. I do what I'm supposed to do, and that people who try to screw the system ruin it for everybody else. Get a license plate, pay your fees, or don't have that big pickup.
Somebody says from the 816 TPS reports.
And
then a lot of people agreeing that they are the last minute get ready person. Hey, man, I know how long it takes me to get ready. I know I got,
Are you talking like for the day, or are you talking like you and your wife are going out your last minute get ready too? Because I like to get ready early and sit down and have 3 or 4 cocktails by the time she's ready.
Exactly.
Did you watch that time-lapse video that went viral where the guy's literally just sitting in his bed and his wife is like going around getting ready, like getting showered, putting her makeup on, picking out her clothes, and then just like literally in 1.5 minutes, he gets up via time-lapse video. Gets up, puts his clothes on, sits right back on the bed, has a beer ready to go, and she's still following around the house.
When Jen says she's ready, I go back to bed. Because I know she's not. And it's going to be an hour.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm just about ready. No, you're not. Why aren't you getting ready? We're leaving at 6. It's 5 o'clock. I don't need to get ready. It takes me 5 minutes, and I don't want to crease my slacks. So let's get moving.
I used to always, whenever we go somewhere nice and I was dating a girl that took forever to get ready, I would just put the shirt on and sit in my briefs and my socks, like you're saying, and just be like, and she's like, "Are you ready?" And I'm like, "Okay, first off, this is why it's not going to work. Yes, I'm ready. It takes me 1 second to put my pants on." And then it starts into like, "Well, I can't take a 5-minute shower like you can. I can't get ready in 3.5." And I'm like, "You started this."
Then you get ready, and I'll get ready. What time do we need to leave? 6 o'clock? 5:55? I'll put my pants on, and we'll walk out the door.
Exactly.
Don't tell me to start getting ready because you take 17 hours and ask me if this looks good on you, and then when I say no, you cry. Don't ask the question. No, I'm kidding. But about getting ready, forget about it.
Yeah.
Somebody says, growing up poor taught me to be a last-minute grocery guy. I pinch those pennies.
Yeah.
We used to always, once a month, grocery store.
Yep.
There's nothing in the house to eat.
Oh, we're going through that right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
there is.
Yeah.
There's sandwich meat. There's bread. There's ramen. There's soup. There's leftovers from last night. Those hot dogs and hamburgers that you love, they're in there.
Yep.
Eat them.
Eat it. Eat it. It's all right there. I made a bunch of chicken the other day. Let's a DoorDash Chipotle. We created our own bowls that were better than what Chipotle was getting for it, you know? I mean, like,
that's the way to do it.
It's not that difficult. But the kids, there's nothing to eat. There's nothing to eat. And they're not wrong in some extent. But there's always something in there.
We can figure it out.
Yeah, you can put Tostitos chips down and shredded cheese and call it nachos. No, that's what we did when we were kids.
But that's something to eat, right?
Yeah.
We don't have that in the house right now. There's no chips right now, so that means there's nothing to eat.
No chips.
That's what my dad would look at me and say, "You've got a car?"
That's right.
Heck yeah. Like, straight up, dude. Yeah. You got a job, you got a car, go find something to eat.
Right.
Last one here. It says the license plate is a second-degree offense. So you can't get pulled over for it. But if you get pulled over for speeding, i.e. something like that, then they'll ding you for the
Really?
license
You
plate.
can't get pulled over for not having a license plate?
Because that's not true. Or at least it may be true, but I got pulled over in Bates City one time for having an expired license plate.
Bates City, Missouri. Bates City barbecue.
Good stuff. I was going to a wedding venue out there to do like the rehearsal, and the guy was like, "Yeah, I noticed your license plate was expired."
A police officer said that?
You
or
sure about that? Yeah, some Bates City cop was like, "I noticed that your license plate was expired." I was like, "Wow, dude, you got good eyes." He goes, "We all do." Okay, here you go, sir.
All right, thanks.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Carl.
you. Yeah, I mean, you said a Bates City cop. You mean the Bates City cop.
One guy.
I mean, I think Bates City's bigger than we think.
913 says, Mac, you want to run routes in the parking lot after you crush an empty whipped cream can? Maybe Carrington will say we're washed.
And on that note,
Mac, why are you bringing whipped cream to the tailgates this year?
Oh, gosh.
getting
You'll
fun.
see. Why do his eyes look like Steve Buscemi's and Big Daddy? Coming up on the other side, we get to grade the deadline and ask maybe some of your opinions. 913-586-7965. We get to that deadline that was the Royals yesterday for me and Bob and Mac here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Hey, it's Matt Quattrero, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
Why are you still paying interest? Reiselman Nissan just dropped 0% APR for 60 months on new Rogues, Muranos, and Pathfinders. Or stretch it, 1.9% for 72 months. Or 84 months at just 3.49%. Need torque? Grab a new Frontier and get up to $6,000 in total rebates. And if you're leasing, you pay no sales tax at Reiselman Nissan. 0. These are real deals, but they won't last. Tap over to ReiselmanNissan.com. Reiselman Nissan. Every customer, every time.
You gotta dip your chicken strips. Hey, this is Kiani.
And this is Tabitha.
And a little thing we love about Chick-fil-A chicken strips
is all the different sauces we can dip them in. I like to line up all my favorite sauces so that in every bite, I have a different flavor. Then, with the tenderness of the chicken, the juiciness of it, it's all there.
And for me, I like to mix my sauces so I get a little tang and I get a little sweetness all in one bite.
That's what makes it for me. Like, that's what does it for me.
That's what I'm saying.
It's the summer of Chick-fil-A chicken strips and sauces. Order now on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Lowe's knows hot deals help you get the most out of summer. Get up to 30% off select major appliances and get it delivered as soon as next day. Plus, get up to 30% off select patio furniture, grills, outdoor power equipment, and more. These end-of-season savings won't last long. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 7/30. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Valid on eligible in-stock orders in select locations. Price, delivery time, and vehicle availability may vary based on order size and location. Exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com/delivery for more details.
Don't let clogged drains slow you down. Call Hamilton Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Rooter today for our $79 mainline drain cleaning special. The pros at Hamilton will inspect your drains with video camera technology to pinpoint exactly what is needed to clear those clogs and help prevent expensive drain repairs. The expert technicians at Hamilton are ready 7 days a week to solve your problem the right way, the first time. Over 40 years experience and more than 8,000 five-star reviews ensures your peace of mind. Visit callhamilton.com for details, terms, and conditions. License number 2025-11121.
Circa Millions and Circa Survivor are back with millions in guaranteed prizes. Details at circasports.com.
Circa Millions and Circa Survivor are back with a massive $21 million in guaranteed prizes. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. $21 million guaranteed. Visit circasports.com for details.
Brought to you by America's largest pickleball festival, PickleCon. Are you a pickleball newbie, club player, hardcore competitor? PickleCon is for you. 4 days of nonstop play, pro tips, and even a puppy yoga break. Join the fun. PickleCon.com.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
35 southbound heading out of Kearney, very heavy this morning with an accident past 19th Street. The right lane looks to be blocked with crews trying to clear up this accident. Pretty heavy for about a mile and a half approaching. Otherwise, things move pretty well all around the metro. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
You're listening to the all-new 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports. KFNZ FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station.
96.5 The Fan.
Already 8 o'clock, dude. Where's today going?
Fast. Royals in Toronto tonight, by the way. Big series, huge series. Number one team in baseball versus the number one team in your heart. The Royals versus the Blue Jays tonight. I believe that game's at 6:40. I'm going to double check.
National Card Show in Chicago this weekend, I think, right? Are you going?
My buddy's there with a couple of my cards, so let's cross our fingers.
Yeah, I got a buddy that's going this morning, too, and so it'll be interesting to see what they're able to pick up at this card. Are you going to buy or are you going to sell? Well, you'd be going to sell, right?
Yeah, a buddy of mine that I've been friends with, 607, by the way, Michael Waka versus somebody named Gausman.
Oh, Gausman's pitching tonight, so they have a starter? Because MLB's app did not have a starter for anybody for the Blue Jays this weekend.
Yeah, Waka, and then tomorrow is Noah Kama versus Max Scherzer.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then that game tomorrow is at 2:07.
Okay.
Sunday, 12:37, and it's Lugo versus Bassett.
He's a hound, I hear.
Yeah, he's a hound dog, man. But yeah, no, to your question about the National Card Show, I do have about 3 or 4 cards in my buddy's possession that he's going to go try and sell. Because I got a nice surprise when I was down the Gulf Shores. He sold a couple on eBay for about $110, $125. So a fun business, a very addictive business, and sometimes profitable.
Yeah, like I said, I've got all these old cards we've been going through, and you start looking at them, you're like, this is a $25 card here, this is a $25 card. Then you start adding all that up, and you're like, I'm sitting on hundreds of thousands of dollars, but not hundreds of thousands, but you know what I'm saying, like thousands of dollars potentially. You know, with all these cards at $25 a piece and whatnot. And so people buy them, right?
It's nuts. Alex and I always talk about gold. I'm referencing who you can hear today live in St. Joe, I believe.
Yeah, he's up there. Yeah.
And he's got a nice weather day gold.
Good weather day. He's so happy.
You'll enjoy it. But no, it's funny. You go to these card shows and there's like, no kidding, like 13-year-olds with $50,000 to $60,000 of cards in their hands.
It's unbelievable,
Whether
right?
they bought them or whether they're getting ready to sell them, they're ahead of the curve, man. It's a wide variety of people at these places. Like you've got, degenerates like myself in their late 30s. You've got kids that are in their early teens. You've got guys in their mid 20s. You've got guys in their 50s. It's a very, very bizarre, fun, addicting business. But yeah, it's been enjoyable. It's been interesting to see like how valuable a card can be. And understand like there's like guys out there that collect a certain type. There's certain people that have like they only want the certain inserts. They only want a certain player. The money that people spend on these things. Like sometimes, because I go to Fanatics Live, that's where the live card reads are, where they break the packs. And you'll watch some of these guys, man, the same name. And I watched one last night just to help go to sleep. And it was like the same guy was dropping like 200 just to get a chance to get like the Oakland Athletics.
Wow.
And he was getting like the Tampa Bay Rays. And then everybody in the group was like, thanks for knocking out all the landmines.
Yeah,
like
right.
all of a sudden you see a guy, wheel would spin, Oakland, $113. Next wheel would spin, Yankees, $90. Like, good take. This other guy's going,
But who do you want from the Yankees? Is it you're looking for a Judge card or Jason Dominguez, or what are you looking at there?
Well, it depends on the box of cards that you're going. So 2024 draft, you're looking at prospects.
Yeah.
You look at like what this new one is, the Topps Chrome, you're looking at anything Aaron Judge.
Anything Aaron Judge.
Okay. And sometimes they'll throw out like, the 2024, you're looking at Kurtz, Roman Anthony, Cags,
right?
All the
guys that are in the big leagues now.
And that's what's great about this industry, and that's what's great about these players is that all of these guys that are in these boxes are now pros.
Yeah.
So like that's not happened a lot in the past.
Right.
Where you're like
not in baseball.
So like think about this for instance. It's why they say hold or sell, which is we talk about the deadline here in a second.
Yeah.
Bobby Witt Jr. is the top prospect, number 2 overall pick. Obviously, I think Gunnar Henderson went first, right?
Adley Rutschman.
Rutschman went first. So people that got Bobby Witt Jr.'s card either sold it immediately, and then all of a sudden, 2 years ago, everyone's like, I'm glad I held on to this Bobby card because now the value has absolutely done the opposite than dissipate.
But you probably have more often than not cards dissipating than increasing in value from these rookies,
correct.
right?
Right now, Jack Caglione's stock has dropped
Big
significantly.
time. Yeah, right.
Nick Kirst's stock has gone completely up.
Right.
Mizorowski, nobody knew who the hell Mizorowski was, had a card sell the other day for $52,000.
Holy cow.
Yeah,
wow,
dude,
man.
like
That's
it's
insanity. But he's like one of those guys that, like, I don't know if he has staying power, but right now, if I had the opportunity to sell a Mizorowski card for $10,000, I'm selling that right away. Like, I'm not even thinking twice about doing something like that. And, like I said, I've got all these cards I'm going through. I'm like, I'm going to have to start an electronic-based store and put one of these things up there and see if I can't get some money for this stuff.
I'm with you,
like
man.
these Ken Griffey Jr. rookies that I have. I mean, it's crazy.
Yes,
I'll give somebody $50,000. Just come take all the baseball cards. I won't get. Somebody gives me $50,000. No, I said that wrong.
I was like, damn, Bob, we just got paid too.
You give me $50,000. You can have all the baseball cards. I got Mickey Mantles. I mean, I got the whole 1960 Yankees team. I got a 64 Mantle. I've got a 61 Maris when he hits 61 home runs. I got a lot of good stuff. But I want cash.
Yeah.
I
figure out how to make
so I
money
told my
on this.
mother
I
about
really
this. She's like,
want
I'm
to.
never going to sell your cards because growing up, all their generation's parents got rid of all their baseball cards. My mother swore, I'm never going to get rid of your cards. So I've got every card that I ever had from a child and all the stuff that I collected over the years. I've got some good stuff, but so I called my mother. I'm like, hey, care if I sell all this stuff? She goes, how much can you get? I told her she goes, sell it.
This is a good idea. Oh, so yeah.
No.
You should. You should sell those cards.
Yeah.
They're just going to collect dust.
Right.
It's like if you have a garage full of stuff you don't use, put it on Marketplace. You never know. You might make $500 in a weekend.
Right.
I mean, that's a nice dinner with you and your wife.
Or just to pay a bill off or something, you
that
know?
as well. Spec, if you're driving around, Steven Spector, if you're driving around, here's a good idea. From the text line, you guys should do a promo and make trading cards of all your hosts and producers. I'm sure someone out there could make cards of all of you with career stats.
Oh, that would be a lot of fun. Yeah, it really would be. Let's do it.
But something that has to happen in the industry of cards is you have to sell when you need to sell and you need to buy when you need to buy, just like at the trade deadline. What grade do you guys give the Royals trade deadline?
Well, look, I guess I'm biased. I give it an A. I thought it was a really nice day yesterday for the Royals. And then I was looking at some of the grades. I saw one person on Yahoo Sports this morning give them a C for
Yahoo
their grade.
gave them a Yahoo?
Yeah, like I'm thinking to myself, how do you grade that a C? They traded a backup catcher and got two pitchers back in return that could legit be starting pitchers for you. Maybe some are more bullpen arms. You traded two prospects that nobody's ever heard of before for a major league left-handed arm that's 7-5 with a sub-4 ERA for the Pirates. And you got Mike Yastrzemski for another person you never heard of before, and he's now your best outfielder that you have on this team. I thought the Royals did a really nice job yesterday, both acquiring guys for today in the moment and also for the long-term future. Those three pitchers that they have are signed up forever. I mean, it's great.
And also, don't forget Lugo was signed.
And but I'm talking about just yesterday's trade moves. I mean, you went and got three pitchers yesterday that are all legitimate starting pitchers in Major League Baseball. Probably, I was talking to another scout yesterday about 4 or 5 in the rotation. You pick up those two guys for the backup in your rotation. You've given yourself so much flexibility to make moves this winter. You've got to think big picture when you think about these moves. You just can't think about how it impacts today. And oh my God, we got rid of a backup catcher that people are like sobbing over. We got better for today, but also we got better for the future as well with these trades. These are definite today moves and future moves as well.
I don't know how it's not an A.
And Falter, too.
Falter's, dude.
Falter, Bubic.
Falter, yeah, right.
Seriously.
That's true. We got Falter and Bubic now. That's right.
You want to buy two jerseys?
Yeah.
I'll let you pick one. I'll pick the other.
The other. Hey, we sit next to each other. I'll be number 6 and you be number 9, okay?
Falter, Bubic.
Excuse me. But just the Brady Falter trade alone. Just look at his numbers this year. You don't have to know who the guy is or anything like that because he's never heard of him for most of us. But he's 7-5 with the Pirates this year. They've won 9 games, and he has an ERA under 4. He's like a 3.5 ERA.
Got a better winning record than Paul Skeens.
He does. I was going to say he's got a better winning percentage than Paul Skeens. Again, that's why wins and losses are so stupid with a pitcher.
Yeah.
But he's got a winning record with the Pirates and a sub-4 ERA. If they just made that move alone yesterday, I would have given it an A.
Yeah, he can eat innings. He's like kind of like statistically looks like a Michael Lorenzen guy who can just come in and be that 4th or 5th day starter. I mean, that's amazing. I mean, I don't know how you don't grade tomorrow or yesterday an A.
Yeah, and also too, when you look at what they did from a roster standpoint, they clearly are telling you they needed a lot of pitching. Like I wouldn't expect on I was going to say Junis, but I wouldn't expect Reagans. I wouldn't expect obviously Bubic, and I wouldn't expect Lorenzen back. They went and got 3 starting pitchers yesterday for a reason.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing yesterday why I give it such a high grade of an A is because of the control.
Yes.
Like you have control. Like you don't have to worry about any of this. And if you do have, out of those 3 pitchers, if one pans out to be good, you won the trade. And you didn't give up hardly anything for it. The biggest name you gave up was a backup catcher.
That's right. That nobody outside of Kansas City knew.
And he's a fan favorite. And he obviously that's going to come with emotional strings. But when you look at the grand scheme of things, it's not like you had to deal Cags or you had to deal Blake Mitchell or Carter Jensen. The other thing too that this might bring up is that I know that the guy that you said is Luke Maley is going to be the backup catcher. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But this also does give you some sort of option that if you do like this sort of young guys coming up, maybe a little to show their face in the major leagues. Maybe this is where we might see a sighting of Carter Jensen. Yeah, who's a local kid who a lot of people love. Now I know what happened to Cags is going to scare a lot of people in the organization. Be like, let's not
can't operate that way.
But I also look at this from the Carter Jensen perspective. Like, hey man, why not? Right? Like he's going to play as much as Freddie Fermin. We're not expecting you to play every day. You're not an everyday player. We want you to be the Freddie Fermin guy. Go in there when we need you. Give Sal an off day. Go play DH. Something like that. So that option is there for homegrown talent. And again, all that control is there.
Yeah, and the control for the pitchers is big. Yastrzemski obviously will walk at the end of this season, but he's not part of your future. He was an addition for now. That's a rental type player. Carter Jensen, I just leave down in the minor leagues. We're getting ready to go into a playoff push. I'd like the experienced guys, out there doing that. And if you fall out of the mix, then bring Carter Jensen up at the end of the year, right? You can do the September call-ups and give him an opportunity to get some of that experience here at the big league level. Not that you can judge a lot. It's just about getting your palate wet a little bit because, September baseball is for the birds, just like March baseball is. Not a lot to gain from all of that, but, give the kid big league experience and get him up here at the big league level. But, I mean, like if you're walking around yesterday and you don't think the Royals got better, I feel bad for you because they did get better yesterday. I know Yastrzemski's only a 230 hitter. Who's hitting 230 in this outfield right now? Nobody. So you've got better there. He's a good defender. He's a plus defender. That's what you want, especially as you push towards the postseason and, you're kind of struggling to score runs. You need to have a plus defender. Yastrzemski is just that. And you got pitching, man. Like, nice job yesterday by JJ. Really good job.
No, for sure. A move on the deadline was an A. A lot of people gave the Chiefs draft an A because of one name. That was Josh Simmons. We dive into the left, the right, and all of the offense here on 96.5 The Fan for your Chiefs. Your home for Kansas City Sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty. Make sure to follow us on Instagram @TheFan965 for behind-the-scenes content from the show. Kansas City's FM sports station, 96.5 The Fan.
Hey guys, it's Dusty Likens, and let me tell you about my people at GiveMeTheVin.com. Give Me The Vin wants to buy your car, whether it's your daily driver, pickup truck, SUV, minivan, supercar, or exotic. So say goodbye to dealing with those dealerships, those annoying hassles, all that stuff that the dealership brings, and private sale tire kickers, and get a true buy offer for your car. GiveMeTheVin.com is already the best place to sell your car, and now it's even better with the GiveMeTheVin.com big cash giveaway. Give Me The Vin is giving away $25,000 in cash every month. Get 1,000 chances to win if they buy your car. For more details, go to their website, GiveMeTheVin.com. So again, say goodbye to the dealerships and say goodbye to the private sale tire kickers and go to GiveMeTheVin.com. GiveMeTheVin.com is America's best car buyer. Hit it, boys.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Well, I'll tell you what, my friends over at Heartland Men's Health are ready for you, right, guys? But you know what? The folks over at Heartland Men's Health can help you, and they can help you out in a big way because what they want you to do is to enjoy summer and to enjoy life. And sometimes ED gets in the way of that. But Heartland Men's Health has treatments that work when the pills or herbals fail. They have treatments with success rates well over 90%. And some treatments can even have you last an hour or more. And Heartland Men's Health is successfully treating men right here in Kansas City. And guess what? They're ready for you. What I want you to do today is this. Schedule a consult with Heartland Men's Health right now. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes a medical consult with a licensed medical provider, a T and PSA test, and a medically advised a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit's free. They have an expert staff on hand. If you're like a lot of men, you could be having sex the day after your appointment. They have 3 locations to serve you: Overland Park, Independence between Blue Springs and Lee Summit, and now their new office up in North Kansas City. So call them today. It'll be the best call you make. 844-447-6600 or visit heartlandmenshealth.com.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things. People. Love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Let's bring the nail gun over here.
Jose stands tall atop his sustainable flooring company.
Totally. It's renewable and moisture resistant, but we have several green options too. Or we got some beautiful reclaimed oak.
But floored by his success, he needs to hire more installers.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
DQ presents the sound of happy. Hear that? That's the DQ chicken strip basket. Only $7.49 for a limited time. We're talking 4 100% white meat seasoned chicken strips served with fries, Texas toast, and DQ signature country gravy. Yeah, you heard that right. For crunch time in no time, it can only be the DQ chicken strip basket. Just $7.49 for a limited time. Get it delivered in the DQ app. Happy tastes good at participating locations.
Pro Savings Days are back at Lowe's. Right now, get a 4-piece GE kitchen suite for under $2,000. Plus, get a free DeWalt 20-volt Max XR 8-amp-hour battery when you buy a select DeWalt tool. Save big with deals that work as hard as you do. Shop Pro Savings Days in-store or online today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 8/1. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details.
Just hearing the word IRS can make people break out in a cold sweat. No one wants to deal with the IRS, and now you don't have to. The good news is Legal Tax Defense has been successfully negotiating with the IRS for more than 15 years. It doesn't matter how much you owe, whether it's $5,000 or $5 million. You deserve the best in the business on your side, and that is Legal Tax Defense. Even if you're working with someone else and just want a second opinion, there is no cost or obligation to call. They can prevent levies, liens, wage garnishments, even file back tax returns. And the best news about Legal Tax Defense is they won't take your case unless they know they will reduce or eliminate your tax debt. Call Legal Tax Defense right now for a free no-risk consultation. 800-265-7681. 800-265-7681. You have nothing to lose, but everything to gain. 800-265-7681.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the Mission Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling Studios. Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
In Kearney, 35 southbound, your earlier accident past 19th Street has cleared. Those delays look to have unwound by now. Heading up 35 northbound, though, heavy past Pleasant Valley Road with an accident off to the right shoulder. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
I mean this with the dearest of every fiber in my being and my heart that I think is large and in charge. Suit MJ back up at catcher and unbreak him. Absolutely the F not.
No.
I am okay. I don't need to see that ever again, nor do I need to see that man in a Royals uniform ever again. Sorry if that's too harsh. He ain't part of the future.
Dude, he has 4 hits this year as a Royal. Adam Frazier has 3, I think. And Randall Grichuk has 3 hits as a Royal this year. He got here yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Merv has 4 overall.
Yeah, I'm not. That was a popular trend yesterday with the trade deadline. Is everyone's like, can MJ catch?
Oh my God, we have Luke Maley on the roster.
You
I know
you
did. I know you did out of sarcasm, but I can't believe people weren't serious about that yesterday.
I
were
knew
they?
It was going to happen as soon as they dealt Freddie for me, and everyone's like, what's this mean? Well, it's either Melee or it's going to be Carter Jensen. That's because I know that Cody and Gold told me they had JJ Piccolo on. And it was after Sal had gotten hit in the funny bone, and I was, just.
And that's also good news. Sal's fine if they traded for Mean,
And I was just kind of thinking to myself, I'm like, well, if Sal gets hurt, and you have Freddie, and you have to put Sal on the DL. I was like, do they call up Jensen? Because if you haven't noticed, Carter Jensen is tearing up AAA. Also, as a local kid, so a lot of people love that story. And I was like, well, what would that mean for Carter Jensen? And then they asked JJ, and he's like, would you bring up Carter Jensen if Sal on the DL? I was like, that's a really good question. but I don't know, not yet. It's like, all right, like, sweet. No, I mean, we'll see what happens. Look, they're gearing up. They're ready. The town's ready. The ownership's telling you they're ready. The ownership's telling the team they're ready. I'm excited, man. In Toronto tonight at 6:07 up in Canada. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, blame Canada for this one, right? I think that's what we got to do. Blame Canada! Blame Canada!
Have you seen that movie, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut?
I know that Blame Canada song from South Park, but I don't know.
Yeah,
that was from the movie. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
That's where what would Brian Boitano do?
Yeah, what would Brian Boitano do if he were here right now? He'd throw a pitch and hit a strike. That's what Brian Boitano do. I mean,
he was in the Alps fighting grizzly bears.
You know who the grizzly bear was Taylor Swift, they're saying that.
Oh.
And Happy Gilmore, too. I asked my daughter, I said, do you
Thought it
guys
was
watch
Anna
it
Nicole.
yet? And she said, my daughter goes, I haven't even seen the first one. I go, it doesn't matter. Just go watch the second one, you know?
Yeah, it's not one of those. Yeah, you don't really have to pick up the plot points.
Yeah, exactly. 30 years ago, we left you with this. But I mean, they kind of did recap it at the beginning
give you a
for
quick,
you. Little quick recap of what went on. And it's a shame, Bob Barker wasn't there. He died, but he had his pet spayed and neutered, so all was good.
The graveyard scene was kind of cool, though.
Yeah,
I thought it was
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
Mister.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Jayhawk for Life is watching ESPN because he tweeted out 20 minutes ago. So I guess ESPN and the NFL Network are already crowning the Chargers to be the AFC West champions again.
I mean, we called it.
It's
know?
today.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Did you see the Chargers win with a backup quarterback?
You want
They went out there and took care of the Lions, who everybody thinks is going to be good, and they beat it with a backup quarterback. I am telling you, they beat it with a backup quarterback.
Surfing bird.
Yeah, exactly. What the hell was
that? Bird. This is
Mad Dog passes out.
Somebody on the 816 says MJ can catch. He can catch a fly out here.
Great.
I figured you'd like that one.
Nobody wants that guy around. I mean, so MJ's going to catch today or Mac? More people would pick Mac than MJ catching.
Awesome. Yeah, I have that as the poll question on a Friday.
Who would you rather see catch Game 7 of the World Series for the Royals? Mac or Merv Melendez?
I was in the garage. I was in the garage thinking of a good promo for you for like an endorsement. And for football season, that's Max Sack Wrap.
That's Max Sack Wrap.
I love that.
And then you get the endorsement from the Ronalds. And you just get like snack wraps all you want.
Snack wraps.
Make sure you go to McDonald's and get one today. Buy one, get one for $1. Here's Max Snack Wrap. Did you see the way Karloftis really pursued the court? You know what I mean?
I know, something like that. We do need to get the dumbass take of the day back because the ESPN is clearly loaded with them already today. I mean, they're going into overload to crown the Chargers, aren't they, right now?
I thought you like when you said that, I was like, yeah, whatever.
Have you? Yeah, I guess you haven't been morning radio for a very long time. 15 years of doing this, or more than that, obviously. But you see this stuff over, and it's rinse and repeat, man. You'll start to realize, like these Get Up shows with Greenberg. It is the same topic every day. They just switch the panelists out.
Yeah.
So it's a new topic for the panelists, but by Wednesday, we've heard the crowning of whatever quarterback went out there and looked good on Sunday that nobody heard of and had a big day. And by Wednesday, we're still debating on whether or not he's the future of that franchise.
It was also a really good movie with Adrian Brody. Do you think Jay Binkley is ready to get rid of this take?
They announced Josh Simmons, offensive tackle from Ohio State.
I hate this pick, actually. Don't like it. Don't like it.
Well, I think a lot of people are starting to like it because the left side of the line
It's so good.
I don't know what the best part is. The fact that he's just so disheveled and just lost, he hates it, or the fact that he just does not let Unacero have his moment.
I know. They announced Josh Simmons, offensive tackle from Ohio State.
I hate this pick, actually. Don't like it.
Let him have
Don't
it,
like it.
Jay.
Ohio
They
State.
announced Josh Simmons, offensive tackle from Ohio State.
I hate this pick, actually. Don't like it. Don't like it.
Somebody on the text line said Bink knows football. He may have swung and missed on this one, and that's okay.
That's all right.
It's fine.
He hit a home run with Mahomes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, forever.
Forever.
exactly.
Yeah,
Hold
no,
on to
forever. I mean, well, look, but everybody, you swing and miss more on players than you hit on. Ask any general manager in sports. I guarantee you they'll all tell you the same thing. Yeah, we've missed on a lot more than we've hit on. That's just normal. And Jay didn't like the pick because of the injury situation. The injury situation is no longer a topic of conversation. He's your left tackle. And here we sit on the 1st of August already. Halloween's right around the corner, Mac. And they got the Halloween candy out, right? But here we sit on August 1st.
They do, actually.
Oh, yeah, I've seen it already in July.
You know, it's dangerous right now? They have mini Reese's Pumpkins.
I know, I saw those.
I walked immediately past. I was like, don't look.
Saw those too.
Those are already out? Okay.
It's all already.
Take a trip.
My daughter sits down next to us yesterday on July 31st and says, this is what we're doing for Halloween. I'm going to be Little Bo Peep, and Mason's going to wear his... I'm like, what are we... It's July!
Well, according to some of the text line, we should all be sheep. But
why?
I don't know.
Take.
No, so the left side of the line, you've got Josh Simmons, who seems to be fitting the part that we like to see. Now, granted, we will get more game. We can't really put what he's done in a game, but we know that what he's shown, toughness, injury doesn't really seem to be an issue.
He's rocked up. He's thick.
Yeah, no doubt. 2 C's. And then you put Kingsley Suamataia at left guard, where he's also got a little bit of competition in Jalen Moore. Then you look over
and
at
Caliendo,
Yep, and Caliendo's there.
I haven't heard his name mentioned much.
I was going to ask if you
Yeah,
heard
no,
okay.
nothing about Caliendo, but the left side of that line is shaping up to be something special. They're in love with it right now. And the quote that I was given about that left side, this will be a great left side for a long time, man. People are convinced and ready to roll that Kingsley and Binkley's guy are lock stock for the next decade over there on that left side. And if they figured out that left side of the line and it's good to go for the next decade, build a shrine to Brett Veach.
This is Binkley's take on why he didn't like the Josh Simmons pick when he joined us back in April.
The Chiefs brought him in for a top 30 visit. I get it. They looked at him. They obviously were happy with where he was. I will say this, 31 other NFL teams decided to pass on him. He almost got out of the first round. For a guy, like you said, that was left tackle 1, going into the season, there's a lot of people had some doubts. The patellar tendon is kind of a rare injury. That is not an injury that people have come back from right away. I mean, it takes a while, especially when you have surgery on it. To that point, it is not a injury in the NFL that they're used to dealing with.
Dr. Jay Binkley,
and then this was Binkley last night on what he thought about the pick of Josh Simmons.
Hey, well, go up, man.
You had me.
No, but then you kind of shift gears because center and right guard, that's fine. You don't have to worry about that. You can just keep going. Right tackle now.
Now right tackle is a battle. Right tackle is the battle right now. And it's not a coincidence that the amount of time spent on the PUP list was very short for one Jawan Taylor this year, right? A lot of these veteran guys, a little bit. I want to get to training camp, give the young guys a little bit of time. I stretch my bones. Oh, my God, I've got competition. I better put my helmet on. And all of a sudden, that PUP list time ended for Jawan Taylor. And they're saying right now from the folks that I've talked to, this dude's playing with an edge right now that they haven't seen on Jawan Taylor before, which is cool. I mean, we need to see that edge. You're an offensive lineman. You better have some sort of edge about you, right? You're in the trenches there, man. It's a nasty place to be. You better have an edge to you. And so Jawan Taylor's playing with an edge right now. Why, you ask? Oh, he's feeling the heat from Jalen Moore. Yes, he is. Jalen Moore may end up coming in here not being a starter for the Chiefs. And people will look at that and go, oh, my God, they spent all this money. It's not your money to spend. Don't worry about it, okay? Not your problem. But if Jalen Moore's money that they spent on him, he turns out to be the pusher, if you will, and makes everybody else better just because of his presence, that's money that is very well spent. And they're seeing that with Jawan Taylor right now. They're seeing a fight out of Jawan Taylor. They're seeing motivation out of Jawan Taylor. He's going into a contract year, but he ain't going to have that contract year if he's not the starter. And he understands he's probably got one more payday in the NFL. He's an offensive lineman. Those guys get paid. And so he's probably thinking to himself, I got one more payday in this league, but I'm not going to get that payday if Jalen Moore's starting in front of me. So Jalen Moore, in turn, is making Jawan Taylor better. Jalen Moore can have that right tackle spot next year when Jawan Taylor gets a bag from somebody else. But Jawan Taylor has to play this year, and he knows that. I think we're going to see a really good year out of Jawan Taylor. Not that we've seen bad years in the past, but I think this is going to be one of those years where we're not talking about Jawan Taylor.
But also, you can tell that if there's those little hiccups where he's got the false start, that there's a move that they'll get him in right after that. But if that hiccup starts happening, Jeff Allen had this to say about the comparison for one Josh Simmons.
Trent Williams, without a doubt, and the biggest thing that makes him comparable to Trent is the efficiency of his movement. Trent is a really freak athlete, so is Josh, but they make it look so easy. I'm telling you, being able to get out of your stance and meet a defensive end at that spot or that injunction between the quarterback and yourself, it's not easy to do. That's why you see guys get beat off the edge. They can turn that corner. But with Josh and Trent, you never have to worry about them getting beat around the corner. So you're going to have to run through him. You're not going to be able to go underneath him because he's in the perfect position every single time.
So you hear that sort of stuff. It's more than just strength with Josh Simmons, which has given people the idea that he can be this guy, which has now created Jalen Moore to be like, okay, it was fun to think about it at left tackle. Maybe that's not it anymore. Now I've got to bust my ass at either trying to be a left guard and giving Kingsley some sort of in-house competition or going out to right tackle and giving Jawan Taylor a little bit of in-house competition. Because when you hear former offensive linemen that have played the position and you hear those type of, things where it's like, it's not about just his strength, because he just said you're not going to go through him, but it's where he gets out of that stance where he can get so quick, because we know that these defensive ends and these edge rushers are so much more freakishly athletic. Like watching Jared Allen last night being bigger than Antonio Gates. I'm like, no wonder Jared Allen.
Where was Jared Allen before that? Was he just golfing, right?
Yeah, dude.
That dude, I love Jared Allen so much because he's in that mindset where I'm me, and if you don't like how I show up, don't have me to your event.
Still rocking the mullet.
Love it.
But like when you hear those sort of things, that's why when we talk about this offensive line and people say you guys are way too high up on this, you guys are, glazing too much when it comes to, Josh Simmons. I'm hearing from other people that aren't just painted in red and yellow and talk for 4 hours every day for 5 days a week about a team that plays here. You're hearing this from former players, from guys outside the league, from guys on Rappaport's reports, from guys on McAfee's show. And when you hear that, it's promising. Because when you hear about an offensive lineman being super strong, you love it. When you hear about an offensive lineman being super agile and freakishly quick to be able to stop that opens up everything for the entire offensive line.
Yeah, and that's the thing about it, too, is you have the trickle-down effect, right? He's making everybody else better, is Jalen Moore, and is also Josh Simmons making everybody better along that offensive line. And that's what you need, and everybody will be better. If that left tackle is figured out and that left tackle is a guy that we can rely on for the next 15 years, it does make everybody else better, because now you can just concentrate on yourself and worry about, your job on the offensive line. And if Kingsley's emerging, too, as a guard that they can rely on, man, like things are getting really good right now early in camp with this offensive line. And that's the exciting part. And it's okay to get excited about it, especially as Dusty said, when you've got guys that played the game talking about him. Like, who was that? Josh Allen?
Jeff Allen.
Jeff Allen. Jeff Allen and, let's talk about Jason Kelce, right?
AG. Not AG. What was that guy's name that we had on the other day? It was on McAfee's show.
Oh, yeah, A.Q. Shipley.
Shipley.
So there are three former offensive linemen that played in the NFL. Two of them were Pro Bowlers consistently with A.Q. Shipley and Jason Kelce. Jeff Allen's a very nice offensive lineman, played in the league for a decent amount of time. Those are the guys that are telling us they've got nothing to gain. Like A.Q. Shipley, who you didn't know last week, right? Like A.Q. Shipley, now the color analyst for the Arizona Cardinals. He's on McAfee a lot. Like, that guy has no connection to Kansas City, no connection to anybody, nothing invested in this whatsoever. When he's talking about it, that should tell the naysayers out there to go, all right, I really got to think about this, because this is a guy played in the league for 12 years, has no connection to the Chiefs, is looking at him going, holy crap. Those are the people that when they speak, you go, all right, maybe I need to change the way that I'm viewing things like this, because I hate to break it to you, like A.Q. Shipley's probably got more of a background on evaluating offensive linemen than any of us do combined.
And this was not the same way with Kingsley last year. I've seen that text a couple of times, and I've heard that, and I feel like Binkley said that to us earlier in the week, like, oh, we said this. No, we did not.
Nobody was celebrating Kingsley like this. We maybe we found the guy. That'd be good.
The number one story of training camp and the number one story coming out of national news about the Kansas City Chiefs is Josh Simmons. There wasn't near the amount of chirping about Kingsley.
No.
Not even close.
No, I don't remember this much chirping about an offensive lineman, quite honestly, since we got Willie Rofe. I mean, and that's really where it is. I mean, when we drafted Eric Fisher number 1 overall. It was whatever. We were going through a transition here in Kansas City. We had just hired Andy Reid. We were coming off that 2-14 season. There was no quarterback out there. Yep. We didn't know what this team was going to be about. They drafted a left tackle. I was there in the audience when they picked him that day. There was okay, whatever, fine, Eric Fisher, and we moved on. Right, not a big deal. But I don't remember this much excitement around an offensive lineman since Willie Rofe was signed here. And that's 25 years ago almost.
Yeah. I mean, there's reasons, man. I mean, I think Josh Simmons, again, we'll see what happens when he's in the game. We have to remember that he's still a rookie. So when he does get beat the one time and everybody scrutinizes, that's going to be a problem this year. You guys just keep glazing.
Glazing can be defined pretty easily. It's simply the latest term to describe what happens when someone goes too far in showing how much they like someone or something else, to the point of being ridiculous.
Somebody says, do you mean Willie Loaf?
Yes, we do. But still,
whole grain.
But seriously, like who's the last offensive lineman we got this excited about? You don't normally get excited about offensive linemen. This is what Buckeyes do to you.
That's what I was going to say. People were excited about him.
I guess, but quickly it's dissipated with Orlando Brown.
Very.
Fast.
Very quickly.
That guy, like, if I'm not mistaken, he showed up with a rabbit on the day he signed here or something. Foxtail, that's what it was.
That's right, yes.
And then, that was the highlight.
It was like, okay, cool.
And then he did his thing and it wasn't very good and whatever we moved on from. But I mean, this is like the excitement we saw with Mahomes. I mean, people are that excited because it was a position that's needed to be fixed for so long, and we feel like we finally fixed that position, just like with anything in life. You know, you finally figured, I've made it here, I've gotten this taken care of. You're excited about those kind of things, and we should be. That's what sports should bring to us.
It's a big step.
Should bring us excitement, should bring us fun. It should never bring you anger. It will, obviously, because we're fans and teams lose games. But like the anger that I think some people have towards us for being excited about Josh Simmons, are you even a fan at that point?
Speaking of the Kansas City Chiefs in training camp, Cody Gold will be out there today doing their show from 10 to 2. And speaking today at the podium, of course, Coach Andy Reid, Drew Tranquill, Nico Remigio, and also tackle Josh Simmons.
Hey. Simmons is speaking today, huh?
On a Friday.
Love
it. So we'll get to hear what he has to say, how he likes to answer those questions, and what he's seen so far at camp. So he will speak today live at the podium. I would assume that the two guys out there in St. Joe, Cody and Gold, will have somebody from the Chiefs join their show, but they'll also have the availability to take live from the podium, and Josh Simmons will speak today in St. Joe.
They should get Josh Simmons on their show today.
Yeah, I mean, might as well. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't, because if you get Josh Simmons on your show.
Well, I don't think
that. We should get him on tomorrow, Dusty, when we're there, 9 to noon.
Josh Simmons? Oh, I mean, yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, we can do that.
We could get Binkley on.
You'll get Bringing Stool tomorrow, and you'll like it, and you'll be very happy.
That. Yes.
We could get Josh Simmons on, or?
Nobody.
Exactly. Coming up on the other side here on Fescoe and Dusty, we will get into some numbers, which are, well, the 999 challenge. You ever want to do that? Any of you have any interest in doing the 999 challenge? Bob?
No
Mac?
chance.
No chance? Mac?
BBL Stinky.
Well, we'll dive in what teams have done it the most here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Hey, it's Michael Waka, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball, 96.5 The Fan.
Learn more about becoming a sharper, safer hunter or outdoors person with the Missouri Department of Conservation Lake City Shooting Range and Outdoor Education Center. Regardless of your experience, we can help you master firearms and archery, as well as map and compass, wildlife identification, and many other skills. Open every Wednesday through Sunday in Blue Springs. Learn more at mdc.mo.gov/Lake City. Brought to you by the Missouri Department of Conservation.
Eat up, buddy. It's almost time for school.
You take charge of your home. You take charge of your work.
Don't forget to take charge of your gut health too with Nature Made Probiotics. Nature Made has clinically studied probiotics that work with your digestive tract's natural bacteria, so you won't miss a beat in your daily routine. Find us in the vitamin aisle. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
At Target, back-to-school-a-days are here. What is back-to-school-a-days, you ask? We're talking 7 days of deals on looks and styles the kids will love, at prices you'll love even more. Because back-to-school at Target means getting all of the above. Through August 2nd, save 25% on select kids' clothes, with additional savings to round out their looks, including uniforms, leggings, polos, and activewear. Plus, their new favorite backpacks are 30% off. Happy back-to-school-a-days now through August 2nd, only at Target. Terms and conditions apply.
DQ presents the sound of happy. Hear that? That's the DQ chicken strip basket. Only $7.49 for a limited time. We're talking 4 100% white meat seasoned chicken strips served with fries, Texas toast, and DQ's signature country gravy. Yeah, you heard that right. For crunch time and no time, it can only be the DQ chicken strip basket. Just $7.49 for a limited time. Get it delivered in the DQ app. Happy tastes good at participating locations.
Pro Savings Days are back at Lowe's. Right now, get a 4-piece GE kitchen suite for under $2,000. Plus, get a free DeWalt 20-volt Max XR 8 amp-hour battery when you buy a select DeWalt tool. Save big with deals that work as hard as you do. Shop Pro Savings Days in-store or online today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 8/1. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details.
It's the summer sales event at Robside Ford. Your chance to upgrade without the stress. Robside joins me now. Rob, what's the offer?
0% financing, $0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days on nearly the entire Ford lineup.
That's a serious summer deal.
Sure is. And unlike your brisket last weekend, these deals aren't dry.
Okay, that's fair. These savings are definitely juicy.
And we're backing it up with 2 years of complimentary maintenance, a non-commissioned sales team, and top trade-in values.
No pressure, no gimmicks at Robside Ford. The way car buying should be.
We're Kansas City's top-rated Ford dealer, 4.8 stars, nearly 3,000 Google reviews, and a better experience from start to finish.
So skip the smoke and the dry meat. This summer, start at Robside Ford.
135th and State Line or robsighc.com. 0% financing, $0 down, 0 payments for 90 days, and 2 years of complimentary maintenance.
Robside Ford, buy right, drive happy. And next time, maybe stick to potato salad.
This report is brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts, your professional parts people.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Missouri side inbound I-29 from 435 into downtown, about 15 minutes. Checking 435, you're moving at posted speeds or better all around the metro. Kansas side K10 eastbound from K7 to 69 is a 9-minute drive. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
From the 913, thanks for getting that stupid bird song stuck in my head.
Surfer Bird?
Yeah, somebody says, make Bink change the name of the show from Character Concerns to I Hate This Pick.
Don't like it.
Not a fan. No, so something that sweeps the baseball parks, been a trend for quite some time now, is the 999 challenge, and J.J. Watt just did it over the weekend.
Yeah, in a shortened game, though. I think it was like a 5.5 inning game, but he still did it.
Which is almost more impressive.
Yeah.
9 beers, 9 hot dogs.
Oh, I don't think did he do all 9?
I don't know.
I was assuming he just did the 5.5. I didn't know if he did all 9.
But there's a list of how many people have attempted it at a stadium.
Yeah.
Per social media post. The number one place, shockers, in Philadelphia, 4,868 people have attempted. I don't know how many people have actually completed it.
I'd like to know what percentage of fans are doing it based on how many are in the ballpark, too, because you start to look at some of these top teams that are on here. Philly, Yankees, and Dodgers are your top three, probably your three biggest attended teams, you know, and so that's probably why they have more people attempting, this kind of thing. And, of course, Milwaukee's in the top 10. I mean, what else do they do up there except eat hot dogs, smoke cigs, and drink light beer, right? I mean, that's perfect for them. Royals are way down on the list, too. Only 1,600 people have tried this at Kauffman Stadium this year.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's something that a lot of people have asked me if I would ever do it. I don't want to pay for it, but if somebody wanted me to do it and pay for me, I would do it. Somebody says he finished the challenge in the 6th inning.
Oh, he did finish it. Okay, good for him. Yeah, all right. So that is even more impressive if he did it. But no, I'm out on this. This is not something that I'm interested in.
Is it harder to do the beers or harder to do the hot dogs?
Oh, the beer.
Yeah.
I would think for me at this stage of my life where I am, where I hardly drink a beer anymore, I would think beer is probably something that I'm not going to be able to do, especially at the ballpark now. They're all big beers, right? I know there's a couple of places, but you have to hunt and seek for a 12-ounce beer. But if I'm doing this, I want the smallest possible beer.
Yeah, I think the thing that's interesting, I don't know which one that hurts more, because I think after 4 hot dogs and 4 beers, you're sitting there oh my God.
Yeah, you probably feel like total ass.
Somebody says I do the 999 challenge every game at home. My wife and my toilets hate me. It was 16-ounce beers, not the pounders, too. So he was
16 ounces is a pounder, though.
No, 22 ounces a pounder.
It is 16 ounces in the pound, though.
I just always thought the 22 ounces were considered the pounders.
Oh,
I don't know. What you say makes sense.
Yeah.
Somebody says, "Can you sub the beer with a surfside?" I would assume so.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Now, if you say a cocktail in 9, now maybe we're having a different conversation. I may not be able to walk out of the place.
Vodka soda every inning.
Yeah, I mean,
see, I thought the thing was you had to
do
not
17 Cayman Jacks or something like that. But I mean, but I could probably do a vodka soda in inning. If look, this is a challenge, right?
So that's 9 shots.
I don't know. Is that a lot? I don't. I mean, Josh Simmons. I mean, is 9 a lot? I don't. Over the course of 2.5 hours, probably, because remember, games are quicker now.
Yeah.
So you're going at a rapid pace.
Yeah.
With all of this, I think, right? I mean, at least that's the way that I'm looking at it. We're not talking about 4-hour games and leisurely trips to the concession stand.
Right.
You better go and probably load up with at least half of the hot dogs right at the start and a couple of cocktails. You're allowed 2 at a time, and so that gets you through the first 2 innings.
Because I thought you had to do it just 1 per inning, that it was hot dog and a beer, top of the first, bottom of the first. Then you move on to the second inning.
So you're talking 2 hot dogs and 2 drinks per inning. So you're talking the 18 challenge.
Well, I just thought you had to do 1 of each per inning. So I thought you had to go per inning. I didn't know you could do I'm going to knock out 5 hot dogs real quick in the first inning. Now I'm down 5.
I wasn't going to do it that way. I was just going to stock up so I didn't have to waste the time going to the concession stand, missing the game, that kind of stuff. I was just,
From the 816, if I slammed 2 beers and ate 2 hot dogs, I'd be regretting it in an hour.
Yeah. How old are you? Please let me know, because you're probably over 40 at that stage, right? I can't do 2 hot dogs and 2 beers. That'll repeat on me for nights.
From the 620, it sounds like you all want me to wake up naked in a stranger's yard.
Or in Maloney's kitchen, either way.
From the 913, does it come with a barf bag?
Yeah.
And then somebody says, I'd rather do 9 Jaeger bombs, but you would have to carry me out.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. I'd do Rumpelmans before I would do Jaeger bombs at that point in time. But, I mean...
When's the last time you've had Jaeger?
It's been a hot
10 years?
minute. Yeah, probably. I mean, I guess. I don't know. I was going to do some Jaeger bombs over the weekend at the lake, and then I was reminded that they have Red Bull in them. And I was reminded, I do not like Red Bull.
You don't like the wings?
No, I don't like it. It's a smell. It smells like feet.
It does have a funk. From the 913, I did 9 beers and 4 fireballs in 2.5 hours at golf last night.
9 beers and 4 fireballs in 2.5 hours?
How'd you shoot?
Damn, we were at Arrowhead parking lot before a Chiefs game? That sounds like Jen.
And then from the 816, you knock out the beers first, and then you eat the hot dogs so you're not bloated.
I don't know.
Kind of kill your buzz, too, so it's kind of hand in hand.
I mean, I don't know.
And you were correct. 16 ounce is the pounder.
Yeah.
Bob was right. I don't know. There's just, to me, it just seems like a very rough time.
It seems horrible. It seems like a terrible, terrible, terrible thing to do to yourself. Now, if you were to ask me when I was 20 years younger and we were doing our baseball trips and nothing mattered, I would probably give it an attempt. But no, at this point in time, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, the person says they shot a 78 after hitting 9 beers and 4.5.
No chance. On one hole?
I mean, if they were feeling good and they weren't, worried about the
78 on 9 holes.
No, they probably played 18.
He said 9.
No, the 9 beers.
Oh,
9 beers and 4.5.
No, I think it's 2.5 hours.
Yeah, 2.5 hours.
So you're not playing 18.
You might if you teed off at like 5 o'clock. Nobody's out there,
and you're playing by yourself and running.
I hope you're not playing by yourself, drinking 9 beers and 4 fireball shots.
My God, how you getting home? Have you ever seen anybody run on the golf course with their bag because they're trying to play fast?
No, but I mean, I do love ready golf. There's nothing more annoying than people that play slow.
Oh, it's terrible.
Slow play golf is worse than somebody driving 60 in the fast lane. 100% it is.
Yeah.
They said it's a par 66, and they shot 78.
Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah, I mean, 78.
Yeah.
I might try this Shoal Creek tomorrow when I play. Well, just please get home safe. Use an Uber. It's always nice. Clancy,
is it easier to do that when it's hot out or when it's going to be a nice day like we have today?
To what, drink?
Yeah.
Like today.
Yeah.
Yeah, or if it's like, I mean, when it's hot, it's just like going to a Royals game when you have like
you just don't want to
because you're not constantly sipping, right? Like you're getting out, you're getting on the tee box, you're hitting. You're driving around, you're letting your buddy get his shot, then you get back in your car, and you're like, oh, yeah, my beer. And you're like, by the time it's like halfway, you're like, oh, my gosh, this is like
warm,
lake water.
and you throw it out.
And there's nothing worse than a warm beer.
No.
But for the 999 challenge, or the 999, Kansas City Royals, 1656.
Yeah.
That's how many have attempted. I think Kramer said he tried it and did it.
Did he? I can see Kramer finishing that off. He looks more like that guy that we ran into the bar at than, that could do that kind of stuff, like a Joey Chestnut. You always think it's the big fat guy like us that's going to be able to do this challenge. And you look at Kramer, who's all ripped. He's like, that's easy to do. He's also 23 years old.
Yeah, somebody says, my fraternity had heated conversation about this when we did it for the D-backs Rangers World Series. Someone did 1 beer per dog per inning. Others slammed 5 in the first few innings. Definitely much harder to do 1 per as it gives the dog buns time to expand.
Yeah, that's the thing, right?
So I think if I did it, I think I would probably shotgun 2 beers back to back. And then I would probably drink another one at a heavy pace. I'd be 3 beers in, pretty good rush. And then I would probably, towards like my 5th or 6th beer, start eating hot dogs.
Oh, you'd wait that long?
Yeah.
I wonder if there are rules on this.
Well, how many times have you been drinking like during a happy hour? And then all of a sudden, you don't eat, and you're feeling really good, and you're afraid to eat because it'll kill your buzz.
Yeah.
And then you eat, and you're like, I'm ready for bed. It's like 7:30.
Yeah, it's true.
You're out, you're done,
which is
man.
perfect, actually. Yeah, but no, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you start eating. Yeah, sometimes you forget to eat though too. You're going good, and you're having a good day, and you're like, I forgot to eat all day.
Best breakfast you've ever had the next day.
It really is. Yeah,
like no doubt.
Yeah,
Mackie, do you take on the 999 challenge?
Absolutely not.
No.
And yeah, there's a lot of controversy with the way JJ did it because it is supposed to be 1 every inning.
That's what I saw.
Like, did MLB put out rules for this?
I just think it's like one of those unwritten rules where it's like you drink a beer and you eat a hot dog in 1 inning.
Yeah.
Whether it's the beer in the top of the first, or the dog in the bottom of the first, you do it 1v1, and then you go to the 2nd inning. And that's why when you say like the smart idea to do it would be like to go get 9 beers and put them like next to you, and go get 9 hot dogs, and then it's like okay, dog, beer, 3rd inning. Repeat.
I think most of us probably will come out of the gate firing with this, right? Like you're gonna go really, really fast at the beginning, and then by the time the 4th inning comes along, you're like, oh, I've dissipated, man. I just can't do this anymore. I can't walk. I mean,
I think Binkley slam dunks this competition.
Do you really?
Yes.
Okay.
100%. No matter how you look at it, I don't think he would get full or bloated when it comes to a dog and a beer.
Yeah, probably not.
I think he's probably the only one at this station that gives it a shot. I think I could do it, but I know for a fact I couldn't.
No chance Alex can do it. Cody would not have any. Drew Nixon may be a sneaky wild card in this.
No, because he doesn't drink.
Oh, he doesn't drink?
Not really.
Beer.
He doesn't drink beer, really. He likes like the twisted teas and the surf.
But you said we could sub in that kind of stuff, though, right? Like I was going to sub in cocktails.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could do that one.
Okay.
Yeah, you could do like a Surfside and a dog every inning.
That makes it way better.
Because the tea would be really easy. If you had like a Surfside iced tea and a hot dog, it'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Yes, I would love that.
Yeah, because
I think the beer, see, that's where the beer comes into play. That's why this is such a difficult challenge for a lot of people because you've got the bloating factor that comes in from the beer, and then the yeast from the beer mixes with the yeast from the bread, and then that expands inside your stomach, and then you're all screwed.
Ugh, yeah.
Imagine that coming out the next day.
The one thing I will say is I will always let someone else tip this a challenge, even though people on the text line, hopefully Specs not listening, says this would be a great IG content for Dusty.
No, it won't be because it involves alcohol. We're out of that business.
Yeah.
Have you done the mound? Do you guys play mound ball when you go to a game with your buddies?
Yeah,
You bet, right?
$1 an inning.
What I thought was really cool last week, I was watching the Cubs broadcast. They actually have that as a sponsored feature going to break.
Good.
The mound ball. I think that's awesome.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. I was like, damn, the Cubs, man. Just start talking about on TV what people are doing in the stadium. I mean, everybody's changing dollar bills all the time, betting on whether or not the ball lands on the mound. And the Cubs were doing it on their broadcast. I'm like, that's really cool.
Coming up on the other side, we get to Richard of the Week. It is brought to you by that Surfside Iced Tea and Vodka and Surfside Lemonade and Vodka, proud partner of the Kansas City Royals. Each can of Surfside is only 100 calories, and the best part is 0 bubbles, so there are 0 troubles. Coming up next, it's the Richard of the Week on Fescoe and Dusty on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Fescoe and Dusty. Subscribe and watch the show on YouTube by going to our channel at The Fan 965, Kansas City's FM sports station, 96.5 The Fan.
Need to sell your house in Kansas City but not sure what the best option is? Selling a home, especially when dealing with foreclosure, divorce, job relocation, or an inherited property, can feel overwhelming. That's why I don't just make offers. I help homeowners understand all their options so they can make the right choice with no pressure and no obligation. I'm Rex, a local homebuyer and resident right here in Kansas City. Whether you're looking for a fast cash sale or just want to explore your choices, I'll walk you through the pros and cons of selling to me or listing with an agent. If selling directly is your best move, I'll offer you a fair cash price and a closing timeline that fits your needs in as little as 7 days or on your schedule. No repairs, no commissions, no hidden fees. Just a transparent, hassle-free process so you know exactly what to expect. Let's talk. Call 816-330-6000 or visit rexbuyskc.com for a free, no-pressure consultation. Rex Buys KC, helping homeowners make informed decisions with confidence.
So we do a giveaway at GiveMeTheVin.com. Every month we're giving away $25,000 to one lucky person that sells us their car. Karen, you there?
I'm here.
Karen Gardner of Oceanside, California is the latest winner in GiveMeTheVin.com's big cash giveaway.
What did you sell us?
I sold you a 95 Impala.
And what did we pay you for it?
You guys gave me 18.
18 plus 25,000 because you're the winner, Karen.
Oh my God, you're kidding.
You could be next to get a little more, maybe a lot more.
You guys are awesome. Keep it up.
No purchase necessary. For official rules, go to GiveMeTheVin.com. Sell us your car.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Paid for client portrayal and endorsement. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Give me one good reason why I should call DM Law. How about 3 great reasons? 1, it's easy. 2, it's fast. 3, the results.
Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Missouri side 470 southbound, quite heavy this morning. You should make your way from I-70 down past 40 Highway. There's a stall off to the right shoulder, but rescue on the scene, blocking the right lane. Otherwise, things move well all around the metro. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Thursday, August 7th on Fescoe and Dusty is Travis Kelce Appreciation Day.
Kelce, no side, he makes the catch and rolls into the end zone off the right shoulder.
Right here on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan, KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2. Kansas City in Odyssey Sports Station.
I can't believe I'm reading this text. And I know my stepdad, Jeff, would agree with me when he reads this and hears me say it out loud. It truly blows my mind that people drink beer. It tastes horrible. Come on. I love an ice cold beer. Nothing better than a Friday. I mean, cocktail beer, whatever you want on a Friday.
I mean, look, I'm not a beer drinker anymore because of what it does to my body, you know? But a cold beer, there's still something special about a nice, just cold, ice cold beer in a mug and whatnot. Like that's a rite of passage, man.
When the mountains are blue,
smash.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well played.
Yeah.
Well played. Yeah. All right, Mac, let's do it.
Oh, dude, yes, we are doing that. We are doing that right now.
Okay.
Oh, Richard, I'm so happy. Hold me.
Richard of the Week.
Not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
You're really not. Bob, whose name's at the top of the list?
I think it is Mac's name.
All right. Leading off, Richard of the Week is Mac Morey. Mac, who you got as our Richard of the Week?
We talked about him yesterday. Ryan Clark's going to be my Richard of the Week, and it's not for the take.
You're rubbing off on him.
Because we had that take yesterday he had that take yesterday of Burrow's the best.
In the world.
In the world, the best. And it's not even a discussion, is what he said, too. You know what? Fine. We'll play it.
Okay.
Let's just think about the seasons Joe Burrow has actually finished. In 2 of those seasons, you go to the AFC Championships. In 1 of those seasons, you advance. And then you look at last year, and he's the best quarterback in the world, and it's not a conversation. I was talking this offseason to a lot of defensive coaches, and I was talking to a defensive coach, and he talked to me about Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Patrick Mahomes. And he says to me, he was like, bro, he's like, those dudes just know how to make something out of nothing. But the reason he thought Joe Burrow was the best was, he said, but Joe Burrow never misses the something. There's something to be said for a dude that knows how to put the football where it's supposed to go.
I want to go home. Did you hear Ryan Clark this morning?
You don't know what you're talking about.
On Get Up. Did you hear Ryan Clark this morning
what did he
on
say?
Get Up? The Chargers are going to win the West. They beat the Lions with a backup quarterback last night.
No, he did not.
Yes, he did. Yep, it was on there this morning. I'm going to tell you something. The Chargers surprised me last night. Did you see the way that they played with a backup quarterback?
Yeah, so it's not the take. The take obviously is idiotic, but the reason for the take is because he's fishing. And I think you're Richard if you're fishing in July. Have a real take. Have some real sports discourse. It's okay not to have a flaming hot take every day. It's okay. Hey, the Chiefs are better. That's fine.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes specifically is better. He's done way more. He's beat him multiple times since 4 years ago, whenever that AFC Championship game was. Just idiotic, Richard.
Well, it's really why I've kind of gravitated over the last few years to Kendrick Perkins, because before our sound got wolfed, we had a great bit from not Kendrick Perkins, but from Swagoo, who was sitting there and they're having these stupid contrived debates on these stupid shows, and Swagoo just goes, all right, enough. We all know the Chiefs are the best damn team in the NFL.
Yeah.
Stop. And he called everybody out for having these horrible, stupid, no good, rotten takes. And Ryan Clark, to me, started very, very good in this business and has just kind of fallen down, man. Like, now he speaks, and I'm just like, man, what happened to the Ryan Clark of 3 years ago that was legit, that was good, that wasn't looking to make headlines, that was talking, legit NFL football that I really loved? He's gravitated to the hot take world. Hopefully he's making more money doing it that way. God love him and good for him. But he went from a guy that I really respected in this medium on ESPN to a guy now who just becomes a guy that's just up there with Mad Dog screaming and yelling about the lamp.
Low-hanging fruit.
Yeah, it really is low-hanging fruit.
Yeah. What about
Dusty, you're next.
I'm going with that CEO. They got caught with his mistress at the CEO concert or at the Coldplay concert.
Uh-huh.
If you didn't see this in the news, he's now suing Coldplay. Look, buddy.
Idiot.
You got caught. You reacted in a way of guilt. Again, if you'd have just sat there, held your lady by the bosoms or whatever you were doing with them sweater kittens, and you got caught and acted like the police raided your house, and now you want to sue Coldplay because they put you on the Jumbotron, which he'll probably win some sort of case because there'll be something in the writing that says you're not allowed to whatever. But
don't cheat on your wife, jerk.
Yeah, stop breaking the law, a-hole.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the fact that this guy is suing Coldplay because they put him on the screen and it showed that he was out with someone other than his old lady, and now his life is ruined. His job he is no longer the CEO of. She is no longer head of HR, clearly.
Right.
But it's Coldplay's fault.
Right.
Because they put you on the screen and you react the way you did, and now you want to be a Richard and sue the band of the concert that you went to, where you probably know fans are going to be put up on the screen. And at that moment, you're ever so tightly caressing your mistress as if you don't care about anything in the world. Oh, but now you care.
Right.
Now you care.
It's your fault that I'm cheating on my wife. Wait, what?
What?
No, you were cheating on your wife, but that's peak 2025. I'm going to do something. I'm not going to accept responsibility, and I'm going to blame everybody else, and it's their fault for this, right?
I just can't believe that he's suing Coldplay. I mean, every teardrop is a waterfall. Life in Technicolor comes at you fast. You know, sometimes you're a little yellow. It is what it is, but you got to go.
Yeah, you can't be suing the band.
Good day, sir. You cheated on your wife. You stole from fizzy lifting drinks. You lose. Good day, sir. You were a CEO. You stepped down. Don't tell me there wasn't a buyout for that. Go to Hawaii. Go to Florida. Live the rest of your life with that lady that looks like she's from Tales from the Crypt that you thought was better than your wife. I'm sorry that you're a scumbag. Don't sue Coldplay. You're a Richard.
Yep.
Get lost. Go live your rest of your life where no one can see you. Not even a Coldplay concert.
And
Richard of the week.
And what that guy should do, seriously, he should just go away. Like he should be Bartman. Like you should never hear from this guy again. What a total clown, suing Coldplay because you were cheating on your wife. You got caught, pal. Don't cheat on your wife, first of all, and second of all, don't do it at a concert where there's 70,000 people. Idiot. That guy was the CEO of a company. You want these CEOs that get fired all the time. We see why. They're dopes. All right, finally, for me, my Richard of the week, Tom Brady.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
Tom Brady. Don't ever tell another man how to be a parent or a husband.
Oh,
Don't ever tell another man how to parent or how to be a better husband. Unless they come to you and say, hey, man, I need advice. But who's going to Tom Brady for marital advice or parenting advice? That guy's got no room to be out here telling anybody about parenting, being a father, being a husband. It's not your lane.
Add some context for the listeners.
So Scotty Scheffler a couple of weeks ago talked about how winning these things is nice, but it's not as fulfilling as being a dad. And he's right about that. And Tom Brady basically took umbrage to that.
Oh.
Tom Brady's like, well, I was a good dad because I went out there and worked every day and showed my kids about a good work ethic. No, being a good dad is being there for your kids. Working is not being a good dad. It's supporting your family. It's something that you need to do. That's being a father. That's being an adult. Be a dad. Be there for your child. Be at their events. Be at their stuff. Go to their games. Go to their school activities. Nobody wants to, but we do it because that's what we do as good parents. I haven't missed one damn thing in my kids' lives. I go to everything. I don't miss a thing because in 2 years it's over, and then we're looking back on, man, I wish we had that stuff to go to again. Tom Brady, don't talk about you worked hard so you were showing your kid a good work ethic. Yeah, normal human beings work. That's part of life. It's a third of our day. Everybody's supposed to work. That's not being a good dad. And don't tell Scotty Scheffler, who had the greatest comment ever, yeah, winning's nice, but it's not as fulfilling as being a father. That's the way it should be. When you leave your job at the end of the day, the most fulfilling thing is in that home, not what you did at the office. And if the most fulfilling thing you did in an office and you're a parent, you suck at being a parent.
From the 913, bring your kids to your Botox appointments. Tom's greatest parental advice. Then there's that video from when he was on that documentary. That's not how we kiss in this house. Get back over here. And I mean, good hell was that a kiss from his son to his dad.
I just saw a video of him like talking about, I don't know what documentary it is, him like with a soccer team and him saying Wayne Rooney like isn't a good enough coach or whatever, doesn't have the work ethic.
Yeah.
Like, damn, okay, whoa.
You know what? If I'm a Raider, trade me now. I don't want this guy lording over me. Go be on TV, man. Go team with Spiro Dides because that's about the level broadcast you should be on.
Man, don't kiss your players in the locker room either. On the top of the head, you'll get cut.
Yeah.
A lot of weird kissing with Tom Brady and his whatever. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like, yeah, I'm with you. Like, we always get, told like, hey, don't talk about this. Like, I'll never talk about somebody's family, right? Like, I'm not going to say like, oh yeah, unless you cheat on your wife and you're a CEO and you're suing Coldplay, then you can get bent for sure. But yeah, man, I mean, it's just, come on, Tom.
I mean, that's really just tone deaf.
And what Scotty Scheffler said was amazing.
Absolutely was amazing. It was great.
Like, Scotty Scheffler literally, like, humanized himself with every single male that's a father, where he's like, is winning great? Yes, it is. It lasts for a couple seconds, but where I win is when I go home to my family.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's so corny. Scotty Scheffler, he's super Christian. I don't like him. Screw you. Like, let him have his beliefs.
I love it. Like, we had 10 minutes together last night as a family. It's the best 10 minutes of the week. Everybody sitting there. Nobody had anything to do, sitting around. Now, of course, they were asking for stuff, and we just spent thousands of dollars on back to school, clothes and whatnot. But you always want stuff, need stuff. But you treasure those moments with your kids. They're so important and they're so vital. And if you're missing out on what your kids are doing because you think you're being a good dad by going to the office and playing football, you've totally missed the boat on what being a parent is.
Tom Brady's brother texting in, Brady isn't a normal human being. He's the best athlete ever.
Don't care.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean he's a good father or husband.
Brady has 7 rings, though. Mahomes being a family guy will be his downfall. Football is life. Brady understands it. You don't, Fescoe.
You're right, I don't. I have priorities in my life, and I feel bad for that person who texted in because sports don't matter, man. Nobody's going to remember what you did on the field. They're going to remember you. Like when Tom Brady's old, you want your kids around. That's what I want. I want my family around when I'm old. I want to be there for my kids. I want to see my grandkids. I want to walk everything I do in life is geared towards my children, of what I want them to have experiences for. And I want them to see great things in life and have the opportunity and do the right thing and learn and all that kind of stuff. Everything I do is for my children. And anybody who doesn't and thinks sports is more important than their family, you suck. It's probably why you're single.
Not only that,
you don't know what you're talking about.
There you go. Not only that, but, Bob gained another son. He got Mac, and he's got Alex. So, I mean, you're here with your kids every day at work. Like, you bring your kids to work every day.
Every day.
Look at you.
How good of a dad you are.
That's how good of a dad I am. But, I mean, I don't understand how you can prioritize and think it's more important to do your job than it is to be a dad.
I would be a good dad, but I always have to say this.
So I was just always so hammered. I don't remember anybody else drinking.
So I can't take any advice from dads because I don't know what the hell to do. Coming up on the other side, we'll tell you what J.J. Piccolo had to say about the Royals trade deadline here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Hey, it's Bobby Witt Jr., and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball, 96.5 The Fan.
Men, summertime is here. And that means vacations, summer barbecues, outdoor parties, camping, beaches, and so much more. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health, and if you're like many men, you may not be feeling like yourself this summer. Perhaps your energy is low and you aren't sleeping well. Maybe your workouts aren't as good as they used to be. And if what I'm describing is you, it's very likely you're suffering with low testosterone. But low T doesn't have to affect you anymore. Just call Heartland Men's Health, get treated, and see how it changes your life. If you're like most men, you'll feel so much better. Deeper sleep, improved vitality and clarity, greater strength and energy, and an enhanced sex drive as well. So call us. Just $99 gets you a PSA and T-test and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600. That's 844-447-6600. Or go to heartlandmenshealth.com. We have 3 offices, Overland Park, Independence, and North Kansas City.
Upgrade your learning experience during Dell Technologies Back to School event with AI PCs like the Dell 14 Plus featuring an Intel Core Ultra processor starting at $749.99. Supercharge your studies with features like real-time notes transcription, AI accelerated hardware to run multiple apps without slowing down, extended battery life, and more. That's the power of new AI PCs with Intel inside. Discover a smarter way to learn at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing a best man speech, but getting one from some random +1.
I am honored to be standing here today, also confused and a little hungry. Does anyone want to switch entrees? Pretty sure I checked beef.
You wouldn't settle for just any speech, so don't settle for just any insurance. Get the real deal with State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
If you didn't think skipping breakfast was a big deal, you'd be right. Before. But now, Wendy's has Buck Biscuits. We're talking sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit, bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, or even the Honey Buddy chicken biscuit for just $1 each. Seriously, you can get all 3 if you want. They're just $1, so you'll never skip breakfast again. If you're smart. Breakfast for $1? Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Limit 5 qualifying items per transaction. Not valid in the combo while supplies last.
When I wake up
The best mornings
in the morning light,
start with Wrangler.
I pull on my jeans and I feel alright.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
College football summer is no time to slouch because we are taking you to school on the Cover 3 podcast, part of the CBS Sports Podcast Network. It's time for our annual summer school series as we take time to break down some of your favorite teams with experts and insiders who know these depth charts from top to bottom. But summer school is just extra credit as we go through positional drafts, player rankings, and more. Follow and listen to the Cover 3 podcast on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Today, smoke is present in certain areas with temperatures reaching 78.
Weather brought to you by Staples. Have you heard? The Staples Easy button is back with even more easy. Press it for custom prints, shipping services, even passport photos. Staples. That was easy.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the Mission Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling Studios.
For those of you who like to gamble, I'm sure Alex Gold will talk about this when live in St. Joe. Bet365 launched its online sportsbook in Kansas yesterday. It is the 7th legal online sportsbook to operate in the state. So if you sign up with a new account, you get some bonus cash.
Oh, you get some free Skrilla, huh?
So if you want to put some future bets, Bet365 is live in Kansas. Don't forget today, Cody and Gold live in St. Joe. They'll be joined by Noah Gray. Not a bad pick. You know, get to talk about the tight ends, talk about Travis Kelce and all that sort of stuff. Also, Josh Simmons will be at the podium talking about everything that you need to know.
Nice.
What about Jake Bringingstool?
We'll get to him on Saturday.
Will he be bringing his
there.
stool tomorrow to sit next to you and
he does.
have a chat? I guarantee you, if he knows that you want to have him on, he'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody else is asking for him.
We should probably be able to get that. I'm sure if one of the PR guys is like, hey, is there anybody you're looking for? Mac.
Jake Bringingstool. We can give you Mahomes or Bringingstool. Mac's like, I'll take Jake Bringingstool.
I actually, I mean, we know what Mahomes is going to say.
I was going to say,
right?
honestly, I would actually have to think about that.
You know what Mahomes is going to say.
You know, it's been a good practice. You know, everybody's here, and it's been really fun. And, you know, we're trying to be good. Let's just play some football. Hey, Bringingstool, what do you think about this team? Dude, it's so awesome.
Yeah. Like Bringingstool is just going to be happy that somebody asked him to bring his stool. All right, let's go. The Chiefs signed 3 players today, just so you know, if you're scoring at home. Here we go. Defensive back, Johnny Carter. Defensive back, Aziz Hearn. And Ed Hearn's kid. And wide receiver, Keyshawn Smith.
Not the guy from the Bills.
I don't know. Honestly,
come on, dude.
Well, no, but you and I talked about the guy they signed. There was a guy. I thought it started with a K.
From Cincinnati.
Or was it from Cincinnati? See, I don't even. I don't know.
It doesn't matter. He's not going to make the team.
Yes.
He's not going to make the team. They're going to keep 6 receivers, and they've already decided who those 6 are going to be. Come on, doesn't matter. It won't be top 3. Yeah. No, so yesterday the Royals, I think, did a very good job of setting themselves up for the future. Not only that, but setting themselves up for the rest of this run. They were 3.5 games out.
Jake Bringingstool is out of practice today, by the way. Yeah.
Still injured?
Our friend Harold Kuntz from Channel 5. Sky Moore not in pads today. Sleeve over right leg.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
That can't happen.
Deion Bush, Christian Fulton, and Jake Bringingstool are also out.
Hang it.
No, Bringingstool costing him an opportunity. It looks like he's bringing shoes to practice, but he's not bringing anything like a helmet.
He brought a stool.
Sit on. He is bringing his stool.
Yeah. That's cling. This was JJ Piccolo on Freddie Fermin and the trade of itself yesterday.
I will say on a personal note, I really enjoyed Freddie. I think we all did, but I am very happy for him that he's getting an opportunity to play and maybe play a larger role on a good team. And for San Diego, he was a target for them. They've always had an affection for Freddie. So we knew we had a starting piece. And of course, like we do with everything, you try to dance around it and go to other players. But they clearly had a need in the catching department that we could fill for them. The asking price for Freddie was steep. And a lot of teams walked away from anything that we would ask for Freddie, but San Diego didn't. It's two young starting pitchers. Both have tremendous futures ahead of them. I don't want to speak for San Diego, but you get the vibe from them. That's why it took until today to get that done. You get the vibe from them that this was a difficult trade for both sides, which is what a good baseball trade should be.
So the vibe I get is once they locked up Lugo, the number one name on this roster that people were seeking was Freddie Fermin.
Yeah.
They want a battery mate to their pitchers in the playoffs, and then you literally solidified it when you had that game the other day where they went 10 scoreless innings with 9 different pitchers, and Freddie Fermin was the captain behind the plate the entire game, something that you've never seen in baseball before. And maybe that was his selling point. And the Padres, who need pitching to be perfective in the playoffs and get to that final destination that they need, which is the World Series, you go get a guy like Freddie Fermin, who clearly was not only a fan favorite, but a local media favorite and a clubhouse favorite.
It's interesting to hear JJ talk about the connection that San Diego had to Freddie Fermin. Does somebody love MJ Melendez like that? Because we could surely use the opportunity to trade him. I know we got to wait till next year now to do that, but I think the league would make an exception. But to hear him talk about the love that the Padres had for Freddie Fermin is awesome, because if you're JJ and you know that they want them, you just sit back and go, okay, here we go. The asking price is going to be high. And they got 2 starting pitchers for a backup catcher in Freddie Fermin, who's obviously going to play more for the Padres than he's going to play here for Kansas City. But that's what you want, man. You want a guy on your roster that people covet, because then you can up the asking price. And to get 2 potential starters who a rival scout told me could be the 4th and 5th guy in their rotation right now, I mean, and that was before the Brady Falter trade that they made later in the day. But you traded a backup catcher and got 2 potential starters back in return. That's a win on every stretch of the means, man. That is a great move by the Royals. It's taking an asset that somebody values more than you do and turning it into something that you need and something that you value. So that's a win, right there. And people want to know who wins and loses the trade deadlines. Both teams can win, and that's what you really want. You want a trade that's successful for both teams, so you continue to do business with each other. So that's just a good move by the Royals yesterday. Good move by the Padres to get Freddie Fermin too.
Yeah, this comes from Nick Keppel from the Royals with Ryan Bergert, 25, made his major league debut earlier this season. 1-0 with a 2.78 ERA, 11 earned runs in 35 and 2/3 innings, and 11 appearances, 7 starts with San Diego, while holding opponents to a 186 average. He didn't earn a decision in any of his 7 starts, despite allowing 3 runs or fewer. Sounds like he'll fit right in here in Kansas City. Also, they got the other kid, which is Stephen Kolek, who is 28 as well, went 4-5 with a 4.18 ERA, 37 earned and 79 and 2/3 innings pitched this season with San Diego, and has completed at least 5 innings in 12 of his 14 starts. He's induced 17 ground ball double plays. So not guys that are going to blow you away with speed or stuff like that, but these guys seem like Royals pitchers, right? Don't give up a lot of runs, keep the ball on the ground, let your defense play behind you. You got Bobby Witt Jr. back there. You got Michael Garcia there. You got, Kyle Isbell manning center field, who I think has been a lot better than a lot of people.
Been really good. Quietly been your best outfielder this year. Nobody's talking about him. He may have been, you can make the case, maybe your most consistent player all season long. He's been fantastic.
And then JJ was asked about what's the plan moving forward at catcher, because obviously you have Sal, who doesn't catch full time anymore. Obviously, DH plays first. This was JJ on the plan at catcher.
JJ, is the plan to go with Salvi and Luke at catcher, or it was possible?
Yes. As of right now, that's what we're going to do. I mean, we very intentionally, have, kept Luke with us as much as we could. When we ran him through waivers earlier in the year, we were a little uneasy that he would get claimed, but his veteran presence, game calling skills, knowing our pitchers, being the type of guy that he is in our clubhouse that carries a lot of value. The pitchers enjoy pitching to him, and that's what he's done his entire career. When guys like Luke, I think about the game Sunday. I don't know how long it's been since he's truly played. He catches a tremendous game and he gets a big hit. That's what veterans do. And that's where in the role that he is in with this club right now, it's going to be really important that we maintain that.
So guys like me who are eager to see Carter Jensen, who are also eager to see Jack Caglione, maybe that's a reason why we don't see Carter Jensen, because of the fear that if he does come up and it doesn't work out, what's the perspective from his point of view? But it looks like Melee is going to be the backup. It's going to be Sal, and then it's going to be him catching behind home plate. That was a very quick yes answer from
Very fast.
Yeah,
Very
sorry,
fast.
Pete, but it was. Is that the yes? Let's hear that again.
Maybe is the plan to go with Salvi and Luke at catcher, or it was possible?
Yes.
It's like an immediate yes. You can stop asking.
Can I go out? No.
Yeah.
It's like parents don't say yes as fast as JJ.
Well, Mom
That's like
said
a
if you
no.
didn't, I don't care.
No. The answer's no. You didn't ask Mom, and we're not pitting one against the other. The answer's no. Go sit back down.
Right.
Is the situation that yes, it's what we're doing. We've got Salvador Perez and we got Luke Miley on the roster, however you pronounce his name, and those are the guys moving forward. Do not ask this question again, young man.
Which I think is he cut him off like that because I think the follow up obviously is like, is Carter Jensen going to get the chance to come up because what he's done in AAA and how he looks? I don't know if that's going to happen soon, or if Carter Jensen comes up when the rosters expand and maybe you
maybe in September you bring him up, but at this point in time you got two veterans back there. That's what you want right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think also too, with where this team is, I would just keep Carter Jensen down the rest of the year until you got September call-ups and games don't matter at the big league level. But as long as you're in the playoff push, I want my veteran guys back there. And also, too, you can't live life going, well, Cags hasn't worked out this year, so we better not bring up Carter Jensen, right? But that's how people act. I'm sure you see it on the text line this morning. Well, with the way that Cags has played, why should we bring up another guy? That should never impact you at all. What you do in your job has nothing to do with what I do in my job. You may have come up and didn't get the job done right away, but that shouldn't prevent the organization from bringing me up who may be able to get that job done. So I don't like that comparison at all. It's like, oh, we should never draft another wide receiver because it hasn't worked out. We did that for 30 years with quarterbacks here in Kansas City. Didn't draft anybody. Couldn't figure it out because Blackledge failed. It ended up working out the right way. But you can't make decisions based on so-and-so failed at the big league level or hasn't been good at the big league level, so we can't bring anybody else up. That's a bad way to live.
Right, yeah, and I would love to see Carter Jensen up here because, again, I get to the point where, like, I'm eager probably more than most, but I also look at it from a perspective of what else can they possibly do in the level below? Because people have asked, when Cags goes down for his rehab assignment, did they keep him down there for a little bit longer? There's no reason to, because if he goes down there, we've already seen what he did in AAA at 319, had 6 home runs, and then in AA he had 9 home runs and hit 322. He has those levels figured out. Right. He's not going to figure out the next level unless he gets out there and actually does it, right? Like, you can go to the driving range every day and hit golf balls into the driving range. Until you get out on that course, you're not going to know what the situation is because this shot, the grass might be a little bit longer.
Yeah.
This hole, the angle might be a little bit different. It's different than the driving range. Yeah, the repetitions are there that get you back into it. But look, I expect to see Cags back on this team when he's healthy and he's got through his rehab assignment. And maybe like you had mentioned earlier in the week, which was a good take that I stole for our Instagram page. Like, yeah, maybe this is a blessing in disguise, a blessing and a curse. Yes, he got hurt, injuring his hamstring, but by sending Cags down, does this give like a quick reset and be like, oh yeah, I need to get back to this. This feels how I need to do this.
And it doesn't feel like he's been sent down. No. You know you've wanted to. You know you wanted to send him down. They know they wanted to send him down to get his head, and that's fine. Not everybody hits right away. George Brett was sent down, right? Alex Gordon was sent down. It's okay to get sent back down, but this is a way to do it where you can disguise it as a rehab assignment and not put it out there for all of us knuckleheads to hear. Oh, Cags got sent down. He might not be any good. Nah, he's got a little bit of a sore hamstring. We're going to send him on a rehab assignment, and then, by the time September comes, bring him back up with those September call-ups.
So let me ask for you to get inside your crystal ball, because tonight Royals start at 6:07. Vern's On Deck show starts at 5 o'clock.
Canadian time or American time?
American time.
Okay.
Central time here on 96.5 The Fan. Be sure to play the pitch clock, because if you do get it and you win, you have a chance to go see those Washington Nationals when they come in town in about a week, because they're on a 9-game road trip. But tonight they are they're underdogs, right? They're plus 135 on the money line. The over/under in the game tonight is 8.5. But you look at Toronto, right? That's a test right out of the chute, right after the trade deadline. You're getting tested. You're going to see your new team. You're going to see some new faces. But you get the Blue Jays for 3, you get Boston for 3, and you get the Twins for 3. Out of those 9 games, what do you want to see the Royals do when they come back with a record-wise?
Well, they've got to start winning series and not just winning, but sweeping. They've got to put together one of those long winning streaks, 7-2.
Wow. Okay. I'd be happy with 6-3. That's a series win throughout.
Yeah.
Right? Or if you lose the series to Toronto, you have then won the other 2, obviously, by taking care of business, because Toronto on the road, Boston on the road, those are playoff teams.
Yeah, they are. They are playoff teams.
You are setting your team up to be either a playoff contender this year, whether you believe it or not, or setting your team up in the future to have the control that they have. That's why I think we go back and look at this draft or this trade deadline. They win it. They get an A because they not only did not give up much, they gave up Freddie Fermin, a locker room guy, a good piece of this team, but they didn't give up any of their top prospects.
None.
For one thing. 2, they didn't give up any of their proven players on their roster. Also, I think you can kind of like single-handedly put in the Seth Lugo signing as part of the deadline deal, because he would have been a piece that was probably the most sought-after piece, but what they thought they could get back for him was not enough to them. So they said, you know what, screw it, let's save him. But to me, the most important part of this trade deadline is exactly
Or he said, I don't want to be traded, and they said, then sign this contract too. Okay.
Also could be there. But the thing that I thought was important is ownership. Because ownership has told this city that they care and they want to be a good team. Because I think the days of, the piss poor seasons of 105 losses or 101 losses where, it's June 1st and you're like, all right, baseball's done. I think we have seen enough from John Sherman that we don't want to see that anymore. And that's one big, giant hurdle you've got to get over in this town as a baseball town that loves this team, that they hate to see lose those many games and be out of it before they even throw footballs in St. Joe.
Yeah.
They're proving you that to the city. Not only that, ownership is telling the team itself, hey, we're going to lose Freddie, but I'm going to launch in 3 new pitchers and a batter and Yastrzemski, who's a 34-year-old vet who we can put in late in games for a defensive substitution, or we have
He'll be a starter.
Yeah, or we can put him in right field and he can be a starter and really kind of give us a little bit of a breathing room sort of experiment out in right field, where he has a mediocre stick and he's got a pretty decent glove out in right field, and you're going to be in Kauffman Stadium. Now you're going to be a guy that can really shine late in your career, be kind of one of those vet leaders. And they brought in Grichuk and they brought in Frazier as locker room guys. And I think Randall Grichuk's been fine so far, very small sample size. But your ownership is showing you to the city that they care, and they're showing you to your own team, hey, guys, we're not out of this. We're going to be buyers.
Yeah, I mean, and it's good. I think everybody in the clubhouse should be excited with what the Royals did. You didn't lose anybody. You didn't Minnesota Twins this thing, right? And that's something that we really haven't talked about, what's going on in Minnesota right now. Imagine that being your baseball team today, waking up and knowing that your team traded literally everybody on the roster. Carlos Correa, who 2 days ago said how much he loved Minnesota, traded back to Houston. Like, they traded everybody. That's a fire sale. That's ownership not caring. But also, too, the Minnesota Twins are for sale. And so they're trying to strip everything down before they present this thing to try to sell it. From what I've understood, and I've actually talked to people who've kind of been involved with the sale, it's not going well right now up in Minnesota for trying to sell this ball club. And so they're trying to move on from this ball club. They're trying to cut expenses. They're trying to get this thing sold. That's why they ultimately traded everybody. That's a bad situation to be in. The ownership change and all that. Ownership change here was seamless, man. It went from David Glass to John Sherman, who was handpicked by Glass because he was a Kansas City guy, was already in baseball. It was a seamless transition. Minnesota right now, man, up in the air with what's going on, with who's going to own their franchise and what the future is going to hold for them. It's a bad spot to be in today if you're in Minnesota. I feel for the fans of that team to see what's going on with their ball club, because that really does suck that they had to unload everybody and now they're going to be sold and nobody knows what the future holds for that organization. So we're not in that route anymore. We're never going to be, as long as John Sherman's is in charge, in that route of selling off our entire team. And there was a tweet that I wanted to bring up from Gary Myers, who's an NFL writer, covers the NFL for I think it's the New York Daily News is who he works for. And so he's not a baseball guy, but had an interesting take on this trade deadline stuff yesterday and tweeted out to the extent of, the baseball trade deadline feels like a dispersal draft. The crap teams just sell off their best players who are unsigned next year rather than making a commitment to sign them. How is this good for baseball? And then my thought is, yeah, and then we're back in this situation again next year with the exact same teams. Every year it's the same teams. How is this good for baseball? We shouldn't be having these dispersal drafts. Everybody should be able to sign their guys and keep them around. But that's not how baseball works, Bryce Harper.
If you are planning on doing some scoreboard watching, because we're kind of in that part of the season, big series out on the West Coast. Texas and Seattle play each other.
Yeah, huge. Yeah.
Texas and Seattle play each other, so you will jump one of those teams if you keep winning.
Yeah.
Now, fortunate for the Cleveland Guardians, they get to play at home against the Twins. So, yeah. But, hey, Joe Ryan goes tonight for Minnesota, so maybe you can steal one there. You're 3.5 games out of the wild card. You're a half game behind Cleveland, and you've got to jump who again? Texas and Seattle.
Yeah.
And they play each other. So that's why these wins to this series where you're going to have Waka tonight, you're going to have Cameron on Saturday, and you're going to have Lugo on Sunday. You've got to win 2 of those 3 games.
You've got to start winning those stretches of games. That's where I am right now, because just when you get to a certain point, then you give it back. Like we don't have it in us anymore to win 2, lose 1, win 2, lose 1, win 1, lose 2. Like that's not the case anymore. We've got to start playing better than 500 baseball if this team wants to make it into the postseason. That's why I say go 7-2 on this road trip, and you put yourself in a really good position. And I'd love those 7 games to come in a row if we could possibly get that done, right? Win a good chunk of games in a row. It's something that the Royals haven't done all year. And I think it's safe to say that the Chiefs' 9-game winning streak last year may be longer than any winning streak that the Royals have this year. And that needs to change if they want to make it into the playoffs.
I don't know if you mentioned this earlier about the Chiefs as we transition over there when you talked about bringing Stool not being in practice. You know who is at practice and in pads? Xavier Worthy.
Oh, good.
Because we had talked about that earlier about how he had gotten that concussion.
What about Hollywood Brown?
I have not seen that, but our friend that you had mentioned, Harold Kuntz at Fox 4, had mentioned that Xavier Worthy is walking fully padded with a helmet in his hand. He will practice today.
Excellent.
So
perfect. Done.
There you go.
One less thing to worry about, because they were starting to worry a little bit. Like, not I say
they
worry.
Had you worried?
Yeah, but it was almost to the point of in talking to people in the organization about the wide receivers. Worthy went down with an ankle injury or a head injury, concussion. Hollywood Brown had the ankle injury. Rashee Rice is facing the suspension. It was almost like one of those, I'm just going to put my hands up in the air and complain for a second, right? And they're like, look, another year where Patrick Mahomes isn't going to have his full complement of wide receivers. Like, what are we supposed to do?
Here we go again.
Yeah, here we go again. And like when people inside the organization are saying that, I'm like, damn, man, like they're feeling it like we are, right? Because that's the fan reaction. When is Patrick ever going to have a full complement of healthy wide receivers? How good would Mahomes be with T. Higgins and Jamar Chase by his side, right? I mean, having those 2 guys healthy all year long gets you to a 9-8 record if you're a marginal quarterback like Joe Burrow.
Yeah. Somebody says in the text line, Royals are going to pull a 2019 Nationals type of run. Mark it, Dusty. I mean, I hope you're right, man, because golly, give me what was it last year? Week 5 is when the Royals finally lost in the playoffs and they were done, and it was the Chiefs.
It was like October 10th or something like that.
The Chiefs had hit their bye week, and the Royals had just lost to the
week
Yankees.
6 or something. Yeah,
crazy, man. So I mean, you give me some of that. I mean, I'll sign me up, man. I
think we'll all sign up for that. But they've got to. It's got to happen this week. This is the biggest week of the year for the Royals. If they go 2-7, then we're on. We're done. There's nothing left to see here right now. You go 7-2. You string these games together. You start winning. Not just series. You start sweeping series. You start winning 5, 6, 7, 8 in a row. Put together a nice winning streak, and you have to do that over the course of the baseball season. That's not asking for a lot. Hell, the Red Sox just finished a 10-game winning streak. The Mets just finished a 7-game winning streak. It happens all the time in baseball. The Royals really need one of those, and to do it against Boston and to do it against Toronto would be even better.
Yeah, go shock the world. Go up to the best team in baseball in the Toronto Blue Jays because, we have a history with them. We don't like them.
Yeah,
right?
Literally shock the world. This is an international series this weekend.
Literally. In Canada and the United
States. People
States.
from many countries are watching this.
Yeah, and then pretty cool what they're doing in Chicago this weekend on Saturday.
Yeah, Ryan Sandberg Day. And also today what they're doing, they're announcing they're going to have the 2027 All-Star Game there in conjunction with celebrating Ryan Sandberg's life. Like, that's really awesome. You sent me this picture yesterday, him kind of rounding into the cornfields, high-fiving Don Zimmer as he rounds first. Yeah. I got emotional. I'm not going to lie.
Figured.
Like, Ryan Sandberg is one of those guys that was like everybody's childhood kind of hero, right? Like, everybody loved Ryan Sandberg. Maybe some Cardinal fans didn't, but no matter where you grew up, everybody had an affinity for Ryan Sandberg.
Yeah. So they will wear blue jerseys with the number 23 on the back with no name.
So cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I also hope they carve out, like, Sandberg and the IV with his number.
I saw them painting behind home plate with a big 23, but that would be cool, too, if they did that in the IV.
Would be sick. We'll turn 2 on the other side for the weekend here on 96.5 The Fan. It is your home for Kansas City sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty.
What the hell's wrong with your station?
On Kansas City's FM sports station, 96.5 The Fan.
Tiger, Dragon, do you have what it takes to win? Be fierce like the tiger, strong like the dragon. Only the brave will survive.
Yeah, that's not how these games work. With Tiger and Dragon from the Kansas Lottery, you can win up to $125,000 or $100K in a second chance drawing.
You are weak.
Ouch. It's not a video game. It's better. Play Tiger and Dragon instant games from the Kansas Lottery.
Let's play.
Yeah, that works. See kslottery.com for details.
Pro Savings Days are back at Lowe's. Right now, get a 4-piece GE kitchen suite for under $2,000. Plus, get a free DeWalt 20-volt Max XR 8-amp-hour battery when you buy a select DeWalt tool. Save big with deals that work as hard as you do. Shop Pro Savings Days in-store or online today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 8/1. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
DQ presents The Sound of Happy. Hear that? That's the DQ chicken strip basket. Only $7.49 for a limited time. We're talking 4 100% white meat seasoned chicken strips served with fries, Texas toast, and DQ signature country gravy. Yeah, you heard that right. For crunch time and no time, it can only be the DQ chicken strip basket. Just $7.49 for a limited time. Get it delivered in the DQ app. Happy tastes good at participating locations.
If you didn't think skipping breakfast was a big deal, you'd be right. Before. But now, Wendy's has Buck Biscuits. We're talking sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit, bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, or even the Honey Buddy chicken biscuit. For just $1 each. Seriously, you can get all 3 if you want. They're just $1, so you'll never skip breakfast again. If you're smart. Breakfast for $1? Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Limit 5 qualifying items per transaction. Not valid in the combo while supplies last.
When I wake up
The best mornings
in the morning light,
start with Wrangler.
I pull on my jeans and I feel alright.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Well, I'll tell you what, my friends over at Heartland Men's Health are ready for you, right, guys? But you know what? The folks over at Heartland Men's Health can help you, and they can help you out in a big way because what they want you to do is to enjoy summer and to enjoy life. And sometimes ED gets in the way of that. But Heartland Men's Health has treatments that work when the pills or herbals fail. They have treatments with success rates well over 90%. And some treatments can even have you last an hour or more. And Heartland Men's Health is successfully treating men right here in Kansas City. And guess what? They're ready for you. What I want you to do today is this. Schedule a consult with Heartland Men's Health right now. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes a medical consult with a licensed medical provider, a T and PSA test, and a medically advised test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit's free. They have an expert staff on hand. If you're like a lot of men, you could be having sex the day after your appointment. They have 3 locations to serve you. Overland Park, Independence between Blue Springs and Lee Summit, and now their new office up in North Kansas City. So call them today. It'll be the best call you make. 844-447-6600 or visit heartlandmenshealth.com.
Diving right back into the final segment here on a Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Have fun. Be safe. Enjoy the weather. Somebody says from the 913, I'm in Olathe. Does anyone else see what looks like a haze outside?
Yes. And you said it to me, and I'm like, I read something this morning.
I think I might have left my garage open.
Yeah. It's a lot of haze, though.
You better believe it. Fort Hays State.
Fort Hays, baby.
But yeah, no.
There's a song about Hayes that I'm trying to think of right now that I can't.
Hayes, Kansas?
No.
You ever been there?
Oh, God, yes.
Yeah.
Landed at the airport in Hayes, Kansas one time.
Why?
Well, we were going to Smith Center for Mitch Holtis's event that he does every year for Smith Center High School and whatnot. And the airport in Smith Center was closed because it was too windy. So we had to land in Hayes, America, baby.
Taylor Swift, Lavender Haze?
That's what I'm thinking of.
Well,
yes.
that's all I've seen is every white chick on Instagram today has just put August Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Yeah, because today's August 1st.
What does that have to do with Taylor Swift, though?
Because you just said Lavender Haze, Taylor Swift song.
Oh, okay. I
today's
guess.
August 1st, so there's just Taylor Swift everywhere.
Okay. Yes.
Lavender
Sorry.
Haze.
By the way, weather blog, Kansas City, unhealthy air quality.
I know.
Haze due to wildfire smoke.
Ooh.
Yeah, Purple Haze is another one, yes.
Oh, there we go, duh.
But yeah, I woke up this morning and looked at the weather. It was like all orange. I'm like, what is going on? Maybe that's what I saw. Yeah.
Yeah, it's smoke from the raging wildfires in the Grand Canyon.
Yeah. That's
a
what they're
place
saying.
I'd like to smoke at, Jay.
The Grand Canyon?
Yeah, dude.
Have you ever gone to the bottom of that?
Nope. That's one of my top 3 bucket lists.
So, all right, I think you were out when I had this conversation with Mac about the bottom of the Grand Canyon. So I've got a friend of mine, one of my best friends, Drew, and he's like a rafter,
Nixon?
and no. And so they did the Snake River, and does Drew Nixon look like an outdoorsman to you?
Yes.
So
you see the picture he took in front of a car window, shirtless?
No.
Oh, well, he was outside when he did it.
Okay. So they used to go rafting, and they do the Snake River, and he goes, "Oh yeah, the thing about it is like you get a block of ice on the first day, and it needs to last 7 days. So you can only open your cooler at like midnight, get some things out, put it in a smaller cooler. You got to preserve the ice for 7 days." I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. Great. And that's when we started talking about the Grand Canyon and rafting the Grand Canyon. He goes, it takes about 33 days to raft the Grand Canyon. I'm like, okay. So like there's like quick trips down there and stuff. like you got to pack for 33 days. That's how long that rafting trip takes in the Grand Canyon.
It's nuts.
Isn't that insane?
It's amazing.
33 days. And like there's no victuals down there. There's no rations down there. You got to pack for 33 days to go raft that Grand Canyon from start to finish. Now, I'm sure there's excursions and day trips and stuff that you can do and whatnot that don't take 33 days. But if you're going to go from start to finish, man, holy cow. No chance I'm doing that.
You got to pack for it, and then you got to ration.
Yeah, then you got to ration. Yeah.
Where's the beer go?
Oh, I mean, that's the thing. There's no getting new ice. They're not bringing it to you. And so it's really crazy when you think about it.
A lot of people have been to the bottom of the Grand Canyon, said it's spectacular.
I bet it is. Like this being at the top of the Grand Canyon is awesome. And then, you start to walk down it or ride a burro down there, I guess you could do.
Joe?
And yeah. We all saw what happened with the Brady bunch getting lost down there. But I mean, I don't want to ever get in a helicopter because of the Kobe thing. It's got me kind of scared. But it's like, could they build an escalator down so everybody could
It'd be nice.
Just go to the bottom, see it, go back up?
Yeah.
I can't imagine what that view's like, though. My God.
Brock from the number 5 says he went down and back in one day. Not recommended, but it's awesome.
How?
Wow.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
Because it's like, yeah. But it's like 12 hours to walk down this
He
thing.
said he doesn't recommend
I
it.
know. Did you take a donkey?
He's a crazy son of a gun, though. I can tell you that much. Guys, it is the weekend. We didn't get to do this the last couple of weeks because you were gone the Friday before I left. I was gone last week. Here we are on Friday. You got anything you're turning this week? You said you got a wide open slate.
Yeah, going to go to my friend's pool about noon o'clock today and soak up the rays. And then I think this is probably the last true.
So with the haze or the rays?
Well, both, yeah. I don't know if this is the last true free weekend that we have before everything starts to go full effect, but I kind of feel like it is. So I'm not doing a whole heck of a lot this weekend. I've been busy the last 6 weeks or so of every weekend doing something. And so I'm actually looking forward to sitting on my ass.
That's good. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, need that.
You get Royals tonight at 6:07. The Royals again tomorrow at 2:07, and then like 12:07 on Sunday.
Yeah,
a lot of sevens. Mac, what are you doing this weekend?
Helping out our friends of ours. They are having their second baby. They don't know the gender, but me and Hannah do. So we're having dinner tonight, and we're revealing the gender of their second baby, which I'm super excited about. It'll be really fun. And then
what is it? Did you say?
And then doing some training camp shows down in St. Joe. One with you Saturday, tomorrow, 9 to noon.
And then you and Binkley are on Sunday, right?
And then just me, 9 to 11:30, and I will have Binkley on for a little bit right here, 96.5 The Fan. It'll be really fun. I'm excited. I've never been to St. Joe.
Who's producing these shows?
Is it JT?
Yeah.
Let's go. I didn't even know JT's in the room with me. He's
Look
like,
how
hey,
excited he is. He's got his bucket hat on. He's ready to go.
So we'll get JT to spout some takes as well.
JT with that bucket hat on looks like he knows what you did last summer. Breaking news from Diana Rossini. Micah Parsons' Cowboys relationship has not done well. It's at the point where the star pass rusher is considering drastic measures, which could include a trade request or even a declaration that he is serving his relationship with the team. Per multiple league sources familiar with the situation, the two sides remain far apart heading into the second week of training camp and are not currently negotiating. Jerry Jones will give him $85 million in 2 weeks.
I was just going to say Micah Parsons will sign later today.
Yeah. No, this weekend should be fun. Today, just gonna kind of chill, got a Saturday tomorrow with you. Obviously, 9 to noon, your first St. Joe. I get to hold your hand and walk you through everything that is people stealing golf carts, getting a club membership thing on your wrist to make sure that they know that you're there, even though you're carrying equipment.
Even though we're literally,
we get to experience that. We'll see if there is any sort of terrible weather that will come in right before we do the show.
Yep.
Which is there.
That's later in the day. That was the 6 a.m., 5:30, 6 a.m. We went,
Right. You get to hear Spags telling guys to hit the sled over and over again right in front. I can't wait to see Mac's eyes. I feel like you're going to look like Dr. Grant when he sees dinosaurs for the first time in Jurassic Park.
I know that I'm hard.
Taking off the glasses, And then
you're going to see Bringing Stool scratching his ass before he sits on the stool.
I'm like, hey, Jake, come over here.
Yeah. And then Saturday, going to my buddy's pool, soaking up summer as much as I can because summer's going to be over, and I'm going to enjoy it as much as I can. I know I just got back from the beach, but look, man, when you offer me sub sandwiches and pasta salad in a swimming pool that's heated,
Oh, nice.
I'm not going anywhere else.
A heated swimming pool, huh?
It's nice. Yeah, keep it at 84 all year round. We want to put like a dome over it.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
That'd be
Mosquito
too hot,
dome and
though.
pool dome.
Not in the middle of winter, it wouldn't.
Oh, for the winter time. Yeah. But
what are you doing in February? You going to go to my buddy's pool? How? He's got a huge dome over it and it stays 90 degrees in there.
Total random question. Do they make collapsible type domes for those situations? I got to think they do.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
I've got to think that's something that they have. I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong about that.
I don't know.
Hey, interesting story. Some people are suing the state of Missouri, and it's over the stadiums. And the only reason I'm reading it is because the name of the man who's suing the state of Missouri. We'll get here in a second to the name. But 2 Missouri lawmakers and a third tax-paying citizen, as opposed to a non-tax-paying citizen, so that's good to know, have filed a lawsuit in something called Cole County, Missouri. I guess that's Missouri, challenging the constitutionality of a Senate bill that gives incentives to the Chiefs and Royals to keep them in the show-me state. State Senator Michael Moon, he's a real Moon, of District 29, State Rep. Bryant Wolfen of House District 145, and Marist County resident Ron Calzone have filed the lawsuit Thursday in Cole County. In it, the plaintiffs argue that Senate Bill 3, which passed following a special session, is unconstitutional. Moon, Wolfen, and Calzone argue the bill is unconstitutional because it grants public money to private persons, is a special law, has multiple subjects, and is unclear title and changed from its original purpose. Moon and Wolfen both voted no, and Calzone is just a bitter man in the middle of the state of Missouri. The appropriations described in the bill are direct gift or bribe to the owners of the Chiefs and Royals to stay in Missouri, the lawsuit contends. I'm sure if you're the Chiefs waking up this morning and seeing that, you're probably feeling it. And the Royals are like, thank God we're moving to Kansas. I mean, what are they doing over there in Missouri, man? What? Some guy named Calzone is suing the state. What a great last name.
Where do I get the best calzone?
That's a good question. So when I grew up,
because I love calzones,
there was a place that we used to eat calzones at, and I know you're going to get jealous of this, because usually you take a calzone, you bake it in the oven, and it's like the pizza crust, and it's baked, and it's great, right? This place called Maria's used to deep fry their calzones. And I always wonder, why are they orange? And that's why they were orange, because they were deep frying the calzone instead of baking it in the oven. You want to talk about just a twist that's completely different. Fried dough stuffed with the ricotta cheese and the pepperoni and whatever else you want. I don't know who has a great calzone. I haven't had a calzone. I couldn't tell you, man. I like pizza, so I don't order calzones all that much. And don't tell me the pizzone or something like that.
No. Yeah.
But like a real true great, I don't know the answer to that question. I'm hoping somebody can come up with that on the text line in the next 30 seconds and let us know.
The last one I had that was really good was at Italian Delight when it was over here across the street. They had a fantastic olive salad and a calzone. It was nuts, dude. Like, you produce a Royals game, you got like 2 hours to kill. pop over to Italian Delight, grab a calzone, come back, fall asleep for an hour, and third inning just started.
We had a guy that used to order 2 entrees every time he went to dinner over there.
Okay.
The guy down in Sales years ago.
Oh.
His appetizer was the calzone.
How could I know who that was?
I don't think you do, but maybe I'll ask you off the air. But then he would have the, whatever else he wanted, a couple of slices of pizza. Sometimes pizza's okay for an appetizer.
Somebody says Grinders has a really good one.
Oh, they do, yeah.
And Southside Mafia Pizzeria calzones. You're welcome. Coming from 310 pounds.
He's like, I know how to eat. Trust me, man.
He's like, here's where you go. So he says Italian Delight and Wine Dot. Yep, there you go. But yeah, also some breaking news out of the sports world. Chicago Cubs announced 2027 they will host the All-Star game, as Bob had mentioned earlier. And Mac, you're gonna have a tough time rooting for your Celtics. The Minnesota Timberwolves are restoring their classic retro black uniforms back from the Kevin Garnett era.
Oh, so
starting
good.
next season.
That's gonna be awesome.
Hey, you got
retro sells.
That's right. You got plenty of time this weekend to listen to this message. I emphasize it more and more every day. Go do something nice for somebody today. You just never know. It could change their day, their week, their month, their year. It is simply cool to care. Kansas City, stay kind, stay safe, and join those Yahoos in St. Joe. It's Cody Gold and JT coming up on the other side here on 96.5 The Fan. Have fun this week in Kansas City. We'll talk to you Monday.
What's up, Kansas City? This is Jonathan India here, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball, 96.5 The Fan.
At Odyssey, we believe in creating a diverse and inclusive workforce. We also value the power of community and encourage local organizations to help us in referring qualified applicants to our stations. If you're a community organization interested in receiving our vacancy information, simply email equalemployment@odyssey.com.